Hello, everybody. I checked out some of the older streams, and it looks like periodically, and by periodically I mean roughly half the time, the frame rate goes down to pretty much a slideshow. The audio is okay-ish, but it's a little bit unwatchable. So I've adjusted the encoding settings on OBS, knocked down the bitrate a little bit, because I have a potato computer that connects to the internet through a damp towel. So I don't have the greatest of connections, but we're going to try to make this work. Because the quality is good when it's working, but a really pretty slideshow isn't what I'm going for here. So I dialed back the bitrate a little bit, changed it from constant bitrate to variable bitrate. Hopefully that won't have too much of an effect on my potato computer. Because obviously the thing to do would be to, set everything so that my computer's doing all the work and then tossing it out real easy. But I don't think I can transcode to like 720p or something on the fly with my current setup. So when things are better, things will be better, as is often the case. But for now, we are going with good enough, and hopefully my brilliant commentary and cherubic face will be enough to tide you over until the rest of the content is up to the quality of my person. Jokes. So, that said, this is an experiment. Maybe it will work, maybe it will not. It is up to the quality of my person. That's a really good joke. Okay. So anyway, enough tech talk. If this doesn't work, it's not my fault. If it does work, I'm brilliant and I fixed it. So, we'll see which way it is. And yes, I realize that streaming YouTube while I'm...
Hi everyone,
I
it's
guess
Dr.
downloading
Romany
while
and
I'm
welcome
uploading
back
is
to
a
this
bad
YouTube
idea,
channel on
but
narcissism. My goal and my hope for this
I'm not
channel
going to
is
do
that
work
the
ahead of
content
time to
here will
like get
help
things
you understand
downloaded,
any
because that
number
just
of
wouldn't be the
situations
vibe.
relevant to
So
difficult, high
we're
conflict,
working it out. Not
antagonistic,
so bad. Each
narcissistic
one's getting
relationships.
better,
If you're
and
new to
eventually
this
it'll be
channel, please
watchable,
hit that
which is the
subscribe
idea.
button, join this community, and also if you hit that bell, you'll get notifications every time we put out new videos, which these days is every day. So let's talk about what the family roles again. Remember, we've been talking about the
I
various
guess
family
downloading
roles,
while
and
I'm
welcome
uploading
back
is
to
a
this.
bad
What
idea.
happens? Well,
Okay.
let's really clear the
Video.
question up. What happens to the truth teller? We've talked about the family roles. You're all pretty clear on what they are, but I will offer a review. But now, once you know you've had those family roles, and many of you have had more than one, the question is, what kinds of risks did this set me up for in adulthood? Now, in many cases, I might be preaching to the choir because you're living this. But also, if you're going through this and you're worried about this for your children too. Now, the truth teller is a role that many people hadn't heard of, like unlike the golden child and all of that. But when people heard this role, a lot of people recognized themselves in it. The truth teller could probably be better termed the truth seer, because lots of truth tellers don't or
The
can't
truth
say
pointer
anything,
outer.
but you can sort of see it in their faces that they get it. So let's talk about, just to review, what the truth teller
When
or the
we
truth
eventually
seer is
have
about,
enough and
and
start
then let's
just
talk
saying
about
what
the
we see.
various pathways that sort of unfold for them. The truth teller is the child who at a relatively early age in a narcissistic family system gets it and sees it.
Realized that
At
my
some
father
nascent level,
and
they are the
mother are
child who
idiots
sees
and
that what is
liars.
happening around them is simply
Those
not
are my
cool.
earliest
They
memories, is
see it as
realizing they're
manipulative, even
liars.
though they don't know the word. It's as though they can see the narcissistic parent's inadequacy and insecurity, and they know that the gaslighting is gaslighting, and that they know the manipulation is manipulation.
That's why I've never liked my
And in this
parents.
way, it's interesting, even at a relatively young
Like, I
age,
can't remember a
the
single moment
truth
where I
teller
liked them.
child already is sort of ahead of the curve. They're doing the deep technique, you know, the don't engage and all of that, without knowing it is a technique.
Not feeling that
It's
one,
like they
boys.
almost cellularly know to not defend, engage, explain, or personalize. Gray rocking and firewalling almost come naturally to them. Not all of the time. I mean, obviously, just like any child, they want to be heard and seen. But pretty early in the game, they recognize that that is not likely to happen with these parents. There is something in the truth teller child's eyes or face that almost lets the narcissistic parent know
That's why my
that that
father has
truth
always
teller
hated me.
child gets it. For that reason, even
Reminder,
without saying a thing,
if you're related to
many
me,
truth teller or
and you're
sort of
not one of a
truth
couple people
seer
that knows who they
children
are,
can
I
easily become the
despise you,
scapegoat. The
personally
parent
and
doesn't
collectively.
like this
I have a
feeling
reason
of
for
sort
each
of
of
being
you.
seen for what they are. The truth teller / truth seer child has to take on some very uncomfortable roles
And I will
as
go
they
through the
go
list
through
of names of people I
childhood.
like, because
It's interesting. At one
that's just what
level,
make
the
them
truth teller
targets.
children, they can actually be quite soothing and protective of their siblings, especially since most of their siblings wouldn't understand this. They can let the siblings know that it's nothing that's happening is their fault and that the parent is in the wrong. And the truth teller child has an almost adult like wisdom, and they can walk their siblings through
Because
what's
otherwise I'd be
happening to
dead.
them. The challenge is that the truth
Hey, Dad,
teller
remember that time I
/
saved
truth
your
seer
life?
child is also sort of the anti enabler. They speak truth. So, for example, the golden child or the brainwashed child or even other adult family members may not want to hear it. And some children in the family system, the narcissistic family system, may want to defend the parents or will get angry
You
at the
know who
truth
you
teller
are.
child for getting it, seeing it, and maybe even calling it out. The truth teller child is almost preternaturally wise, and it is such a difficult role because the child in
Don't
this
say
role
that. Now I just feel
doesn't really
silly.
have the vocabulary in childhood to sort of fully
Preternaturally
get it.
wise.
I doubt, and I kind of hope children aren't reading about narcissism. Maybe they should.
Maybe they should.
These children know that something isn't right, but the vast majority, obviously, are not learning about these personality styles between multiplication tables. Most of you are adults and you're just learning about them, for some of you, well into adulthood. The truth teller can actually have a rather lonely childhood. They do tend to stay a bit distant from the narcissistic parent,
A bit lonely.
and sometimes even the entire family system. They may
A
be
bit.
a child who prefers to do things on their own. This is a child that may have a very rich inner world, and so there can be a real loneliness at times. And these children are not going to be the ones who are throwing themselves into the middle of activities with the parent. As I said,
Whoa, no,
narcissistic people at any age,
nope.
by
Wrong
anyone,
button.
they don't like to be seen, and in fact may even say to the truth teller child, "I can see you judging me, you little twit." And the truth teller child may
Don't
just
tell me you
be
understand
sitting there
me.
quietly, not saying a word.
Remember, my father's a
See it on their
pedophile.
face.
Tell him
So
if you
there's a
see him.
scapegoating
If
that
he's in a
happens to
church,
truth-telling
kick him out of
kids,
the church.
putting the truth teller in the role of experiencing some of the same difficult fallout as they go into in adolescence and adulthood as a scapegoated child. The difference is that the truth teller child is less likely to blame themselves for their parents' behavior, knowing damn well that the narcissistic parent is not right. So that's to their benefit. But another downside of being a truth teller is that you do see it. And that almost means that you're like that kid in the movie who can see dead people. Not a good feeling.
I can see narcs.
As they go into adulthood, truth tellers, they can sort of see the
Oops, I messed
narcissistic
up.
people before
I shouldn't
anyone
have done
else
that.
can.
Should have spawned.
And that can actually leave you as an adult with a sort of anxious kind of, oh no, here we go again kind of thing. You may, for example, meet a friend's new partner and think, oh no. You may meet a new colleague at work, and again, that anxiety, oh no. It can wear you down, leave you cynical, but think of the bright side. You have the luxury of seeing it early and hopefully steering clear of these patterns early. In the long term, frankly, I think, though, the truth tellers may have the best outcomes in terms of themselves relative to most of the other family roles. The truth tellers are often straight shooters. They see it, they get it. In fact, people may find truth tellers in adulthood to be sort of really to the point and kind of don't mess around-ish. Truth tellers do not suffer fools. They can be really good at boundaries. Truth tellers tend to have good instincts. They honor those instincts. They can see an unhealthy situation and step back and not engage. The majority of adults don't get here. The truth tellers got here in childhood. Now, what trips up the truth tellers, though, however, is self-doubt. Even the wisest child doesn't do great with everyone telling them that they're wrong or simply just being ignored by their family. Even the other family
because I have to check everything I think like 1,000 times more than anyone else does.
roles
So when
especially
I
with the
know
parents and
when I
especially
know, but it
the
takes me forever
fixers
to
and the
know
helper child. They'll say things like, "Mom didn't mean it," or "They're just
or to
having a hard
integrate, I
day," or
guess.
"Stop being so difficult," or "They're going to get mad." So the truth teller may be carrying a legacy of being left to feel like they're the ones with the problem. Depending on other dynamics in the system and the truth teller child's temperament, that can lead to self-doubt or even social isolation in adulthood, because it can feel like people cannot be trusted. The
Yep.
truth teller may often wonder, they may say, "My instincts tell me that this situation isn't good, but everyone else is telling me to just go along."
Everyone else
You
is
hear that
usually
enough, you
wrong.
doubt yourself. And this self doubt can plague the truth teller, who will either internalize it and keep doubting themselves, or just become really avoidant of people because people just feel too messy. Now, the truth
Not
teller
the
is the
juice is
family role
often,
that is the
actually almost
most likely
always,
to cut
not worth the
away
squeeze.
from the family situation. They are the ones who see it, perhaps even sense at an early age that none of this is ever going to change, and they get the hell out of Dodge. This might be the family role that feels the least beholden to the narcissistic parent or parents. However, the truth teller can in some cases be quite fond of their siblings and may have to do that difficult calculation of whether they have to figure out whether they need to spend time with their parents in order to see their siblings. That said, the truth teller
Not
is
worth it.
often skilled enough to be able to skirt that
Also,
line
not my fault that
of
it's not worth it.
perceiving the narcissistic parents clearly in all of their difficult behaviors. And down the line, if one of their siblings emerges to be narcissistic, the truth tellers may be quite good at spotting them too, and finding the
Hey, Nicole.
workarounds and ways to have a relationship with the siblings or with other families they like. The truth teller can actually be quite facile at that.
Yes, extremely facile and stupid. What was I gonna say? Hush. So one time I was, saying hello to my sister and her um, pet husband, and the pet didn't say much, but when I was saying, hey, my child wasn't so good, my sister was trying to convince me that I had an amazing childhood, because if I didn't have an amazing childhood, then she didn't have an amazing childhood, and if she didn't have an amazing childhood, then she might be abusive towards her children. And since it's impossible for her to be abusive to her children, citation needed, then I must have had a good childhood, and everything that's in my head is wrong because I'm crazy. That was essentially the conversation. So, we haven't talked since then because, well, she hasn't responded to any of my messages. Um, I mean, obviously I'm the problem throughout my family.
Listen, the truth teller is somebody who often, though, can also be viewed as a buzzkill, as a critic, as a
True.
person who's overly
Not
harsh.
my fault if you're.
Some people may even label the
It's a
truth teller as
target-rich
being
environment for
judgmental
criticism.
or full of themselves.
If
All of that
if your
obviously goes
entire
back to enabling.
personality needs to be
The fact
criticized,
is, if you
that's
really
not on
know and
me.
you understand
That's on
narcissism
you.
in our world, it means that you really can't live in the warm and fuzzies anymore. And the truth teller's existence and sort of knowing means that they'll often call out those warm and fuzzies and say, "You can all be warm and fuzzy, this situation's not healthy." Because of this, the truth tellers are often the ones that
Unpopular.
people may reject initially. Down the line, they may see their wisdom, but honestly, how
They
many
never
times
come back and tell you.
can the truth
They
teller
just
live in
do
that
exactly what you
world
said
of being
and think it was their own
perpetually
idea.
rejected because they detect
You need to stop
the
helping
painful
people.
truths that other people don't want to see? Being a truth teller requires a person to be resolute as an adult
What if I stop
and
helping people, then I
recognize
feel
that
bad?
the toxic positivity brigade and the enabling brigade and the Pollyannas are just never going to be a fan of them. It's interesting. The truth teller can sort of, over time, be kryptonite to the narcissistic person's powers. They live a sort of fundamental truth. You can survive, I really do believe, not only survive, but thrive in a narcissistic world if you are willing to see these patterns clearly. Once you can honestly see it and not maintain false hopes of change or that you will be the exception,
You will
then
not
you
be the
can
exception.
actually coexist with the narcissist without getting too burned. But You will, more often than you'd like, get exhausted and at times even feel disgusted.
That's why you have to be the one laying down
Somehow,
covering
the
fire
truth
for
teller
yourself.
has this ability to see all
If
these
they're a
patterns clearly
narcissist,
from the very
everything
beginning.
is
These
permissible.
are often introspective,
But, you know,
smart,
be right.
empathic children who grow into empathic, smart, introspective adults. Truth tellers
Don't
can
use it
become
as a
amazing
bludgeon
advocates, therapists,
against just
agents
anyone
of
you don't
change,
like.
because
A
they
lot of
see
people
it
do that.
clearly,
Everyone I don't like
and
is a
they don't enable
narcissist.
it.
Don't do that.
The truth tellers, I guess, in their
That's actually
fashion,
something
are
a lot of
the
narcissists do.
anti-enablers. The world definitely needs more truth tellers, but I recognize it takes a toll on them. And if you are one of them, I really tip my hat to you. It wasn't
You're not
an
wearing
easy
a
path,
hat.
yet you are the ones
There's
who
no
I
hat
believe
to
are the
tip.
only reason we will ever have a chance at a population level of pushing back on this trend of toxic people. So good luck to your truth tellers, and if you are a truth teller,
There is a final
drop that down in
solution
the
to the
comments.
toxic person
Let us know, or
question,
let me
but
know if this is
I don't
actually
think we're
true
there
for
yet.
you. Thanks again.
See, there is like a large population of people that probably shouldn't be, but it's not a racial or ethnic thing. They're assholes of every color and creed.
Hi everyone, it's Dr.
Alright, let's go more towards comedy.
What's the equivalent in dudes?
My haircut right now.
Let's go with something a little older.
Wow,
This is-
we're fucking up.
Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. It's I don't know, one of the funnier active podcasts of the moment. If you like Gas Digital stuff, Comtown, Tim Dillon, YKWd, that kind of, you know, things from the Opie and Anthony lineage of hanging out and saying bad words into microphones, is a great show for you. Very funny. They're both a lot more intelligent than they come off as initially, because they try to come off as dumb as possible initially because it's really, really funny. But, you know, give it a chance if the first impression is not your thing. That's kind of the bit.
We're up. We're in this.
It's kind of funny jumping into podcasts like in the middle, because obviously you should listen from the beginning. But, yeah, if you're just looking for a new podcast, it's kind of a good thing. Just find a random episode. Because most episodes you listen to are random episodes. So if you like the random episode, you'll probably like the podcast. Don't listen to, like, the best episode, because that's never indicative. It's like, don't listen to the poem and assume all of LOS is like that. It's not. It can't be. Everyone will die of laughter.
We're fucking up. We're up. We're in this, dude. We basically defeated coronavirus.
We did.
No problem.
Coronavirus was.
Oh, I can't ride the train?
But we were just
Come
admiring.
on.
This is the new studio, as you can see here. Matt placed
It's
a
not collidable?
pirate map,
Treasure map.
treasure map.
Yeah. For pirates. It's a treasure map specifically designed
On
for
our-
pirates. Yeah, back in the day, pirates, when they would do like treasure maps, they would draw like pirate stuff on them.
Pirate skulls.
Ships. Yeah, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we should put a ship so they'll know this is actual pirate treasure.
Pirate. Yeah, I like it. It's
Yeah,
good.
threw it up. I mean, dude, we can always customize. I was like, this thing looks. I bought it. I'm like, this will be hilarious. That's
Yeah.
a bad idea. If you're like interior,
Shane's
doing
the guy
interior
that
design,
was
you've
on
never done
SNL for
interior
5
design,
minutes
what
and then
looks
got
the-
canceled
what's the funny-
immediately.
What looks
Yeah.
funny?
These gamer chairs are pretty cool. And
It
it
was a
sounded
really
like a
funny
funny
thing
bit,
that happened.
But now we have gamer chairs. And people are like, why the fuck would you guys do that? It's like, oh,
Because
thought it was funny.
we're the interior designers. Like, dude, gamer chair. I mean, honestly, gamer chairs are the funniest type of
Gamer
chairs.
chairs are the funniest chairs.
Dude, I mean,
Without a doubt.
come on, dude. I can fully.
Damn, you get some head.
I mean, dude, I could be gaming and be like, fuck, dude, I gotta get up in 3 hours and just go.
You like that?
I gotta
That brings
be.
us. That brings us to our producer, Lemaire Lee, in the back, dude. What up? God damn it!
I gotta be at AutoZone in 2 hours. Fuck.
That's the wrong store to pick.
Gamers don't work at AutoZone?
No.
Yeah, they got the zone.
He could.
They got the zone.
I was put that music to that video of the alleged cop breaking the
Think we're
windows.
friendly, aren't we? Look at that.
AutoZone.
The slogan should be like, stop.
Are you a police officer?
Yeah, man. So
Ain't no thing, dude. Ain't no big deal.
shit's still gay. Current events, we're covering those.
Sure.
We can gladly
Shit's still
report that
gay.
shit is still gay.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll say about like it's
This is
about
very true.
in terms of like humidity, it's about 85%.
yeah,
I would
the
say.
gay, it is lessening.
Yeah,
The gayness.
it's gone down. We had,
But-
we had a gay snap in there real quick. Now
There
it's,
was a gay front that came through. The gay front was strong, and now it's still like it's hitting like. I saw this image of Nancy Pelosi like kneeling with a bunch of people,
yeah,
all wearing like not dashikis, but like the African like a preacher's. You know the thing a priest wears around his neck,
yeah,
like that, and like African,
like a shawl,
like a
yeah,
frock?
like an
yeah.
African texture
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
fabric, kneeling with
Do
a
you
bunch
have
of
any
other white
dashiki?
people.
Do you have dashikis?
I have several dashikis.
I have one. I do.
I
have
do.
one.
I don't
That's
have
not
it.
Someone
it.
went on a vacation.
Look at
and
the
bought me a
collar.
dashiki, so I have one in my closet.
You have a dashiki.
I don't think
I
it's
have
the
one
right
in my
thing.
closet.
Damn, you should do like when white ladies, because you're about to have a wedding with a African American woman.
Yeah.
You should do like you ever see like white ladies who marry an Indian guy and have like my sister married an Egyptian and had like an Egyptian wedding
Sure.
where she had to dress like you should wear a dashiki for the wedding.
I might do like A1 shorts with my dashiki. Long cut A1s, dude.
Oh man,
I think N1s have been
Some nice Jordans.
relegated. Like there's
Really make it
definitely a
look good.
fashion ecosystem, and I think it's like the fashion eventually filters down to definitely like fat white dudes with fat legs. That's who wears N1
Hell
shorts.
yeah.
and one shorts are it all trickles down to just dudes who do heroin. It's just
Don't
dudes
do
and
heroin.
And one. Think of all their nicknames. Sleepy.
Well, even
Oh
like
shit, Sleepy's got it. At Wawa.
like South Pole gear, it's just heroin addict. Everything filters down to heroin addicts.
Was it Anichi? ENYC.
Yeah,
Isn't that how you pronounce it?
I used to call it ENCE, but I think it's Anichi. I think you're right.
maybe. Well, either way,
ENYCE.
that's totally trickled down. So basically, yeah, it does go from like black culture, whatever's fashionable, a decade later, white drug users will be wearing it, and they'll be sleeping in it,
like
which is good. It's extra fabric.
True.
Those guys are probably like fashioning tents out of it.
True, man. Like a first down bubble jacket, dude. That's fucking perfect for sleeping in Kensington.
Yeah, I think that's actually how like I could be wrong. I think denim started as a tent.
Really?
Lemaire, you're fired. I know this isn't the climate for us to be firing our only minority partner, but you're fucking fired, dude. Yeah, I could be wrong about that, but I think denim started as a tent fabric, and then like miners just started wearing them as pants because they were durable.
That's also not a very breathable fabric. You're in a denim. Do you ever wake up in a tent?
Yes,
It's fucking hot.
it sucks. The tarp,
If
it
you-
always sucks. I've never not had a
Ew.
shitty experience waking up in a tent.
Yeah, Matt, if you woke up in a tent, you would just have nut sweat on your forehead. In a jean tent.
Yeah, just nonstop.
It would just your whole body would be crotch sweat.
Yeah, well, their lives did suck. So I mean, you just
Yeah.
wake up all sweated out, and you're just like, all right,
I got a
Going
shower
about the
last
day.
night. I worked out last night and did like a no soap shower. I call them rinse offs.
yeah.
I was like running real quick and
Oh.
just do it. Dude, I like just rinse. Do you ever rinse off? You get real sweaty and rinse off with no soap, and it's like you're basically Gladiator. I like just rinsed off with water, and I'm like,
What?
this is how I used to do it, dude. You would just go into a river.
Basically,
You had like an
Gladiator.
important date. You'd be outside just like eating bugs and doing shit, and you just would like put water on you and be like, dude, I'm fresh as fuck
Just
right now.
eating bugs.
Yeah, you'd be like, digging in
Yeah,
the
you're
dirt.
munching some bugs.
Well, if you're farming back in the day, your crop's not going, you're like digging, you're definitely munching bugs as you're going. Like, there's been a lot of bug munching that's flown under the radar.
yeah.
If you're like a 17th century farmer and you're sitting there and you're digging, your potato crop kind of sucks, you're
I wonder if munching bugs was like, you know how like today, like, I'll toss a booger in there every once in a while.
like munching a bug.
I'll munch a booger every once in a while. Get rid of it.
True.
You gotta get rid of it.
Destroy the
You
evidence.
toss it in, maybe launch it.
Yeah.
But if it's one of the
I treat boogers like I do if like a packet like a drugs if I'm getting pulled over. I'll consume it. If someone's
If
like,
someone's around,
what are you
yeah.
doing? I'm like, nothing.
I bet that's how bug eating was back in the day.
You sneak
People
one?
like everybody kind of did it,
Yeah.
but it was very shameful to admit that like every once in a while you had
Everyone
pretended
kind
to
of
not
eats
have one in your
bugs.
fingernail, like
Just fucking eat a bug. You think people are out here Hakuna Matata just like, dude, this is what we
breaking open a log.
eat? Yeah, like nobody.
Dude, I've been strong into that. You're talking a good time period for me.
Yeah.
The whole way out here, I was listening to that book again.
Someone said,
If
what are
someone
you,
was
what,
like,
what are you doing? I'm like,
book is, oh yeah, a lot of people were asking. It's called War on the Run. It's about Robert Rogers, and but it's also about like just life pre-revolution in America and like Native Americans and shit. And I have been harsh on the natives the last couple episodes. That's what happens when you report on something before you finish a book.
true.
Like I read one chapter that was just like, this is what the Indians used to do, and then the next chapter was like, they did have some good things, but I only got the bad part.
Welcome to my world,
And
dude.
then immediately reported on it, and I was like, they were called savages for a reason. And then, but no, they had some dude hilarious. This was making me laugh. I knew you'd like it. These 4 white dudes got caught catching beavers. The beaver pelts were like, that was money back then.
True, yeah.
That was because in the colonies they didn't really have that much currency. So I mean, dudes would counterfeit like crazy.
It's really funny too. When there's like no money, people are like, all right, well, forget about money. What else do we have? Like, we got all beaver pelts.
Fucking beavers are everywhere.
Like, all right, well, that's money now.
Yeah.
All right, continue. Everything continue.
Oddly enough, the chapter was called. Well, it was about how if you counterfeited, back then it was a death penalty, which hasn't changed much.
Wow,
anyway.
you address the nation?
Anyway,
Excuse me.
pardon
Well, it's
me.
actually policed by the secret society still. Or the secret society, secret
Secret
service.
societies.
What's that?
Uh,
Counterfeiting?
Freudian slip on my
I think
part.
it was
yeah,
right
the
the first time.
counterfeiting's it's policed by the secret service. They're the ones following money. It's the president's bodyguards or something.
The
They're
Secret
also
Service is
they give their life for the bodyguard, and they also have to make sure nobody's printing funny money. That's the
They're
secret
actually-
service's job.
They
Secret
used to
Service
literally
was
on bills say
first for
to
counterfeiting.
counterfeit is death. Used
Really?
to be printed on bills. Like, yeah, if you got caught counterfeiting, you were fucked. Like, they would brand you or kill you.
That's you get branded as
Yeah, you
counterfeit.
get branded. They used to get branded under their eyes, like right here.
Oh.
Pretty sick.
Just to make sure, check
Yeah,
it
it
for
would
funny
just
money.
say R for like rogue, if you were like a vagabond or a piece of shit, and then like M for murderer, like all that shit.
Damn.
It sucks to get an R for rogue when rapist.
Shit, what did they give people for rapists by R little a?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's like the periodic table. It's like R little a rapist, R rogue.
But no,
Being a rogue is sick.
being a rogue is sick, but back then it wasn't. People hated them.
True, if you didn't follow the rules.
If you were just because in the colonies there were like no rules,
Yeah.
so dudes would come from Europe that were criminals there. Just all you had to do back
Oh!
then was call yourself a different name. You could do it.
Almost
Your own.
made it.
You'd be like, I'm Tom, and then you go to another town
Yeah.
and just counterfeit money there.
Well, it's also
So they'd have to brand you. There was no, there wasn't an internet back then.
yeah.
There was no databases.
That's what I'm saying.
They just have to do something. They'd like cut your ear off.
Well, yeah, your personal horizon ended at your town, and then a guy would come in and be like, "Yo, this is new money." You're like, "They put new money out?" And you're like, "New money, bro.
Yeah.
You want it
anyway.
or not?" And you're like,
give me that horse. Here's a bunch of new money.
You're like, "Well, I just ate a bug. I can't turn down this new money." And he's like, "Why does it look different?" He's like, "Don't do the counterfeiting back then. The technology.
Okay.
What the fuck did they do? It was drawing. They
There were
had
plates. There were plates that they could
so they stamped.
counterfeit. Yeah.
So they would get a money stamp
Yes.
and then be like,
Just stamp shit.
they could have just made T-shirts back then. They had no
Basically
idea. that-
Printing
If
T-shirts.
they had like a print, like a money dollar bill,
There's your
t-shirt,
shirt.
yeah, that's true. That's my tee. They could have just printed tees, dude. Be like, yo, you just want to wear a shirt with a dollar bill on it? Like, yeah, that's fine.
That would have been tight. The clothes back then sucked.
Yeah.
But so these 4 dudes were trespassing and collecting beaver pelts.
Sure.
Which, dude, beavers used to get. Beavers are huge.
Are they?
Yeah, I didn't know that. They get up to 90 pounds. They're
What?
fucking big dogs, dude.
Beavers
Yes.
are 90
Beavers
fucking pounds.
can get up to 90 pounds. At least back then. I'm sure they've been killed enough now that they're a little,
Sure, a little skimpy.
little skimpy. They're losing weight.
These are like
but
the dinosaur days for beavers.
beavers were 90 pounds. These dudes, and they would trick them. It's a sad way to kill them. I don't.
What would they
I don't
do?
know. So they put like a trap in the water and put like female pheromones on it.
Yeah.
And when the beaver like
Wow.
stood up at the top of the stick, there was a clamp or something that drug it under the water.
How'd they get
Right.
the female beaver pheromones?
You
Do I even want to know?
kill the yeah, you cut them out of them and
Squeeze.
rub it on a stick.
Oh.
So you have to like, you'd have to like surgically
like,
remove
sell,
their.
like-
You'd have to
they'd be
cut their
like-
pussies open.
Yeah, they'd be like, here's some. Well, maybe that's how beaver came out.
True.
Now that I'm
Get some
thinking
beaver.
about it.
Think they took him for a spin?
They're eating bugs, dude. You don't think they're taking beaver puss?
By the way, a man just got charged in Delaware for having sex with molesting ponies. So,
that is a
Did you hear that
tale
story?
as old as time.
did you hear that story?
What happened?
There's a Delaware man. I think he's 32 years old. there was an so people are coming back and seeing the ponies like ankles would be kind of raw, and they're like, what the hell? What's wrong with my pony? And then this guy was going in the barns and strapping the pony. He would like strap their legs down.
Yeah, you gotta get those back
He'd
legs.
have his way with them. Yeah, you don't want to get kicked.
Yeah.
So he was. I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was. They said molesting them, so I don't know if he was penetrating these ponies. I think he was just like oral, maybe. I don't know.
Guy, yeah, that was like my first joke.
What?
Guy in Pennsylvania was eating horse pussy. He got caught.
Was he?
And I was like, all you have to do is stand up and you're innocent. Like if you get caught eating pussy, like somebody has to, and you just stand up real quick. What psycho is gonna be like,
You eating pussy?
you just eating that horse's pussy? Boom, Harrisburg Comedy Zone explodes every single time. Like that was in Perry County. They're like, woo.
Oh, it's topical too.
Yeah.
They're probably like,
Keep
call my
local.
cousin eating horse pussy the other day.
Everybody's been eating horse pussy. All right, hold on.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So these 4 dudes get captured by these Indians. They take them and they make them run the gauntlet. So that was one thing they would do when they would capture prisoners. A lot of these tribes would make you run a gauntlet like right away. So the whole town would come to the bank of this river with these 2 dudes they captured on canoes.
Yeah.
And one of them, by the way, Stark, in the Revolutionary War would come up with the term "live free or die." Pretty sick.
Yeah.
He was that. I mean, this is how small a world this was back then.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, true.
Shout out.
Well, Mary, you missed it. God damn it, dude, you're fired. Wait, how did you? Would you doze off?
Huh?
Yeah, fell asleep.
He's not paying attention.
He's paying attention. He couldn't know I was doing a physical. He doesn't know my comedy's verbal and physical, dude. Physical comedy, dude. Welcome. So they did.
So the whole town comes
What's the
out.
gauntlet?
Gauntlet is where the townspeople, mostly young men, line up 2 rows and make you run the gauntlet.
Oh, they're making.
And they hit you with sticks and fuck with you the whole way.
I thought they were. So you get caught by the Indians, they make
Sniper
you do a
snap.
Yeah,
gauntlet.
the Indians would make you run the gauntlet
Do we have a
as
gauntlet?
a prisoner. No.
I mean, not we, but they're like the fucking.
Yeah, did the good guys?
We-
Did the good guys have
Do
it?
the settlers have a fucking gauntlet?
No, I think they probably just
Killed you.
executed Indians. Sure.
So you had to run through.
Yeah, they handed you a stick that you had to hold, so you
Okay.
couldn't like block. You had
Yeah.
to like hold a stick and run through a gauntlet, and they would all just hit you. Now they tried not to hurt you. They tried not to kill you. I mean,
They want to.
they just want to hurt you. They want
Yeah.
to fuck you up. But the Indian who captured them, who was the chief of this tribe, told them some things to say
Yeah.
in their language that would like make it easier on them, which actually translated to like, I could fuck up everybody in here. Hilarious. So the first guy ran through and was like, Tahini Gaba hop up to Guinea. Like he just screaming
talking shit.
He had no idea. He was
And they're
in
just
there.
fucking cradling the
Oh,
crossballs.
dude.
It's like, what you?
The second guy came through and his chant was, I could fuck all the women here. Like while he's running through, and then he started getting hit hard enough that he started fighting the gauntlet. He dropped the stick and just started swinging, and they let him go. They were like, "All right, hilarious. We're not gonna hit him
Well,
anymore."
he's also probably crying, be like, I can fuck all the girls in here, please.
Just running through like,
Please let me
"Fuck
fuck
anybody here."
Please let me fuck all the girls in here, please.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, God.
So I was wrong on that part.
Okay.
The Indians were funny.
That's fucking
Obviously,
hilarious.
that guy in the
dude.
canoe was
I don't
like,
think
"Here's-
infiltrating alone is
hook
going to
up.
work here.
Oh.
This is gonna make things a lot easier.
Oh.
Just yell, I'm gonna fuck all the women in here. Hilarious. That's I mean, that holds up today, that joke. That's a good bit.
It's pretty good.
That's a good bit by that Algonquin.
Oh, that's pretty fucking funny. How fun would it be to have a gauntlet too? This is the thing. Like
We did it in high school.
I know.
Yeah,
This is
gauntlet rules.
Yeah, this is what people do,
Yeah, it's an
Form-
instinctive thing to make people run through a gauntlet.
and just fuck them up.
Just slap them the whole way. But yeah, then they did get a little mean
Yeah.
after that. So some of these tribes would have like you go cabin to cabin
Mm-hmm.
when you're getting indoctrinated, basically as tortured, like into being a prisoner. You get
Hazed.
like,
Yeah.
get hazed into it, which
Yeah.
is like you go to this cabin, somebody will pluck a fingernail out. You go to the next cabin, someone will bite your finger off.
Hmm.
Someone will just gnaw your finger off. One of the cabins was just one of the women just beat the shit out of you. You couldn't hit back.
Kinda
She
tight.
just beat you as hard as she could the whole time.
Really?
Dude, it was
Did
Then-
they cut your finger off yet?
eventually, yeah, this is
Nah, that
usually,
sucks.
and then there's some cabins where it's just little kids and they stab you a little,
Just
light
Oh,
stabbings.
Man.
And then eventually I think a lot of them would scalp you and then pour boiling water on where they just scalped you, which
It's hot too. It's fresh off the fire.
yeah,
too.
and then just make you roll in like thorn bushes They're just doing like really mean shit to people.
So you had to go get the aggro crap. This is global guts.
Oh, you got crushed. You got fucking crushed. But the Indians, a lot of these tribes. So that's another thing that is annoying. Obviously, I've said it 1,000 times. When people talk about Indians in America, they're always like the Indians, like it's one group. These are just, some northeastern woodland tribes I'm talking about here.
Exactly.
Obviously, it fluctuates.
Yeah.
But
read up if you don't know about them.
some of the, they also they all like loved being able to take pain. That was like their big fucking thing. Like if your mom cried while giving birth to you, everybody in the tribe was like, you're a fucking bag.
Really?
Like that was that stayed with you. So even moms had to be like tough as fuck the whole time, like wild shit. And
so it's possible. It's possible for women to give birth, not even just like
naturally,
even just kind of like they complain.
Not allowed to complain, dude.
So it's possible.
The tribes had some good ideas, dude.
Curious.
They had basically a quit you policy to women.
Like knock off
Quit
the
your
crime.
bitching, dude. Or your kid's gay.
So it is possible to, maybe, it doesn't, you don't have to fucking harp on it forever. Oh, go on. Sorry, please. Totally unrelated.
Also, one that made me laugh was one of these Indians like recorded how British people acted when they got hurt, which was wah, wah. Like that's literally how, like when we scalp them, they just go wah, wah.
Me hair.
Oh, you got me hand in. Oh no.
So that's where the powdered wigs came from. They would go to scalp you, the powdered wing would slide off, and you just be like, and just pop off.
I wonder if powdered wigs were treated like black ladies' weaves.
Were they getting a fight?
If you touch them,
they would get two guys get a fight in the Senate. There'd just be like pieces of powdered wig everywhere.
Anyway, so that was
that's funny.
It's been fun stuff reading up on that.
So the gauntlet, though. So at the end, after a guy bit your finger off,
I mean,
a woman dominatrixed you, and then a little kid fucking needled you. What would happen? They would just be like, oh, like a roller coaster. Like here's our impression of you being a pussy about this.
Pretty much. But there was also examples of dudes getting tortured and like laughing and making fun of the Indians. At which point, a lot of the Indians would kind of like let them live.
Like you roll.
Be like, yo, you're tough. Or another thing they would adopt. They adopted a lot because a lot of these tribes were like sustenance farming and shit like that, where they didn't have a lot of manpower, especially at this point with the colonists there. So they would just take dudes in.
Yeah,
but like, you're one of us now.
Bite your finger off first.
Like, bite your finger off and be like, all right, you can stay. There was one guy got adopted and was like literally from that. Oh, dude, he got adopted by a dude slowly just because he obviously couldn't speak the fucking language. So he sat down and an old dude in a cabin started plucking his hair out. Like he likened it to like a bird, like a turkey, like just ripping the feathers out. This dude started ripping all his hair out and left a patch in the front. And he didn't realize it at the time, but he was giving him their haircut. That's how they cut hair. Barbershop in the tribe was rough, dude.
So he gave him the number 4 on the wall.
Yeah, he just ripped it straight out. Just an old dude ripping your hair out. And then the chief came in and was like, you're one of us now. And he was like, literally from that day, no one in that tribe treated me remotely different. Like all it took was the chief being like, he's one of us. And everyone was like, what's up?
What's up, bro?
That was it.
Well, dude, also, too, it's like, I was trying to be like, well, could I be friends with people who bit my finger off and had their wife beat me up and yelled at me? It's like, imagine where they're like, all right, dude, we're going to let you loose. Now my other option is to live in the woods.
Yeah.
First, just doing that alone without people who are going to bite my finger off and imprison me.
Yeah.
Just if there's anybody, they could be so mean to me and be like, no, but you're still part of the thing. I'd be like, thank you. Just thanks for not letting me fucking starve to death next to a creek.
One guy got adopted and he was like a slave and he was doing like farm work, and eventually he like threw his hoe into the river and was like, this is for women. And all the Indians were like, sick, this guy's awesome. We're gonna let him free. So the Indians did have cool fucking codes. He risked his life to be like, this is chick work.
This is girl work.
And they were like, you're right, that's chick work, dude. Go home.
You passed the test.
Yeah, and also
that would be sick in The Last Samurai, the final test. And be like, this is fucking gay. And they're like, congratulations.
This is a gay, Ari. You're free, Ari. But they
too many minds. He's like, everything's fucking gay. Everything's fucking gay. And they're like, yes, he's learning.
Yes, he's learning our ways.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, the Indians code.
Fucking girls.
Yeah, he threw his hoe into the river, and they were all like, this is good.
Respect.
Very good.
He learns. There had to have been white guys out there that bit other white guys' fingers eventually.
You came home and started biting fingers.
No, I'm saying like.
What are you doing, dude? Like it's how you become tribe. Biting fingers off that's like the third or fourth reference they've made to it. So
Sebastian
I think
Younger
it's
left that out.
safe to say that some of the natives were munching fingers hard.
For sure.
Gnawing your finger off.
Just an old gotcha.
Just
Like, let me see your finger. Close your eyes. Bite your finger off. Like,
got your finger.
Oh man. No, I'm saying I wondered if any settlers joined. Because a lot of those dudes stayed with the tribes. Even people who ran away from settlements, they stayed with the tribe. I wonder if there had to have been someone who bit someone like John Smith's third cousin. Definitely probably bit someone's finger off.
Yeah, I'm sure. If you hang around that culture long enough, you're gonna nibble a finger.
Well, it's also funny too. Like if so, like they have adopted like European dudes. So you're just like running. You're in the gauntlet. All of a sudden, you come to the next tent with a white dude in it, and you're like, dude,
You gotta
this
help
shit's
me.
fucked up. He's like,
yeah.
"Ah!"
He's like, I know, it's fucking. What's your name, real quick? It's crazy. He holds up a hand. He's like, me too. But yeah, then they also, Robert Rogers, who the book's about, wrote down that he was like, there's also literally zero wealth disparity. Like everybody is the exact, like you
poor,
can't,
the same way.
you're not allowed to do anything if your neighbor's poor.
Can't.
You gotta
floss.
help them.
Yeah.
Which, good quality.
Mhm.
I think it's easy to be that when you guys are all living in fucking tents, though.
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to be spreading the wealth when there's zero wealth.
Yeah, or it was also really physical back then too. Like you would be like, there wasn't like like Bitcoins and fiat currency. It was like you have 6 goats, some guy has 2, and you're like, here, dude, have 2 fucking goats, or whatever. It's like, here, bro, have a fucking pelt.
Yeah, so they did have good shit.
I think they used to also do a thing where they would, whoever had the most stuff would burn all their shit. Well, it was they had little, I forget who it was, but they'd have a thing where like the dude at the top was ceremonially would just like get rid of all of his shit.
That's like Bill Gates giving to charity.
True.
It's pretty much what we do.
Yeah, they would back
Gates.
then. The Native
Pretty
Americans
much what we
would
do.
give away like a large proceeding of all the stuff they had, then secretly develop
That's funny.
A little shot.
Not
based on their
exactly.
genetics. Dude, nobody wants that shot, by the way.
Really?
A lot of people I talk to are like, I'm not fucking. One person is like, I'll take my chances on that. A lot of people are like, they're gonna rush the vaccine. I can't think of that.
Oh,
word.
this is right.
They're gonna rush
Free
the
vaccine
They're
days.
saying it's not an inert form of the virus, so it's not like the old. You know how they say when they give you a virus, like it's like it's dead. It's kind of like half alive, and you're like, okay, that makes sense. There's not that. They're like, no, it's just like it's just like a genetic sequence that goes into your genome. And
I don't think I've ever once, until obviously recently, I don't think I've ever once like even asked what a vaccine was.
yeah,
I think I've always just like I don't even think I've ever gotten a flu shot.
it's the good stuff. Like here's the good stuff. You want to get sick?
I'm
Here's
just
the
like,
good stuff.
here we have to give you 3 shots today. I'm like, fuck. All right.
Yeah. Fuck.
I've never asked what it is.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, man. Well, that's the Bill Gates was saying, like, hey, man, look, we're not. This is just genetic stuff. Don't worry about
Just
the weak.
fucking
It's not a
around.
weak.
Good genetics.
It's not a virus we put through the gauntlet. This is fucking just.
The gauntlet's tight. We need to break.
Oh,
the
we
gauntlet
need to bring the gauntlet back big time, dude. Well, dude, how about we might have the gauntlet? There's Minnesota's going. They're defunding their police entirely.
Man, that fucking governor, or the mayor of Minneapolis, could there
Minneapolis,
be a bigger
sorry.
fucking dork?
For defunding the whole police.
No, just him in general.
I didn't see him.
Have you
Oh,
seen this kid?
I saw the guy. He was, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's a good person. I haven't seen too much about him, but I did see him in front of in front of a protest. They were like, "Yes or no? Are you going to defund the police?" And he was like, "No." And they booed him, and he had to walk out.
Well, he
Pretty
did it.
great.
He did it now.
And then now he's like, "Oh, I thought about it, and you guys were right, so I'm actually doing it."
It's also funny too because it's like, he's the mayor, so he's there to represent everyone. They're like, what are you guys going for? Like, we want to defund the police, and he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
But dude, apparently, so I thought because that's the thing too. A lot of these issues get filtered through like, which news channel do you watch? 'Cause at first I read it and I was like, we can't get rid of the police. We need the police. Every time I get pulled over by, I'm like, fuck, get these guys the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I'm all the way filtering it through I'm doing my thing of like, yeah, the people I hated at my school are winning somehow, and I was like, wait a second. So I read the whole thing and I'm like, it might not be a bad idea to have
That was pretty insightful.
what they're saying is try to do
It's
it where
just
like you would have a local. Everything's dealt with locally, so of course
People
there's
do
ways that
not
can
like
go off track
authority.
so
When they are not the
so
ones in
fucking
authority.
hard. It's like if you need an example, look at the rest of the world. But it's like
Yeah.
also if
When
if
they're the
there's
ones
like
in
they're
authority,
saying like the police have
boy,
to go
do they
and,
love it.
take care of these like
That is the
weird.
divine
They're
right.
aggressively pursuing like minor violations where they're like, hey, there's a law that says you can't stand right there, and like, oh, I want to stand right here. Fuck you, dude. And then you're fighting over this weird violation where it's like, if that was people who live there, if like the older dudes who live there were able to be like, and women, excuse me, or living there could just be like, hey, like everybody and others, excuse me, and everything. They'd
Others
be like,
probably not the right word. That's not very inclusive.
others, no, it's other, it's thems.
Thems.
Thems. If
Bunch of fucking thems.
If thems, theys want to be there.
The
No, but it's
theys.
if instead of a guy just being like, you can't stand this spot, move, and it's like,
Need
fuck
some
you,
stone.
now you're arrested. Just a guy you know being like, yo, man, get the fuck out of here. You're bothering that lady. So I don't know. Maybe it would work.
But wait, who's the other guy?
They would hire people within the community. It would be in community, intra-community policing.
All right.
So again,
would
if
just
people are
be
like, this is a good
gangs.
idea. It's like,
That
check
is
out, just do
just
me a
the
favor and check out the
gangs.
rest of the world first, because this can be easily corruptible, dude.
Yeah. Well, are you saying that's getting picked up a little?
Oh no.
That guy, or are you just nodding?
I'm nodding in agreement.
With
Exactly.
that defunding the police might get corrupted a little?
No. About things that
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't think you said that exactly, but yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah,
it's-
the vigilante squads that people are gonna
so
hire.
it would be
could maybe
Could
those
go haywire.
vigilantes could get out of hand at some point.
well, this is the for sure, but and this is the argument with the well, anything's gonna get corrupted for sure. I know this is like fucking retarded. We should just pause. Are these hammers picking up?
Well, now they're not.
No, because I can really hear them over you guys.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. I was actually, I don't know if you noticed, I was strategically spiking my
Yeah,
voice.
you're
right here.
fired up. I was
Well,
kind of.
this is the so here's the I was again, I'm initially against it, but then they're like, it's not just like, because I thought it was just like no more cops, but it would be, you would slowly be like start replacing people who are going into like places that are like so bombed out and poor with guys just being like, what are you smoking fucking weed? Bah! And like fucking pile driving you with like people going through and being like, everybody here cool. And then, saving that task force for like
That would
serious
not
shit rather
work.
than dudes walking. That's the other thing too. It's
Not
like,
even a little bit.
no one thinks about it. Like cops don't just roll around all day and like hit people and leave. It's like when like some like 60-year-old dude who's been living by himself for 30 years like dies from like diabetes. They're also the guys that have to go like lift dead bodies out and like fucking go throw them out. So it's like, who wants to do that? Are you signing up for that as well?
Yeah, I wonder if the vigilante squads are gonna, or the
Well, it's not vigilante squad.
what do we call them?
It
What
would
else would
be
it
so
be?
everything the police's work would be, and this is where it does make sense. You would look at the job of policing a community, and it's like we still have the idea that like you have to roll, like you must have like everything's dealt with the force of the police, where you could try it with like 3 or 4 ways first, then those don't work, and then it's like you have a cop roll up to a guy like a 302. There's a crazy dude, and there could be people like social workers, not tooting my own horn, but you could have people who
So
go out and like,
many
hey, you are
social
like
workers
like
would
you're
die if we
trained in
tried
like calming
that.
people down, rather than being like,
So
shut up,
many.
you crazy motherfucker, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
A lot of cops just lack the sophistication.
Yeah, wasn't there one of those? Wasn't there like a severely autistic dude that got shot by the
Timothy-
cops, like with the social worker there?
Yes,
I could be wrong.
that did
Well, there's the
happen.
guy Timothy
I think I
Timba.
remember seeing it where they were like in the street getting shot.
The social worker was like, no.
Yeah. And they're like, she's retarded too. Kill that bitch. Both these retards are a threat. Put them down.
Oh, that's the problem. It's like, dude, I automatically reacted to it like, what if he doesn't have fucking cops at all? But it's if you read it, it's like, no, that's not the issue. But then again, we'll see, dude. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I don't know. I was just laughing, thinking about like, yeah, it'll be just, neighborhood watch. And then like, 5 years from now, they'll be like, we should get a place to work from. So, all right, we've got a neighborhood watch station.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should get them uniforms. All right.
Yeah.
Got a neighborhood watch. We can get them cars.
Well, we'll buy.
Get them a tank.
I think that's.
Oh, fuck. We got the cops.
I think that's the best we can do, though, is just reset every like so many years and be like, yeah, here's the new move, and then we just reset, and everyone's this is cool, and slowly we just get fucking corrupted. That's kind of the it's kind of the raw deal in all of its full and sinister glory, dude.
Yeah, that eventually everything does get corrupted.
Yeah, of
so you
course.
just got to keep hitting reset.
Yeah, well, eventually, any position where people have a say or a power, they just attract fucking sociopaths like fucking like flies, and eventually they're really good at getting into power. So then they eventually get into power, and they're like, I mean, it's Lion King, bro. That's why you got to be fucking not Mufasa. Who's the other one? Simba. My bad. Simba, dude. There's always Scar, dude, floating in.
0 for 1 with your chime in. 0 for 1 on your chime ins, Lemaire. Is your mic on? No?
They
Well,
hope
if it's not on, why are you talking? No, I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
Lemaire, please clip up just that thing right before we was talking to you. But yeah, that'll be interesting because again, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, that might be pretty fucking because then it boils down to like, so I think weed should be legal. The reason weed's not illegal is because there's these dudes who drive around in golf shirts on Pacific Blue bicycles, and they'll be like, "You smoking fucking weed?" It's happened to me countless fucking times.
Yeah.
They're like, "You smoking fucking?" And they get all jacked up on you, and you're like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah.
Like 70% of the country agrees it should be legal. Get your fucking Huffy and your fucking mailman
Dude.
shorts out of here.
Yeah,
But
did you see the herd of bike cops? I saw one clip.
Dude,
it was
they
pretty
do-
great.
it's crazy,
The line of bike cops
Yeah.
versus the riders.
yeah,
Or
they're
protesters. And the bike cops were like, whoa. They were like Spartans with their fucking Huffies. Like they pushed it against all the dorks. It was great. They're like, get out of here. They started spraying and hitting people with bikes.
Well, that's the thing. Bike cops work constantly because they're like when anything pops off, they mobilize. Bike cops is a whole. Not every cop gets to be Pacific Blue. That's like also by the way,
Damn.
one of our friends fucking got like bike thieved, but it was bike thieved while a guy on a bike, like an old horse thief, dude, biked up next to him, cut him off, and was like, "Give me your." He's like, "Let me see that bike." He's like, "Let me ride your bike." And our friend was like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Give me your fuck." Basically,
Wow.
he's like, "Give me your fucking bike." And I guess like an old horse thief rode, or no, he actually is funny. He had the rental, like the city bike.
He rode on the side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he fucking in the midst of all the chaos, he went and I guess jacked our buddy of his bike.
Yeah.
But he rented a bike, like one of the blue city bikes.
This was a rogue.
He ditched, he had a rogue.
A rogue got him.
He ditched the fucking city bike,
A
hopped
highwayman.
on his nicer bike, but it's like you had to rent a city bike through a credit card. So I was telling our buddy, I'm like, why didn't you just grab the city bike and try to figure out what credit card that was on? But then it's like, are you going to solve the case of the dude who stole your bike in broad daylight? Like, clearly he doesn't give a fuck about credit cards.
Yeah, that probably wasn't
Or
his
whose credit card he used. Yeah. He was like stealing the bike. He's like, fuck, my credit score might fucking drop. Shit, I didn't think about this.
It's a good maneuver, though.
An
Going up and stealing bikes.
old bike thief, dude. In broad
They'll
daylight.
get you.
Yeah, dude.
There was a case of that when I was in Key West. The bike thieves come through. Everybody down there has cool bikes.
True.
It's like something the culture in Key West does.
Yeah.
Where they get like tricycles or like those.
Yeah.
What are those called? Yeah, high.
Baby boy. I call them baby boys. You're
No,
low
it's-
riders.
It's something.
Excuse me.
Anyway.
When they
But
put
yeah.
the high handles on, I forget what they're called.
But bike thieves come through. They come down from Miami and steal all the poor folks' bikes.
Do they chop them off the lock or do they like
Yeah.
actively pirate their bike?
Pirate the bike straight on is fucking nice, but no, they don't.
The only thing that I mean, in terms of my critique on this guy's maneuver, the best thing would be ride a bike parallel to somebody and jump off
onto
your
theirs.
bike onto theirs.
Yeah.
And if you can break that thing, if you can break that in, it's yours, dude. Ride off. That is pretty tight. That should be a new bike law. When we have new police that like, if you see a bike better than yours, if you can jump off
You can
yours
board
onto
it.
theirs, you can board it like a turtle shell, or like a hermit crab.
Turtle
Just
shell.
fucking hop off yours, and if you get on theirs, and if you can fight them while on their bicycle and remove them, that should be your bike at that point.
Yeah. It seems back to the police thing about them like enforcing shit like you're not allowed to stand there at this time, like shit like that. Seems like that should be a law change versus who's enforcing it change slightly.
Yeah, but this is the problem though. The reason people complain, there's the residents themselves being like, I don't want a bunch of kids standing outside my house making a bunch of noise and shit. So that's the thing. So it's like if that, knowing that's the case, if some dude from your community is like, yo, you guys are bothering Mrs. What's her name, get the fuck out of here. Rather than some dude being like, what's up, guys? I'm gonna need you to get the fuck in. And it's like, blah, 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 blah. It's just maybe.
Tough. That's tough. Then that guy,
They're not gonna listen. Why would they listen?
Townsman was that came over and told them to leave. Now he's got fucking 6 kids who know exactly who he is and where he lives.
Yeah, this is never gonna
I
work.
mean, it's,
Never, ever,
sure.
ever, ever,
there's some
ever.
problems with enforcing laws locally like that.
No,
Don't get me wrong.
There's
I
a
hear the
reason why
positives.
there's a police
possible
force.
positives. Again, I'm not
To solve
sold.
the
There's
problem.
positive. I was like, and then the whole reason I'm selfish. All I'm thinking about is like, so you're telling me there won't be guys like being weird about people smoking weed anymore? That's my dog in the race,
Yeah,
dude. I'm just
true.
kind of like, wait, can I smoke weed outside now?
Yeah,
Which
I watched.
you kind of can now, but still, it's
I
like,
watched a high-speed chase for like a half hour yesterday. It's fucking great. I
Those are
guess
awesome.
I guess they just do that in LA a lot, or like California.
Oh,
Chopper,
yeah.
You can just watch high-speed chases. Keep an eye out for them on Twitter.
Where?
Watched one yesterday. It was in California. This dude, his tires, both his front tires blew off. He was riding on the wheels for like 20 minutes, going 70. And then finally they like exploded. And he had to pull over. It was a lad, I think. He had a cowboy hat on.
What?
Took a Dodge Durango on the run for speeding. I think he was probably, if I had to assume, illegal
You think so?
for trying to run like that.
I'll tell you what, man.
Speeding.
If you're illegal in a country, that's a good way to go out. A high-speed chase. It's like,
Why
let
not?
me just. What the fuck do I have to? This guy's about to boot me anyway. Let me just
Yeah.
fucking see what I got.
Yeah, let's see if I can get out of here. He was headed back towards Mexico, I think.
Was he?
Yeah, he's headed that way. But
You said a Mexico way?
he was headed back down. He was probably like, all right, you got me, I'm going back. I'm going back to base. I'm free. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. It's not a big deal. But no, his
Take this
wheels
Durango?
exploded. But it was hilarious. The news guy in the chopper was literally, he was talking like he had seen this every single day of his life. It was just like, oh, this is a pretty good one we got going here. Hopefully,
Like a sports game.
Anyway, what's going on? Like, he was just like talking while this guy was running for his life. It
Holy
was very
fuck.
uncomfortable. And then again, the guy's wheels blew off, and he was like, "This is." And the news guy was like, "This is pretty much like a Dodge Durango commercial at this point. This thing's still going. This is incredible." Like, it was, yeah. But then, yeah, it had a peaceful conclusion, which I was hoping. They had the canines, dude. Part of me wanted to see that canine jump in that passenger side window,
Get him?
get nuts. But now I assume lad, based on the cowboy hat,
True.
could have been a hawk, but the lad got out perfectly, complied with everything, hands on the head, walked backwards. I think he was having trouble with the language at first, with the hands up or behind the head.
Yeah.
So that could have, he almost got probably shot for that.
True. Especially with a big cowboy hat.
Yeah, cowboy hat.
You're expecting the quick draw.
Right out of the hat.
If someone's wearing a cowboy hat, you know they have fast hands. Probably he might have the fastest hands in the area at the time, dude.
Probably.
That's the best thing about when lads get fly. I've said it before, dude. It's cowboy gear, dude.
It's the sickest gear possible.
When lads get fly, there's nothing but cowboy gear. I told you about the guy who used to work with me and my brother who came here and like lamented the fact that like American dudes are pussies, and he thought he was like going to get here and we're all just like cowboys, like fighting and shit.
Oh, man.
Came here, he's like, I thought you guys were like fucking rooting and tooting. You guys are. I came here, just a bunch of like pussy ass fucking dudes just being like walking around, being like, excuse me, man. He thought dudes were gonna be like, get the fuck out of my way, dude.
Yeah, he thought it was the Wild West.
I thought it was gonna be machismo central, dude.
He was coming from Mexico.
Yeah.
Damn, imagine sitting in Mexico and be like, shit, everybody here is too fucking soft.
Yeah.
Time for me to go somewhere tough like America. And then you get up here, it's just a dude like, excuse me, you pronounced my fucking girlfriend's name wrong?
Yeah. Try to show someone like a hot picture on your Metro PCS of a chick, and they're like, "Oh, stop objectifying women, please." Excuse me. Yeah, it would be like nonstop. We'd be working, I'd feel my shoulder, and he'd be like, just be a hot chick on his cell phone.
They
I'm
love
like,
him.
Yeah, man, it's a hot chick.
It was unbelievable. That was I think the biggest culture shock being in Spain was them just getting memes and pictures on their phones. Just every night at the bar, these dudes would be like, "Yo, fucking, what do you think of that?" That was the time the guy showed me him and his friend throwing a Nazi salute in front of a swastika. And I was like, "You know, you guys got some fascists in the bar?" And the bartender was like, "No, no fascists." I was like, "Oh, a guy just showed me a picture of him in front of a flaming swastika." I was like, "Yo, you want to see something cool?" I was like, "Dude, that's not that cool. That's wild."
Damn, dude, he took a
Yeah.
chance.
Took
He
a
opened.
chance.
He opened up.
He did.
He's like, well, I kind of like this guy, and maybe we can
Maybe
bond.
he can be a Nazi.
Maybe he's a Nazi. That's a fucking. That's like
That's
a.
risky. That's like maybe someday society will be, more accepting of fascists like that. But for now, that's like being a gay dude.
Fascists
back in the
are
day
people
where you're
too.
like,
True.
you want to hook up, and
Tap-
then you just
tapped
get
your
fucking
foot.
shot and beat up.
You tapped your foot under the
Friend
stove.
of Dorothy.
Also, was there like a lot more people with him, or he just like?
There was two of them. There were two fascists.
Was this-
Fascistas.
Was this before Tinder?
You can't just be one
Right,
fascist.
yeah.
There's like,
That's not how it
holy
works.
fucking shit! He's
Yeah,
just
that
sitting there
was-
like.
He really was. Strike that from the
A
record.
fascist alone is a monarchist.
Strike that, please. Strike that salute.
Can you not even do that? I didn't. I put the safety on. My elbow was cocked a little bit.
True, you hit with the snake.
Yes.
That's the yeah.
Once you straighten your arm, you're fully
That's
committed.
the strike.
True. I was showing him like.
Yeah.
It was cocked up.
It's ready to go. You're ready to unleash your full salute. Yeah, it does suck. I forget who was. Oh, this was killing me. My friend O'Leary. I was hanging out with O'Leary at a bar in
Mhm.
Mechanicsburg. Went out. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back. He was talking about how he heard it on another podcast, so it's probably one of our friends. I just didn't hear it, but he was like, Trump's never laughed.
What?
Like, you've never seen footage of Trump like actually laughing, like
Yeah,
genuinely.
just like a
That may
quick
be
smile
true.
laugh. He goes
It's
like,
always like, yeah, it's always because he. And then I was like, dude, it's because
might be
Trump's
true.
autistic.
Yeah, that's actually
I
true.
think so.
Not
I
very
don't
many
think he's
people
ever
know
shown
that.
like real emotion or knows how to.
It's all very.
Like, think of it.
stereotyped.
You've definitely seen Obama laughing. You've definitely seen
Sure.
W laughing.
Yeah.
Seen
It's
all of
surprising
them,
when
like,
people don't
having
know
a
that he's
human moment of
autistic.
laughing. Trump will,
Or at least
Trump
like
can't.
pretty far
I
on the
could be wrong.
spectrum.
I want to see him
But I
laugh now.
genuinely
Not
don't remember
wrong.
seeing him laugh, which makes me laugh a lot.
There's a
That's
reason
crazy. Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to think
he's
of
always
that.
like,
why all the autistic people liked him so much.
he's like Kanye with that like smile and then back to straight.
Yeah.
Kanye too.
I've seen Kanye laugh a bunch of times though.
Kanye's
Yeah, I
just
wonder because
crazy.
I've definitely only ever seen. He goes like this. He goes like, and he'll like do like a
Yeah.
quick smile thing. He does literally that face. He goes,
Yeah.
He does a quick side smile and that's it. Possibly, dude.
I
Or
don't
it's all
think
part,
Trump,
or it's probably just all part of the
Laugh.
plan. It's probably all part of the plan.
which I know, which does seem something like would be part of his plan. Like, you can't let them see you laugh. Laughing is gay.
There's also people who probably haven't laughed in a very long time. I mean, there's people out there.
I
that-
don't think there's too many billionaires that haven't. Although Trump,
surprised.
I don't get me wrong. If I was Trump, I probably wouldn't be having the time of my life right now.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be laughing too much.
I don't think you laugh your way to $1 billion that much though.
Yeah, but once you have it, you probably laugh.
I don't know, dude, because like you'd think once you had $500 million, you'd laugh.
People laugh. Everybody, literally every other president has been seen laughing.
I gotta verify
It's weird
this,
to
dude.
not see Trump laughing.
Van Buren, you get me a good shot of Van Buren cracking up.
They're
Van
definitely-
Martin had
yeah.
tons of laughs, dude. They
Damn,
based
you know
the
it's
show
funny.
There
on-
are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a solid
Trying to
theory.
think. I know I've
I'm
seen
like,
him laugh.
I'm wondering now. There's people I know, and people are like, I don't like music. I'm always like, what? You just don't listen to it? And they're like, I don't really like it.
Yeah.
There's got to be people who. I
the
actually I
artistic
know there's
thing is
people for a
definitely
fact
true.
who don't laugh,
So I'm shocked that people weren't
Trump,
always
we're
talking
just
about
like,
that because it
Trump.
was so obvious.
and like a couple other. It's not. It's definitely pretty rare.
I mean, look at the
to be
guy.
like-
He does the
I
hair
used to know- I
thing.
knew a
He's a
guy
Diet
who, like,
Coke
when something
person.
funny happened, he'd be like,
He doesn't know how to speak.
hilarious. Never laughed. He
Look
just
at how
would
he
state that it
walks.
was hilarious.
He
Yeah,
wears
that's
literally the
Trump
same
might laugh. He
suit
might just be
every
like a
single
verbal
day.
laugher. Might be like, hilarious. It's so funny.
wow, really funny.
Wow, that's really making me.
Funny.
It's making me feel some kind of way.
Yeah, but
inside.
even like go watch his roast. Go watch all that shit. Like if somebody makes
Yeah.
fun of him, he's like he like
What's
tries
funny
his
is
best to
that
laugh. But Mary, you
An
remember when he
autistic
was on
person was straight
WWF
up elected
and
president.
he would like
That's
there's a
really
gif of
funny.
him being like
yeah.
he like
It was
can't
obvious the
even
entire
fake.
time.
He can't even act at
That's
all.
one of those
like
things
him
where it's
trying
like,
to be like
it's like when
"All right,
Elon
what do I
Musk
do
came
to
out
be
as
a bad
autistic.
guy
It's
right
like,
now?"
wait, people didn't know that?
It's fucking crazy. It's crazy how
I thought he killed it on
despondent this guy
WWF.
is.
He was great, dude. When he
No.
took out Vince McMahon.
Oh, and he dove on him with
He
his
did.
thick ass in the air. Look, I'm not. I don't want you guys to think I'm coming down on the president too hard because I respect the office. Shout out Drew Brees, what's good, playa?
Oh, dude.
Shout out motherfucking Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, he went down hard.
Breezy, D Breezy, baby. He went down swinging.
No, I think your theory's valid, dude. I'm just
It's
like,
not my theory. I think a different podcast has covered this, but it was
never
recently brought
laughed.
to my attention that Trump has never been filmed laughing. Which, as soon as
He's definitely
I
filmed
can't even
laughing.
imagine him laughing.
Well, I'll be curious. I think someone's gonna hit you with some footage of that. Someone's gonna find the
But
UFO
it's not very
sighting
much. He
Trump
is right
laugh,
that it's
dude.
The
rare.
Trump laugh's tough to come by.
Yeah.
Even on, I remember him on
It's not
Stern,
never,
he wasn't
but
really
it's not a
like,
lot.
Yeah.
Even when he was funny, he wouldn't laugh. Like he would do something funny and not laugh.
Do you think he was always about to get his dick sucked? It's like anything he was doing, his dick sucked. He was getting his dick sucked right after, so he's just kind of always in a rush to get his dick sucked. Someone
Maybe,
says a
I-
funny
I-
joke, and he's like, I can see the humor in that. I'm getting my dick sucked in half an hour.
True. True. There are things better than laughing.
I'm about to link up with Jeffrey right now before everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Chill in the back.
Jeffy. Mr.
Yeah.
Epstein.
That's also true, man. No one's holding his feet to the fire for chilling with Epstein, bro. And they're like, oh, that's just who you chill
Well,
with.
that's because the right seems to be leading the charge on the Epstein stuff. Way
Yeah, but
more
it's
than
like
the left.
if you knew, again, he had to have fucking known. Anyone who's in like the billionaire class knows that guy was having an underage sex ring.
yeah.
Going. Like even if you went and you're like, oh, dude, this isn't cool. You'd think you'd be like, bro. And if they didn't, why not? You know what I
I
mean?
bet they didn't. I bet billionaires that fuck 17-year-olds is probably pretty prevalent to
Yeah.
the point where it's like, well, I think they're busting Jeff. Shit.
Yeah.
Like I bet it was not even like.
Yeah. If you
What's
have
the thing he has? It's like, oh yeah, he has that. What's the
16's
thing this
legal in half the
billionaire has? Oh, he has
country. 17's New York.
Enclosure of giraffes that we go shoot in the
18's
fucking
actually the
head when we're in
minority,
his
if I
house.
remember
True.
correctly.
Like all this weird shit. These,
Yeah.
you know.
You can't pay
Or
though.
So I
like-
bet the sex
This
rings
is
of
why Jeff
Yeah.
got in trouble.
I was gonna say hot 17-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, the
I think,
marketable
Yes.
17-year-olds, yeah. Sexually
Jared, the
marketable.
subway
No,
Jared?
I think it does range.
He had the
from,
same
like,
problem.
What was that age range? Epstein was
Don't
working
pay.
with? I think that was like 14.
Bad.
I think he got a little
Nothing
low.
good could
I mean,
possibly
some
happen.
How low can you go?
He was probably hitting some
You know, on
thirds.
the boat.
So, and obviously too, like if once you're in that, like, you know, once you start selling coke, someone's gonna ask for some heroin. So like if
There
you're,
are
you know, if you're the man
3.5
getting
billion women
13-year-olds,
in the
bro,
world.
hate to break it to you, you're also the guy
Find
getting
one that you don't have to pay.
6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, or you know the dude who
Damn.
does.
How do you break into that conversation? Like, say you and me have a nice, healthy 17-year-old ring.
Sure. Sure.
Healthy.
Just a red-blooded American 17-year-old sex ring.
We're supporting
And,
young
like,
sex workers.
It's like, do you break into that by being like, yeah, man, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. This isn't pedophilia, but like, God, isn't it weird when dudes like want to fuck like a 9-year-old?
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Rule of
You're
thumb.
like, yeah, it's kind
If
of weird.
age is a
I don't know,
conversation,
man. I thought about it. I don't know if
find
it's that
someone
weird.
else. If you have to think about it, it's bad.
Do you want to get some 9? Do you want to try
Or just be
it?
like, my cousin does that.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
He's
it.
wild. He's wild.
He's wild. I tell him, I'm like, you gotta fucking knock it off.
It's about-
Like,
for
I like
days.
blondes, big tits. He likes 9-year-olds. And, you know, he's crazy.
Big
Look,
jump between 17 and
I can
9.
get him over here. You should meet him. He's crazy. But
Yeah, he's gonna bring some over. I'll tell him that. You want me to bring him?
yeah,
I would
dude.
bring him.
He's, I'll bring him over here.
It's too
I
bad
think
that all
they're-
women
maybe
die
they're
at
like
25
12.
years old.
Good lord,
really
what do you do with
unfortunate.
the?
I mean, dude, it's
Yeah,
also
never mind.
going on globally. Like, they're definitely selling kids into sex slavery
Jokes.
all over the world. So you're
Probably-
like,
yeah, probably significantly more than anywhere. The U.S. is probably pretty good about it compared to.
well, dude, imagine so you're meeting the other leaders in parts of the world.
Yeah,
So
imagine
you're a
what's
billionaire
happening in,
the
like,
United States, yeah, we
Afghanistan.
can't fuck kids here. We
Or
don't
among
fuck
the
kids here.
Amish.
It's wrong.
Damn, think how crazy the other.
Someone needs
billionaires
to do a
must
big
think
expose
of
on
it.
the
Yeah, then you go
Amish.
to, like,
billionaire in
infiltrate
Thailand,
the
just like,
community. Nothing
you
good
say?
could be going on.
Like, yeah, we can't even fuck 9-year-olds.
Any community where it's like
Don't
insular,
judge me,
there's
dude.
shunning and like rules and stuff.
Well, they're like, I
That's
mean, dude,
ripe
it's
for
like,
abuse.
I was talking to a guy today who was
I've
tipping me to
never
some
talked
news
to an
that was
Amish
like
person.
of like
I'd be very
using
curious
sex
too.
slaves, and once they're done, physically chopping them up for parts, and it's like selling, I guess, like their organs and shit. I didn't read the full thing, but it's like there's parts of the world where it's just like, oh, they're just like, oh, we're for sure gonna fuck this thing, and then chop it up. Like, what's after we're done fucking, like a horse at the glue factory. It's like, all right, we'll chop it up.
Yeah,
sell
you
it.
think when like
So-
a sex slave like breaks its leg, like, ah, we gotta just put this thing down.
For sure. For sure, dude. That's who ends up selling t-shirts.
Oh my god.
That's who ends up. They're like, we gotta put this thing down. Next thing you know, the sex slave is just selling like little glowy things at the fucking 4th of July. They just put you out to sell fucking
True.
like.
That's what
T-shirts.
You know those glow sticks are made out of sex slaves. That's what the fluid is. That's why.
It's just they're like stem cells.
Yeah.
No, they probably like that's what probably happens. You probably have to go work at like a carnival once you're like a sex slave that breaks your leg. Carnies always have like one arm or something.
Oh, they got mauled by something.
Yeah, you're
Sticking it. Well, they stuck their hand in a fucking moving
True.
tilt-a-whirl. You got fucking dinged by the tilt-a-whirl one of those times. You're gonna
That
lose
must
it
be
with-
tight when you're a carny to show your scars. Be like, that's from the zipper. Tilt a whirl.
Scrambler. Oh wait, took one of these. I got a metal plate in my hip from the fucking crazy.
Well,
Lost
probably
my
that's
leg
why
in a
as a
Gravitron
carny, that's how you
accident.
get pussy. Be like, I can put us on the scrambler right now without a seatbelt. I got connections, and you ride it. You're like, oh,
That is fun though. That is cool for. So we had at Williams Grove, the Speedway.
Mhm.
There used to be a amusement park there. It's now listed as like a haunted amusement park. It's just an abandoned amusement park
Yeah.
across there. But we used to go when we were kids, like while it was still abandoned. Like the fucking roller coaster was like the scariest roller coaster possible because the thing was falling the fuck apart like the whole time. But the ghost house, the haunted house, like you were supposed to sit in a chair and it would take you around. But we would just get out
oh,
and run around in the ghost house which was very dangerous because there were carts moving around,
Yeah, man.
flying around.
Oh.
levers
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, dude, being a carny, being able to do that 24/7 would be sick. Also, we used to clog the water slide. You ever do that?
No, oh, you would sit.
So there was literally
Oh,
zero
that's
regulation on this water slide, obviously. Fucking Williams Grove. So we'd send, I was usually the wedge breaker. Has the biggest.
Yeah, you bust
So,
it free.
like 4 or 5 of my friends would go first, and then all stop at a certain spot. It's the funnest thing in the fucking world. Because you'd be going around these curves, and, and then you'd go around one curve, and you'd see like 10 people, and you'd be like, oh, just slamming them. And it was funny when you're waiting for somebody because the water comes first. Like
Oh,
you're
you see
chilling,
the
and
rush?
all of a sudden there's like a slight wave. And you're like, oh fuck, here it comes. And yeah.
How
those
many
are the
wedges
days.
did you break?
I mean, we used to do it every summer.
Oh,
Countless
fuck.
wedges.
Oh,
We do
my
it all
God.
day. It was the
Well,
fun.
imagine working, you're just like, Jesus, because they signal at each other when it's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And then they just probably just signal, they're like, fuck them, send them the
Yeah,
fuck
who
down.
cares? They're annoying up here.
Well, dude, I used to go down a thing, I think I talked about it before, called the Alpine Slide. When we would go to it, me and my parents would bring us to somewhere in the Poconos where we do this like once a year, where it was just a slide but made out of concrete.
Yeah.
And they gave you like a little what are those things called? Like a devil scooter? Not devil sticks. It was like, there used to be these things you could sit on. They were
Yeah,
like, it was
I
like
know what
just a
you're talking
seat.
about.
It was a seat
Yes.
with wheels. So they give you a seat with wheels, and you went down. They had like advanced, easy, and then you just sat on a seat with wheels and flew down like a concrete hill. Like everyone, you would fall off and like scrape your fucking.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the most ridiculous. I can't believe this. It can't still be there. There's no way.
Yeah, I think we've had this conversation before because then it brought me to that kid who got his head chopped off on that water slide. Pretty sick.
On a water slide?
Yeah, he was like it was one of those water slides that's just a straight drop.
Speed slide.
Yeah, like a fucking 200-foot,
200 foot.
like a giant thing. I don't know how
When you're
tall.
getting lift.
Yeah, but I think he got too much lift and his head got caught on the fencing
Oh.
and his
Oh.
head ripped off.
Oh.
And then I think his parents were at the bottom,
Yeah.
so it's just a pool of blood. Anyway,
Just his head.
yeah, and then they had to sue. Like it was like the case of the Johnsons versus the death slide. You know what I mean? It had
Yeah,
some,
like the vortex.
suicide slide.
Are you a pussy 4000?
Yeah. Versus the Meachams
Oh.
of Kansas City.
Also, too, it was just like, Your Honor, the guy defending the water slide being like, clearly they signed up saying this was the ultimate extreme experience, and getting your head cut off is pretty extreme, Your Honor. I would say I'd rest my case.
I think the judge that has to be like, yes,
I'll allow it.
it is the language. The language is accurate. This was extreme.
We did say, are you ready?
3, 2.
Oh man, that sucks. Dude,
Yeah.
I didn't tell you this. I've been battling my smoke detectors.
That's a tough battle.
I got woken up. I resolved, for now I resolved the issue. I gotta buy a new one.
You
but
probably had a haunted house. Those things pick up ghosts.
They must, dude. I woke up the one morning, 5 a.m., just full, this thing in my room is screaming. Just full, setting off all the other
Oh,
ones.
you got a kid.
Yeah, dude. So I'm
Woke
like,
a fucking kid up.
dude, exactly. It's a whole, dude, there's like my dogs too. Dude, it fucks my dogs up the most. My dogs came up freaking out. Jackson will have like diarrhea.
The
If
whole
this shit
family
happens,
fell apart.
dude,
A smoke alarm can take down your family unit.
I just reacted. Yeah, the family's bugging, dude. I just reacted, dude. I
I'm
just,
sure, literally, I'm positive the whole family is crushed by these smoke alarms.
exactly. So I'm like, Brittany, cover her ears, because I don't know how loud this shit is. So I run downstairs, and before I even know what I'm doing, I'm upstairs. I have the ladder. I hit myself in the knee with the ladder in the hallways. I'm like running in the dark. I open the ladder. I take the smoke detector down, and I was fucking naked, dude. I was
Yeah,
balls naked on this ladder, just disassembling the wire nuts. And then like I look down, Brittany has like a flashlight flashing on me.
Penis.
It's a full emergency tennis. Dude.
Oh.
So it's like my tennis in the midst of an emergency. And then like, I don't know if you ever put a flashlight to your pubes. They're just like horrible.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah.
pube shadows
Yeah,
on my
the shadow
thighs.
is huge. It's a giant shadow. So it accentuates your pubes, but somehow your penis remains
Dude.
accentuated.
Well, I also had
Unembellished.
put on my sneakers to like ground me, so I didn't have so I wasn't barefoot to metal.
You were wearing like sneakers,
I'm working hot,
so
bro.
you looked like a porn, like you were in a porn. You were wearing sneakers,
Yeah,
dong out,
exactly.
on a ladder.
Bush. I was like a
How's
19.
that bush?
It's pretty wicked right
Fuck,
now.
I forgot to trim my bush.
Yeah, my bush is fucking heavy right
Fuck.
now. Salt and pepper, by the way, too.
Yeah.
So I have a salt and pep bush.
Wait, you have gray pubes?
I got the George Clooney bush.
Damn.
Yeah, I got
Nice.
I got the George Clooney emergency tennis, and I have my sneakers on, and I'm on a ladder, just being like, cover her ears, and I'm sitting there, and obviously I work hot because you go to the panel. Usually they don't label the smoke detectors in a house because they don't want you turning off the smoke detectors. So I'm like, I didn't see which one it was, so I have no other choice, and I have my little tester. I'm working hot. I'm just I'm like beeping the thing, and I just have emergency tennis on a ladder at like 5 in the morning before I realized like it was like in that emergency state I was purely unaware of the fact that I had my tennis going. And, it's cool, man. You want to hog the fucking whole pirate map? You know.
I gotta fucking find it.
I'm over here. I'm over here trying to look good too with some of the. I want to look over some of this pirate map, dude. We get a little bit of that over here,
Fucking
dude.
salt lamps are fucking
They
heavy,
are
dude.
heavy
They
as
suck.
fuck.
Even the small one's heavy.
I was surprised at how heavy the small one was as well. Yeah, I'm gonna look cool and look good on camera with my pirate map, dude. You're giving me white bear
Pirate map
table.
sucks,
People
dude.
are gonna find out we have a Uline
I'm
table
down
under
here by
this.
Parrots Bay. You're up in Coral Sea. This was made in China by somebody who just figured out pirates.
Oh, this was Parrots Bay. Yeah, this was actually sent.
Mayan ruins are at the bottom of this island
Yeah, man. Remember them?
by Buccaneer Bay. Little Bay.
Yeah, man. This was sent directly from China in the midst of the coronavirus epidemic. I ordered it and I was like, can't wait for my pirate
Yeah.
map thing. And I got a package that had all like the.
Yeah. China sent over a bunch of smallpox blankets to the white man through the form of worthless trinkets. That's how we're gonna be remembered. The same way, like, you know, when we sold shit to the Indians, we're like, they traded Manhattan for like beads.
Yeah.
It's gonna be us. Be like, we got like a couple drones and flat screen TVs.
Tap
People in the
out
future
gear.
are like, why the fuck did they want that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm laughing too about how like the internet's going to become the most like
There you are.
complex technology. It's probably going to span through like different planets and shit.
Probably.
Yeah.
And it's just like we're going to be the cave paintings on there of just a guy being like fag. Instead of a buffalo
Yeah.
on the wall, it's just going to be like fag.
I wonder.
Oh, why do they
dude,
do that? It's like, oh, they just like to say fag all the time.
It's funny. I wonder if they found cave paintings that were like that.
Oh, they must have
They
been
just
so
never
funny.
reported them. It was just like, yeah, fucking.
It was just them. It was
They
just
just
them.
called
Like,
the other tribe gay for a while. No one knew who was doing it. They just kept carving fag into the rocks, and running away.
I mean, it had to been no better than a fucking like porta potty saw in terms of like the content.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
this-
the thing is, I think for the most part back then, the like nobody could do what those guys were doing really
Yeah,
when it came to like painting stuff and like carving shit into the rock. So it was like I think a select few.
who could do it?
I think, or we only found a few. Maybe there had to be that. Now that I'm
Constantly,
thinking
dude.
about it, there had to be basically every cave was the inside of like a bathroom stall at like a truck stop where
Yeah.
it's just like suck my dick, pussy, and then the next line's like you have no dick, fag. And then the next line's like wouldn't you like to know? Like, dude, oh man, the conversations, the pen written into a poorly painted bathroom
Oh,
stall,
it's the
like
best.
a convo, like a back and forth.
Yeah,
Rules.
it's like call this number for a good time. Why are you giving your mom's number away? Fuck you, retard.
Fuck you, that's not my mom. Something like a
Then
month
it's
later,
another
like,
guy. I fucked both your moms. It's like, yeah, it's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the same. That's dogs, you know, pissing on something and being like, "This is mine now."
Yeah,
Humans do that. Yeah, we just do that with bathroom stalls.
With
Like
words.
swastika.
true.
This
I mean,
is my bathroom stall now.
I'm still getting on that guy. I still can't get over the dude who was just like, "That's me." It's like, "There's me at Guasu Falls.
Oh, the guy
There's
who
me there.
hit me with the
Me and my boy behind a burning
Dude,
swastika."
burning swastika on the ground. Him saluting, him throwing a Nazi salute, smiling, and he was like, he just like showed it to me and like paused. It was like,
Like, yeah,
Look at that.
this.
Funny
Funny
do you
to
think
be,
of that?
it's
And I was
also
like-
funny to be friendly about that. Be like, a little bit about me.
That's
Love the
fascista.
Eagles. So
Yeah.
I do this, and also I tell you I'm a Nazi. Huh?
yeah, dude, there was like
Want
pretty,
to be friends?
there was pretty active fascism in Spain.
Integralist.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear
Not
people say
Nazi.
it now here
Integralist.
because I've literally never met a single
in Spain.
outward Nazi. I'm sure I've met a couple that were
Inner Nazis.
maybe hiding it.
In their
but I've
hearts.
never met one that was like, "Yo, check this out."
You think
Burning
you think it's like
swastika.
almost
National
like trans, where there's
socialism
guys who are like,
I can't wait
is
to
in
be
your
a
heart.
Nazi.
they just well, they just like they get home and they like slowly put on the fucking all like the stuff and like dress like Hitler
the
and like if
mirror.
only the
You have
world
to accept
would
Adolf
accept
Hitler
me.
into
Yeah.
your hearts.
Possibly.
It will save you from.
We used to make fun of my friend and say
Well,
he had a
nothing. He
Confederate flag in
didn't-
his room. Similar thing.
Didn't
Yeah.
succeed.
He'd be like, when you
so.
get home, you love that Confederate flag.
What did he say?
He's like, I don't have a fucking Confederate flag.
He took
Pretty
it down.
great.
Also,
If you're gonna
too, I
have
mean,
edgy
I'm sure
politics, pick someone
it's
that
like
succeeded.
Someone had seen him hang it up, so his dad was probably like, "Hey,
Like
you know, kid, little
Pinochet.
stars and bars." He's like, "Dad, why'd you buy me a Confederate flag? You fucking asshole."
We're making progress though. Society. I got Phil to admit that some Confederate statues should. I was like, just put them in a
Put 'em in a
battlefield
museum. Put
where
'em
they
in a museum.
belong.
That's what should
Yeah.
happen.
He's like, they're tearing down statues. Who decides that? I'm like, well, you know, if you're a black person that lives in like New Orleans and there's a Confederate general on every block,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
you know, just move it to a museum or a state park.
Might chap your ass.
He's like, they died. Those men, you're gonna tell me they didn't die for a... And I was like, finish that.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, it wasn't the best cause. But it was still,
Imagine loving
all right,
Silly
so you don't
Bruce
keep,
Shane, they
so
stood for
much.
something.
you don't keep fucking. You think in Germany they still have like,
I
oh,
should
here's
join the army
Himmler.
for it.
Here's his statue. I mean, sure, he did some bad
Yeah,
things.
we're down at Himmler Square.
He was up to some not bad things, but I'll tell you what, he died honorably.
True. And at the end of the day, he planned his
Fought
feet.
hard. He was a good general.
He had a vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a.
It's like just put him. Look, I'm not.
But what about like a big statue rescue? You have him almost like a tiger
Yeah,
park, where you
just
you
have a
have them,
park
people
of,
come
like-
check them out. Like, yo, you want to go see like the Nazi statues? And I'm like, oh, check them out.
Yeah.
I got them.
Now that it is a slippery slope where it comes down to just like, hey, fucking Jefferson had slaves, take down all his shit, all that stuff. But it's not a bad start to be like maybe Confederate
Yeah.
generals.
Well, yeah, I can't.
Put him on the battlefield. That's it.
Well, what if they broke one of their thumbs while they toppled them? I guess you have to. What if you had to go repair the? What's a good what's a bad general?
A bad
Who's
one.
a nasty one? Who's one whose statue, if you saw, dude, you would fucking British
I'd be
bulldog
like,
that
yeah,
thing
that's
right
a
to the
rough
ground.
one. What's his name? It was
Jokes.
He was the fucking Confederate cavalry.
Stonewall Jackson, maybe? What's
I
his
think he
name?
started the Klan, kind of.
Was he a stat? He have a statue?
Stuart? Is it
Lemaire?
Stuart?
Jamie, could you look that up? Obviously, I know
Stuart.
you don't fucking know. I didn't ask a fucking Dragon Ball Z character.
I'm probably wrong. That's not
So
Jackson.
there was a guy who was
Stuart, I
like
think.
basically
He was a Confederate. I think he was also considered very talented.
in what?
Cavalry.
I thought he said like KKK.
Horseman.
I thought he was a good KKK.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
at
pretty
KKK.
good though.
He was actually really good at beating the shit out. At first, also,
So
I mean,
Hall
don't
of
get me
Fame
wrong, they always
Klansman.
really had it out for the black people, but they
Mhm.
really fucking hated Catholics too at the time. Just
Really?
saying, we had it bad too. You don't hear us ball babying.
How would they catch you? They would see a dude in like an underarm tucked in, like an Under Armour t-shirt tucked in, and they're like, "Oh, it's a fucking
A
Catholic." Go get him."
Catholic, they'd get Catholics, yeah, something like that, like drinking,
Yeah, well, that's how.
talking about Notre Dame. If somebody brought up Notre Dame football, they'd be like, string them up.
like, why are you cheering for Notre Dame? You're
Yeah.
you don't even live
Did you
near
go there? It's like, my family's Catholic. Get him.
Dude, did you ever get into the cornbread mafia?
No.
So in Kentucky, there was these guys who were
right.
Catholics.
Forrest, Benjamin Buford Forrest.
Oh, General Forrest. I think I heard about
Because-
this statue
Because
coming down.
Forrest Gump in the
J.B.
movie
Stewart, I
was
think is what
named
I'm thinking
after
of.
him.
General Forrest.
Yeah.
So we should ban Forrest Gump.
So technically,
Topple
Forrest,
Gump.
yeah. I could be wrong on this.
Yeah.
I gotta continue looking this up.
Well, no,
Anyway.
there's definitely a ton
Cavalry
of Southerners who
commander.
are like,
Okay.
It was
So I just
definitely
had the
an
wrong
act of
one.
like, defiance and strength. Like, I'm going to name you after one of the best generals in their Civil War.
Sure.
Stewart.
So Forrest started the
Lemaire, that's what you were named after, right? Lemaire Robert E. Lee.
So we're a host too.
Lemaire E. Lee. What's your middle name?
Alan.
Ah, I thought it was gonna start with an E.
Were you named after
I was
Allen
gonna be so
Iverson? Were you
excited.
named after Allen Iverson? That's a joke.
That's a joke. We're just goofing now. Were you named after Alan? Why'd you walk that back? Were you worried?
I was just kidding.
Were you worried about the current climate?
No, I was just laughing. I was
Alright,
kidding.
alright.
It was actually it was a meta joke. It was a kid about a kid. So.
I didn't even-
Joshing
I'm
about Joshing.
Josh about Josh, and that's what it's all about. That's being a meta alt comic.
I know.
Josh about Josh. I show my
Or am I? Wow. There's the fucking
Yeah. Meanwhile, when we do it, they don't get it.
what? Me Josh?
We josh about like joshing.
Yeah, true.
Somehow that's lost on everyone. Where we're like, I don't like gay people. They're like, he's serious now. It's like, no, we're making fun of it. Anyway,
That's funny.
No, I showed my niece. My niece is at the house. So the house is my family's house is.
You're
chaos.
you're sitcommed up.
It's fucking chaos, dude.
full sitcom.
It is absolutely like the best sitcom ever. We've got every race covered. We are a sitcom family, except it's just fucking, dude. I've never, like, when everyone's in the same room, it's just a fight. The whole
Really?
fucking time. There's never peace.
What's the battle? You guys are a melting pot, dude. Of
People
course.
spaz constantly.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
also, to be fair, but there's a lot of, like, my sister, just had cancer surgery, and she's like recovering from that, and it's just, and she's not allowed to smoke.
Mhm.
So there's that.
That
she's
sucks.
like,
That's a
she's
double
like
whammy.
she's backdoor dealing, trying to get some jewel pods from people, trying to smuggle some jewel pods for her because
Some
I
beaver.
felt
Pretend to
bad.
get some beaver pelts.
She does. Jewel pods have become beaver pelts. Phil found it's
You found
a
the
whole-
pod?
Yeah, it was a disaster.
Did you claim vape? You could have claimed the vape.
I said I'm out. I was
You should have fell on that vape and died on it.
I was
dude.
secretly supplying her with some jewels.
You were the connect.
I was the plug.
Did you up a little bit, or how much you make? Did you tax her?
I was buying them for free for her.
What?
She was still giving me, but I was now granted nothing's for free. I was holding it over her head.
Obviously.
Like if she gave me lip at all, I'd be like, "You want me to tell everybody?" And she'd be like, "Shut up, shut up." Like, it was one of those.
Oh.
Like I'd be like, "Will you give me a drink?" This is my sister who's recovering from cancer. I'd be sitting on a chair. I'd be like, "I could use more water." She'd make her get. No, I never made her do that.
Sure,
but
sure.
Liar.
You power played it. Also, that's like you were saying, man. That's just the family dynamics, but it's like how quick these little power plays can happen. In terms of like, that's a good model
yeah,
of like you get a little something over somebody and like it's just a human element.
yeah, I'm never gonna not hold that over. So like if she was
Sure.
like talking shit or like, "Hey, all right, perfect example. She's watching HGTV.
Sure. What show?
I was watching something, dude. They got me into it slightly. I was watching a show called Mountain Mamas,
Ooh.
and there's a blonde chick on there that does it for me. Now a lot of people are gonna look at that, and I'll probably get called gay or something.
Why?
I don't know. 'Cause you get
What's
called
wrong with
gay.
Mountain Mama?
The Reddit's fucking
Yeah, true.
Mountain Mama. There's a blonde Mountain Mama. I'm into.
It's so funny that he worries
I'm gonna
about
find
that.
her.
That's Reddit should be like.
She could be a lesbian. I could be wrong.
Doesn't matter. She might like you. It'd be funny.
True.
Reddit is like that. It's a gauntlet. You just run into a million tents if a guy like grabs your
Yeah,
finger.
and you
and
have to
suck-
just be like, "I'll fuck anybody's girlfriend to here."
Yeah.
You just have to be while you're getting hit. Be like, "You guys are all actually gay. I'm not."
Some dude
Sure.
sucks
That's
a
not
finger in my
wrong.
bag. You're like, what the hell's going on?
That guy, I looked his username. He liked me last week. What happened? It's like, "You said something I disagree with politically."
Yeah, fuck you.
Little vultures. But
Yeah, man.
yeah. So let's say she's watching TV or something, and I come in. I'm like, "We're gonna watch this."
Yeah.
That's something I can hold on.
Oh, you'll teach.
I'm not gonna like physically tax her or anything, but
It's
just
a big
like
come up for a little brother, dude. For
Yeah,
little brother to
TV
command
control.
the TV.
I got that. Wait, I'm
How
telling
long
you.
did it take you? That must have been years,
Fifth
dude.
grade was when it all changed. Saw the Goldberg spear on TV. Immediately
He
brought that into
remembers.
my fucking, immediately brought that into my game around the
That's
house.
funny.
Speared them, dude. Oh, this speared the fart knockers. That's what I've been calling. I've been calling my sisters the fart knockers the last couple of days, and
Yeah.
it's no one else thinks it's funny at all. But I say that they're having a home run race
Yeah.
to see who can knock as many farts out of the park. This is slamming
means
Sarah Sosa.
nothing.
I call my sister Fart McGuire.
Have they been crushing farts?
No, they haven't farted at all.
What?
I just keep calling them the fart knocking sisters.
Oh, that's why they're not laughing because they get caught.
Wow.
You told me that initially, and I thought I just for some reason,
No.
damn, Shane Scissors been farting like
No,
crazy.
nobody's even knocking farts out of the park. But I'm
You
just saying
you know what they're up to.
they're having a home run race of fart knock. This is like the summer of Sosa and McGuire. Slamming Sarah Sosa and Fart McGuire.
Oh my god.
So that's going on. And
So how'd you capture the TV? Because obviously your dad, in terms of chieftain, like has full
Phil
say.
still has that. Phil still has his chair. Like I'll literally be sitting in his chair. He'll come in and be like, "Get up."
Well,
have
sports. As someone who doesn't really watch sports really ever.
Yeah.
It's like a pressure cooker. When someone comes down, they're like, "Yo, you don't have the game on." I'm like, "I'm supposed to have the game.
All
What's
right,
going on?
I'll take
What's
that.
happening?" It's like,
You gotta
should I-
have the game on.
should I put it on? So like a sports watcher can easily, and they'll go to, if you're at a family party, they'll be like, "Why isn't the game on? What the hell is this?" And
I'm
they'll
with that.
start building a little resistance where you're like, "Can you guys put on the Phillies so all my retarded
Yeah.
uncles don't have autistic spazzes right now?"
Yeah. I'll give you that.
My-
Especially, I can't even imagine what you were watching. Fucking Ancient Aliens on Thanksgiving. It's like the Vikings are on. I'm watching Ancient Aliens.
It'd be like South Park, and they're like, "What's this? A cartoon?" Philly's playing the Nationals, and I'm like, "Give a
Yeah,
fuck,"
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, "My dad's like, put the Phil, come on,
Put the Phils
put it
on.
on."
Come on. But yeah, the sports Phil has control of that. But the thing that really sucks is Phil, bets on sports.
Yeah.
So let's say Notre Dame's
I
playing.
love family
I'm
dynamics. They're always
100%. I need
weird.
to watch everything on that.
Mhm.
Need to watch the commercials.
Sure.
Can't even change. 'Cause I don't want. We're gonna miss plays because
Sure.
Phil, while he's watching Notre Dame, let's say he has money on, fucking some Pac-12 bullshit.
Yeah.
I gotta watch UCLA, Fresno State.
Dude, that'll give you a
So
heart attack,
Phil
man.
controlling the remote during football Saturdays is tough. And then
Yeah.
what really sucks is betting people, especially, only watch NFL Red Zone.
Yeah.
Like you're not even watching like Red Zone. Everybody's on Red Zone's dick
Yeah.
because mostly it's people playing fantasy football and shit. but you can't. You gotta get a full grasp of the game.
You gotta see the whole game.
I gotta watch the birds, dude. I gotta
Sure.
see the birds start to finish. I gotta know what's going on.
You gotta see down 1,
Can't
2,
just
3.
see-
You gotta see
yeah,
first through
I don't
fourth
need to
down.
see touchdowns.
True. You're not a highlight
all
man.
touchdown. I'm not a highlight guy. I want to see some 3-yard games.
True.
See who's doing what on the O line. You know what I'm saying? Man?
Heard that. I heard that. No, I
You're
heard
a
that.
Big fucking yeah.
Also, you can't get a grip of the
Can't
game.
get a grip of the game.
You can't get a grip of the game if you're watching just the highlights. I mean, you can't appreciate the highlights if you're not seeing
Yeah.
3 yard, 2 yard,
There's no
negative 4 yard gains.
negative 4-yard gains. That's crazy. Now we're talking sports.
I mean, dude, you want to talk about?
I'm so excited for sports to come back. That's another thing, dude.
Yeah,
Boy, the NBA couldn't come back faster for this.
yeah.
Dude. The CIA might be involved with the NBA to get them started again.
You think they're gonna?
Quell these fucking protests.
You think so? Nobody goes. Nobody even goes.
Lemaire, you didn't like that. That's why you literally physically react to me saying that. He's like, no, it's true though. Not that.
You think they would hear like the referee whistle and the squeak of the sneaker and everything? They would just drop all the
here's
signs.
The thing. Here's the thing. Most of Antifa, I've noticed this.
Yeah.
A lot of white liberal pussies
Yeah.
all got into the NBA the last like 5 years.
Of course.
Yeah, it's weird.
Has anybody else noticed this?
You pointed it out to me. Yes.
I don't understand what it is, but somehow all the dorks have agreed that the NBA is the sport in the last couple years. Maybe I'm missing something.
No, dude, you're right. You pointed it out to me, and I was like,
I love the NBA. I've always liked it, but it's weird to see people who have literally never liked sports. The only thing they talk about now is the NBA.
true.
Anyway,
I mean,
something
we'll
I've
see.
noticed.
We'll see what We'll see.
so
what
I think that would take down Antifa and
So you need King James.
BLM.
You need King James to speak. Like, come back.
King James has spoken, and he's a pretty strong activist. But
Yeah.
he's I'd rather watch him dunk
You're saying you want the stuff to
Then,
go back to normal, dude.
than like police violence videos.
Yeah, you're saying you want the stuff to go back to normal.
Yeah, of course.
That's all you're saying.
Beg for normal.
You
I
miss-
beg for law and order.
You miss the harmony, and you're like, what will bring everyone together? Basketball.
It's like in the Philippines if Pacquiao fights, crime drops
True.
like 40% that day. Just because he's
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe.
That's not like a real theory. I'm just what? What do you mean maybe?
I'm just watching.
That's true.
I'm watching
Watch
you
me try to figure out how to.
backpedal out.
Well, I'm just not sure what's wrong
I'm
with
saying
this.
if you put on a basketball, maybe they stop knocking off and stop their bullshit.
Look, we need sports again.
I was just watching you try to make. No, here's how I really.
That's how I mean it.
What I'm
We
trying to
need-
say is, at the end of the day, you got to
we need
distract these
sports.
motherfuckers.
To distract the masses.
There you go.
That's it.
You just gotta go. You gotta stay at Caesar level the top time, dude. You're like, we need to sort of sway these masses with a
No,
distraction.
the protests all love the NBA. Everybody involved, Antifa and BLM, love the NBA.
True.
You break out some tough NBA games, we're gonna eliminate at least the people that are half-hearted in this.
Yes.
The people that are in it
Yes,
for
yeah.
Instagram are staying home to watch the game.
There's gonna be a lot of people even at least checking at the protest. Like, what are you looking at? You're like, Pacers.
So many spiders.
Suns Trailblazers.
So many spiders.
This is a fair point. It's a fair point. I mean, also too, it is the perfect. If you want, if it's like the best setting for a turnout.
See what I mean though, Lemaire? About the live stream?
Oh, yeah.
Before he was like, "You want to live stream this?" I was like, "I don't know. I think we're probably liable for some pretty bad takes, considering the current climate. I think I got a couple bad takes in the system. That was one of them.
We need to be
You gotta
live.
keep it rolling, bro.
You have to, bro. And that's the problem. This is what chaps my fucking ass. I was thinking about this today while I was driving my car. No big deal. I basically reincarnated. My car got totaled and devastated.
Is
Now
it still there?
I'm back. No, it's. I sold it to the junk guy for $150.
How long was it there?
Oh, dude, that car was there for like 3 months, maybe 2-3
It
months.
had to be more.
So
Really?
man,
Oh
maybe
yeah, no, never mind.
about 3 or
Never
4
mind.
months.
Yeah.
So when I got when the person smashed my car, I hopped in it, and there's tow guys who are like, "Yo, I'll tow your car. Oh, I'll tow your car. I'll tow your car." I was like, "I don't feel like that's how cheap I am, dude." I was like, "It's like
Yeah.
$175 plus storage for the days," and I was like, "I think I can drive this thing." It was total, dude. Airbags were deployed.
Yeah, Matt just
Smoking.
left a destroyed car on our street.
Dude, so I did Terminator Salvation all the way straight up 33rd
Yeah, that was
Street.
nice of you though.
It was going. This car could have fucking blown up, but in my head I was like, I'm not giving Lou Blum $150 fucking bucks, dude. I'll fucking die before I do that. I beached up in 24-hour parking. Someone bought it, but now that was the 08 Civic. Now I'm in the 2010. Me and Brittany had the same exact car. Yeah, hers was 2 years younger than mine. Now it's like that car got totaled. We got a new car. Now I'm just back in the same old fucking car. But anyway, sorry. So that's not the point of what this story was. So
I know what you're getting at.
we were
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Groundhog's Day. But we're driving. No, I'm driving. And dude, I got so hung up on my fucking thing. I totally. So this is the whole thing now. So you're talking. We're here. We're talking bullshitting. And the whole idea is now there's a ecosystem of people online trying to find little moments of like things that are said that are like, oh, this could be construed, or like here, like as if like that's like everyone's doing their thing and then they say something and it's like, here's my essence and life force and like this is my genetic code.
Like, I've really thought about this more than just
press release
1 second before I said it.
I'm thinking as I'm talking.
Yeah.
But and then it's like, then you get people who now do a thing where it's like, oh, what are you worried about? Free speech? And it's like, where do you think feminism came from, you fucking dickhead? Like, it wouldn't have feminism wouldn't have been a thing unless people could be like, I got a crazy idea, but check me out, dude.
So you're turning me against free speech.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, no, it rules. It's awesome. But
no, it gave way to just people being like, women they should be on the battlefield too.
This girl has a mohawk.
Someone just slapped her for it.
No, that's
first person be like, women should fight. Like, you're out.
Well, this is the thing. You get people laughing, being like,
no, I like broads in the military.
I mean, they haven't got fire.
They should be drafted just like men.
Stats are rough.
You continue to take the pirate map. The pirate maps. You're a
Actually, they
natural
should be the
wonder.
only ones drafted.
This fucking
for
weight isn't touching the pirate. You're
a
just
couple thousand
shifting the pirate
years
map.
just to make things
No one's
equitable.
Since this has been placed, it hasn't
Actually,
moved.
as long as I'm closer to the X, I'm fine. I'm the X on the map.
It's
so
unbelievable that you're worried about the pirate map's location.
But yeah, dude, it is. I thought about that today to be like, really, bro, about free speech. You're trying to throw me off my game, dude?
No, dude.
Worried about free speech.
Were you a free speech guy? Yeah.
Are you a big free speech guy?
Well, that's the thing, though. Free speech has been pirated
By who?
by a lot of like whites, like right wing.
Yeah, but it's also the reason we're not like seeing a chick driving to Acme in a Zuzu rodeo and fucking beating the shit out of her. The fact that a lady over there could be like, "Hey guys, just hear me out," and they'd be like, "All right, I can see that." Rather than like, "You're fucking just you're not allowed to do that."
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to get hit for words.
You got to be able to take the good with the bad, dude. Be like,
Of course.
for sure.
Of course.
But if you go to any other country, there has to be the equivalent of something like a neo-Nazi there. Of a dude who's like, no, guys, here's the deal. We're actually the
No, I
best.
told you about Spain.
Yeah, exactly. Or even just like, even if or
Them
if you,
dudes that are still
Come on.
fascists.
even if you didn't have Nazis or dudes who even knew what Nazis were, there's gonna be a dude who's like, I figured
I
it
just didn't
out.
know where my
We're the
backpack
best.
is.
Yeah,
And
we're
we
actually
have
the
to
best
just.
ones.
It's like
Right
it's
back.
the fact that they're like free speech is contributing to this raised idea of racism. It's like, I don't know, dude. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I agree entirely.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it does. Nor do I think you want that guy just being like,
It's the same, dude.
Tick, tick, tick,
Here's
tick,
what
tick.
it is. It's the exact same thing that I'm speaking for myself here.
Mhm.
Get held up on because I hate the people that support certain things so much that I'll be like, no, I don't agree with that.
yeah,
Just because I don't want them to win.
sure,
It's the same way for the left being like, well, free speech sometimes isn't good. It's like, no, you just don't want them to be right.
sure,
Because free speech is obviously very important.
true.
It's the same thing.
No, it is.
People just sit there and are like, well, it leads to Nazis, though. It's like, yeah, it does. It also leads to like aviation.
Well, so does also
It leads to good ideas.
also
So
non-free speach leads to
Good
Nazis
ideas like
too.
aviation
You can totally non-free
and
speech your way into being a
washing
Nazi. You can also
machines.
non-free speech your way into not being able to not be a Nazi. If that's even I might have just Nazi'd myself. Excuse me.
Are you a Nazi?
Not being able.
Yeah,
not
the
being
Nazis
able to
weren't
not be
into
a
free
Nazi,
speech
like,
at all.
If I cannot,
Actually, quite the
cannot,
opposite.
I don't know. The world will never
Either
know.
way.
Just a little
So
pictogram
if you
for you
think
guys.
Yeah, I
free
used the wrong
speech is a
thing, too.
Nazi
I said,
thing,
free speech led to aviation. So
What did?
strange.
nothing. I just said something stupid.
I think it did, dude. Some guy was
Yeah,
like,
Right,
I know.
brothers?
Yeah,
Why
some
not?
dude
You got
could
the
believe.
point.
Some guy believed.
Some guy was like, we should fly. And someone's like, what the fuck?
Some guy believed. Some guy was like, at first,
But Mary, you're fired. Stop
No.
dropping shit.
some guy probably said exactly what Kel said. They would be like, at first I was afraid, and they're like, I think I could fly these cans in the sky.
You ever see that
First
video
I
of that-
was afraid of breaking down. Like, what are you saying, Orwell? What are you saying? He's like, if I can do it. Sorry. All right.
Man, I remember as a kid just fucking loving that song so much.
Still do.
Still, I mean, it was right when Space Jam came out.
I
I fucking
believe
love
I can
this.
fly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
think
But yeah,
everyone
definitely the first guy
about
to
my
suggest
age
flying. You see that video of the dude? People tried to make flight suits.
knows
like,
that
forever.
from Space
There's
Jam.
there's a video, and if you're home right now, watch it because it's very funny. There's a guy who just jumps off the Eiffel Tower in front of everybody, like a flight suit. He literally just kills himself, and then the camera cuts to people like carrying him out. Obviously, there's no order. It's just like a mob of people like holding a dead body.
Oh, off the Eiffel?
Yeah, he jumped off like
How high is the Eiffel?
middle of the Eiffel Tower. So I mean, high enough. I mean, he fucking
For sure.
He just died. He had like a fucking blanket attached to his neck.
I mean,
he jumped off.
Might be an obvious question, but why didn't he try it off of like a maybe like a 6 foot off like a high rock?
He wasn't catching enough wind. He probably
You
had
need
faith.
to catch him velocity. Yeah, true.
He probably had faith in it. He probably tried it off the 6 feet thing. Honestly, he probably had a mind very similar to yours. Like, I'm just not catching wind from this 6 foot. I'm gonna risk it, dude.
He also might have tried it without himself in it. It was like suit flies. Tell me I can't.
You would think he would have gone for that first. Put a dummy in the suit.
Oh, he
Didn't
did
have
put
any
a dummy in
dummies
the
laying
suit,
around back
and
then.
then the dummy jumped off the Eiffel
Maybe
Tower.
a stick, a heavy stick or something.
Yeah,
You'd have your friend lift you, then lift the stick, and be like, "Yeah, stick's about as heavy as you."
yeah, and then throw that off.
In the suit, but then you're like, "Yeah, but I'm more like part water." They're probably like, "Yeah, but I'm 80% water."
Yeah,
so.
see, this guy exactly had your mind. Like, well, we can't use a dummy. I'm mostly water. It's like, all right.
Well, if rain kind of floats down, so
And then you invited everybody to wait. You're like, hey, everyone, watch this fucking sick shit I'm about to do. This guy just fucking dies.
What if it was like his
Yeah.
30th birthday? He's like, for my 30th birthday, I'm gonna pop out, get this
I'm
in
gonna
my
invent-
flying suit.
Like,
Also, imagine if he pulled it off, dude.
I know.
Coming down, landing from the Eiffel Tower, and just getting all the pussy. You'd be like, yo, that dude flies. He has a flying suit.
Yeah, I mean, that is the risk. And that's what I've always said. If you're going to kill yourself, do something fucking cool that if you somehow survive, you have a good life lined up for you.
True.
Like, I was always, in my mind, barrel over Niagara Falls. You know?
You're
Go
gonna
over-
barrel and
I'm going
see
to
if
get in
you
a
live it?
barrel and go over Niagara Falls.
See if you survive that.
And if I survive, that's a legend.
True. Like,
If
yeah,
you
you went from
die,
suicide case to fucking legend. dude.
Absolute legend.
Oh, even if you do die, yeah, exactly.
And then you
It's
just fucking die. Still dying cool instead of being a coward because anybody that.
like- yeah, I do want. Yeah, maybe. I do want to talk to. I
I'm
want to
just
start
like
going.
figure out tightrope walking and be like, I've never even done it once. I'm gonna walk between these two buildings.
That would be good suicide outreach to be like, we're just trying to get people to do cool stuff when they actually eventually do kill themselves.
Yeah. Instead of killing yourself, just do something really fucking risky.
Power of the act. Yeah.
Ramp off the Grand Canyon, having never ridden a motorcycle in your life.
Yeah. If your suicide doesn't involve a ramp, that is kind of shitty.
Yeah, that's like I'm not one of those people that thinks suicide's like a selfish act. I'm not one of those dickheads.
Yeah.
But not doing something cool when you do,
Yeah. Exactly.
that is actually slightly selfish. If you're willing to die for nothing,
True.
do something fucking cool to die.
Yeah. Or stop an unenduring sense of pain.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The note would be sick. Be like, I'm so sorry, guys. This isn't your fault. I just need to know how much air I can get.
Yeah.
I think I can get like probably 16 feet of air, and I have to find out. It's not your guys' fault. I love you, and I'm proud of you all.
How would you? Yeah.
How would I kill myself?
Ramps are fucking.
I've already said if I kill myself before.
What was it?
Me, motorcycle, and I'd just have 2 buckets of paint, red and blue. No, excuse me, blue and white, and run into the White House, dude. No, again, no political statement. Just be like, how'd he die? Be like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
More like a rock song. It's just like, that's cool imagery.
Yeah, it sucks these days. You can't even pull that off.
Do you think they
Barricaded up right now. It'd be tough to get a bike in there.
Well, if I might as well build the ramp at this point. It's already a suicide mission. If
They're
I
gonna see
fucking
you build a ramp.
aired,
If you went down, did you see the Black Lives Matter mural in front of the White House?
no.
It's fucking sick. It's like the whole street. If you rode your motorcycle the whole way, actually
Yeah.
with paint, that might be a bad look because you'd probably spill a little on the mural.
I'd be careful. I'd have the lids on. Well, no, I'd have the lids because the impact would set the lids off.
Okay.
I wouldn't just be open, but I wouldn't have live juice, bro. I wouldn't have open buckets of paint.
That might be cool though, live juice, because it would
count the
spray-
trail?
The trail would be
That'd
sick.
pretty sick too.
It'd be like Rocket League.
I'd call them up. Like, whoever's in charge of such murals, I'd be like, look, man, tomorrow I'm gonna fly by this thing on a Yamaha. Also, can you build me a quarter pipe near the White House? Can you do me a solid here? If I build this thing, they obviously know my fucking deal.
Yeah.
Just build me the cages, dude.
If you could ramp into the White House.
How much do you think the
Dude,
Trumps
what
have
if?
dirt bikers to the White
What
House?
if the
What?
1 in a trillion chance you hit Donnie? Just he happens to be out walking. You do die. That's literally the
dies-
greatest assassination.
If he dies via dirt bike,
dirt
dude,
bike accident,
and you lived,
you did survive. They'd have to let you go. That would
True.
be a case where people would be like, all right, that one's
It's an accident. That's like
We
Cheney's.
have to
That's
forgive
Cheney's hunting accident.
That
It's like,
is
dude,
Cheney's.
I caught fucking air, ended up into the fucking White House.
Don got under me.
Don got under my tires.
Don got under me.
Could
Don
happen
got
to
under the
anybody.
tires. It's a street bike, dirt bike, so obviously you can do both. I
That's fucking sick. Semper Tyrannis, dude.
Damn, man.
That's always
Yeah, I
with
wonder.
tyrants.
Well, you'd have to first get through Weapons Most Ominous. So you'd have to dirt bike your way through Weapons Most Ominous.
Weapons Most Ominous.
Dogs.
Ironically, does sound like a cool fucking rap album.
Weapons Most Ominous.
It sounds like a track Wu-Tang would release.
That actually kind of does.
It sounds like a RZA line.
Sounds
What
like
kind of
a
weapons do you think they had? For,
Nietzsche
like,
title.
ready to
Ominous
go?
weapons.
The Spigs.
It's guns.
Zarathustra.
Almost 100%
Weapons
guns.
most
Glock
ominous.
9mm.
Beyond good and evil.
Yeah, it was probably
Fits.
like they you know what though, they probably told him that like in case shit pops off, the White House lawn's probably decked out with like
Turrets?
transformer level shit where it's like they probably built shit where like if it goes down they can press the button. Let me just touch the
We
X.
need to get rid of the fight.
Yes,
That fucking
Treasure's here in case I don't know if you can see the treasure. It's hidden behind the salt lamp. Treasure's right there. I don't want to hide it from your vantage.
you would be obsessed with treasure, dude. The treasure's right here and right here. You need
It's
to
in your
learn.
hearts.
True.
The treasures are friends.
You're right. Actually. That's why I bought the map. I knew I had something to learn from it.
This treasure map stinks.
It's fucking great, dude.
No, we need something better. For
I
this.
just don't want everyone to see the marble table, dude. Come on, fucking. The marble
Table,
I
oh,
want people
yeah,
to see the
true.
marble U-line table, dude.
Table's nice. We got a good studio going.
Yeah.
When is this flag gonna stop getting wrinkled? Do you think?
How do you iron it? I didn't know how you ironed a flag. Is there? You know a local like a flag smith?
Just Flagsmith.
I mean, can I take this to the dry cleaner and be like? Like how? Be like, look, you motherfucker! I can't have this thing like this. Cause they know how to. Does a dry cleaner know how to fold a flag properly? Clearly, somebody didn't fold this properly, which chaps my fucking
Someone
ass.
just crumbled it up in a ball.
Oh, that's why you iron flags.
Fold
It'll
'em.
know you didn't fold it, so know that you didn't fold it properly. Kind of showing your ass.
This is embarrassing.
The
Whose
ringed
is
flag.
this?
Well, look, I'm not gonna say.
Whose flag is this?
I'm not gonna. I would never.
Someone in
do.
your family, someone from your murderous bloodline,
I'm not
your
gonna say.
scoundrel murderous bloodline, and now, you know,
I'm not gonna say, dude. I
fucking
can't-
treasonous bloodline.
Look, man, I'm
Your
not gonna
bloodline
say.
is disgusting.
I'm not gonna say. I know who did it.
This
I
is
know-
Bill.
No, it's not. It's not Bill.
It's not Bill.
I'm not gonna play 21
Sorry, Bill.
questions
I
with you.
apologize, Bill.
Not gonna play 21 questions,
Take that back. I shouldn't be on the air.
dude. Yeah, man. Somebody crumpled the flag. Also, they should have taught us how. I'm not saying who did it. They also
You
should.
said no when I said Bill. You said
I said I'm not playing this game.
so. It's not your.
I
bloodline.
crumpled the flag.
You crumpled the flag.
I am
crumpled
the
the
flag
flag.
I
crumpler.
neglected the flag. All
I
right.
remember being a kid and thinking that was like. I remember thinking that was like a serious thing.
Never once did I.
I genuinely thought like people. I never did, but people in the morning would go like fold the flag and shit out front of school.
You would see it. You would spy it. And be
I'd
like,
see them. Well, the students do.
True.
That was a student job, and I remember thinking it was like a law, like the flag can't touch the ground.
Like killing praying mantises.
Yeah, killing praying mantis. The laws I followed were definitely killing praying mantis.
Fold the flag.
Don't let the flag touch.
Did you ever
the
see
ground.
a weak fold and fucking get nervous or be like, this guy's about to get
Oh,
scooped?
the cops are gonna come. I'm just folding this thing wrong. Fucking cops will be here any second.
Well, have you ever seen a bad fold where you kind of got worried?
All right, hear me out.
First of all, you fucking treat this thing like you treat my
this
pirate
the
map
treasure
like
map
shit.
is garbage. Look, hear me out on this. There should be a Twilight Zone episode where white people are the victims of a systemic culture of racism,
Sure.
where black cops show up to white neighborhoods and enforce crimes, petty crimes that white people commit,
Yeah.
like kill a praying mantis.
I mean, dude, it's
Huh?
call it 20. Call
No
it
one laughed.
2055. This is what's gonna be in 2055. We're gonna defund
True.
the police. You're gonna get your house. Some black dude's gonna come and be like, excuse me, you can't do this. And we're like, why don't you leave us alone? Why don't you keep us alone? Why don't you leave us alone?
Yeah.
There's just like 90 white people left in 60 years. And we're like, why don't you guys leave us alone? All we're trying to do is do our culture. Like, what are you guys
Please
up
leave
to? And
us.
be like, Nazis and stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's just how to make it.
We came from kings in Germany.
We was
German
Fuhrers.
kings.
Yeah, we're going
We
to be
was
minorities. They're
Kaisers.
gonna they're gonna be like, come on, guys, a minute for white culture. We're gonna be like showing like Kenny Chesed. Like, yeah, we used to do cool stuff sometimes.
Yeah, we had cool stuff, but you know, yeah, there's just gonna be a Gestapo of lesbians breaking into your house.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Social workers, dude. You're gonna have
Social workers are.
You're gonna have block captains.
Describe what social workers are to me. and they are truly the last people I believe we need mediating anything.
True. You give
Especially if we're going to be sending social workers into inner cities, you know who we're sending in. The social workers are all going to be white teenage.
They won't go. That's the thing.
20-year-olds.
No, they won't go. They'll
Rich
be
white
like,
girls.
they'll go there and be like,
Ugh.
I'm actually just gonna work for my dad.
Dude, how many of the police do you think are going to get raped? How many like hot college social workers are going to go try to bust up a fucking?
I mean, that is the
I'm gonna
valid.
start committing crimes just so social workers come over to my house.
Yeah, like what, you're a bad boy. Be like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, so.
What's up?
Yeah, what? What am I?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, the funny thing is, whenever I'd ask a lot of the, let's say, super left, far-leaning social work colleagues, like, where are you guys doing your field placement? They're like, I'm at Bryn Mawr School. I'm there working with the P. It's like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, they wouldn't come, but you'd have like front level, not tooting my own horn. You'd have the fucking beast like me pulling up into a drug ring and be like, all right, boys. What we got going? Actually, no, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be going there for like guys would be like shitting themselves alone in their house instead of a cop being like, "Come on, you motherfucker, get up." You'd have some guy just being like, "I respect you. I just want to know you're so fucking powerful."
Have you tried programming?
Can we go over your strengths
You
right
should
now?
get high. You should get high as fuck tonight. Some guy who shits his pants.
Oh fuck. Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry, I didn't mean to demean your.
No,
practice.
it's a. I mean, you know where social work started from? Was some rich white people being like, "Let's go down there to Flea Bottom and teach fucking Skid Row." And we're like, these guys are all fucked up. Let's go down there and measure their heads.
Flea Bottom. Fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it started out with white people being like, "Look, hear me out on this, but I think you can measure people's heads to see if they're smart or not." And then we'll go down. You can also tell if they're criminals too by like the way their eyes are. And you go down there, and if they are criminals by looking at their eyes, let's just teach them not how to be pieces of shit. And that's all social work started.
It's funny that was like that used to be like Minority Report back then. They're like, we finally have the technology to, pre-crime. We can prevent crime. How big is his fucking forehead?
Like, this guy looks retarded.
I
think there's a link.
And unfortunately, there's no doubt in my mind that there was a strong link between dudes who had like deformed heads and vicious crimes back in the old
because
days.
they used to like come by and like, "Please, sir, can you help me? Get out of here, you fucking freak!" And you would kick them. Ew, dude, you look fucked up.
Yeah, they put him in bell towers and shit.
Your mom probably did something bad. That's why you look like that. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you were a freak, you had to hide.
Yeah.
People would be throw rocks. Little kids would see you and instinctively be like, "Fuck, man,
Yeah,
throw a rock
freak.
at you." And their parents make throw rocks at the freak again. Have another. Here's one more spoon of soup.
You fucking hit that freak? You hit him good? That's my boy.
Remember, I used to throw rocks at freaks back in my day. Guy finally jumped off of a mountain, but
Anyway, he raped a bunch of girls and then killed himself. But no, it's the freak's problem.
one time I pegged him right in the nuts. Your brother's like, "You didn't hit him in the fucking nuts. You hit him in the leg." Fuck, you had a big freak. You had a big freak dick. I saw his nuts. I saw the freak down in the lake taking a bath. He had the biggest fucking nuts.
Did not.
I saw his nuts. They
He
were.
didn't hit his nuts. He's been telling this story for years. He didn't hit the freak's nuts.
I did. It was a fucking arrowhead. I found it. Fucking hit him.
Skipped it right across the water. Jumped out. Hit the freak right in the dick. He was on a date. He was on a date. The freak was on a date.
I mean, dude, can you trust the fact that, I mean, people did write history. I can't trust the fact that some guy, there's got to be people who got to be like, all right, and write down for the official record what happened. It was 4 dudes who like, "Oh yeah, do you see that time I like jumped over all those dudes and killed those people?" They're like, "Oh yeah, dude, that was right before like I got pussy and like won that other battle." Like, "Oh yeah, dude, I forgot. Yeah, you did that. That was sick." There's no way you kept people from not lying.
No.
Because didn't John Smith lie? Wasn't John Smith like a fucking total liar?
I do think I've been hearing that a little. Been hearing rumblings of that.
Well, I thought it was acceptable. You could like come home and spin a yarn, and they'd be like,
Oh yeah, John Smith was like a known like he would he was
exaggerating.
He was literally in a
Tall
new world
tale
writing
artist.
history.
"True.
Literally, no one was there to be
Today I
like.
got here, got pussy, and the chief tried to break it up, but she thought I was hot."
But I ended up fucking a 12-year-old. I think Pocahontas was like 9. I could be wrong.
I think she peeped his game for like 3 years though. Finally, he was like, "No." It was like DMX and
Yeah,
Belly.
he
He was
smashed.
like, "Yo, chill. You're only 12. I'll let you suck my dick."
Yeah, and it was something else. I think it was like John Rolfe or something married her,
Yeah.
Sir Walter Raleigh. I forget. There's all these fucking guys. They're literally all the same.
Yeah.
And they
The whole team hit.
yeah,
The whole
everybody
squad hit.
Everybody
Hontus.
ran a
The
squad.
whole squad hit
Yeah,
Hontus, dude.
squad ran deep on
But nobody talks about Belly. How like, dude, Belly's all. He wrote DMX is like yo, you're only 16. I'll let you give me head though. That was like back then. That was like for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Document that.
Yeah, and that was, I think I'll go on the record in 2020 saying that 16-year-old actress, I'm sure she wasn't 16 because I thought she was very attractive. She must be older.
They might have, dude.
I think they casted an older lady because, dude, you know she was.
I mean,
hot.
it was
the girl
great.
with like it was in her room, in her like pink room on the phone. It's like, yeah, I sucked his dick too.
Dude.
I was a kid, like,
Girlfriend for Friday.
yeah,
She's
the whole
yelling
thing
at
was
Craig.
hot.
Oh boy, don't get me started.
Oh, girlfriend from.
Don't get me started. To this day, whenever I'm at the bank and like if a lady at the bank has fake nails on the keyboard, I'm like, keep it together, Matt. I'll hear that. No, I hear that clack, 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 and I'm like, oh God, Jesus Christ.
Really, you like the fake nails?
Oh boy. Did you ever get your back scratched by him or your head just like this?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh God.
It's a new experience.
Whew, it's a good one. The I completely lost train of thought thinking about getting scratched.
Think
by
about those long nails.
clacking that keyboard.
Yeah.
They see my bank account. If I would go to TD at the time when I had like $75 in my bank, they'd be like, I'm like, oh my God, this lady's so hot. Pull up $75. Like, can I have $10? There you go.
Yeah, thank his dad.
Yeah,
You just have to go to dad. Be like, can you like $10 to get like snacks?
Yeah. I'm also laughing too at thinking like in when they filmed Belly, they're like, all right, X, you're gonna freestyle, you're talking to your girlfriend, go. And he's like, I'm gonna let you suck my dick because you're 16. They're like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
What, you're not leaving that in? They're like, fuck it, keep it. Let
Yeah,
you
that
suck
was-
my dick though, but you
man.
can't tell anyone.
That's
It's
sexy.
It was
DMX
like
banging his lady in that.
in the shower.
Who'd you like better, his lady or T-Boz?
T-Boz. In that scene, DMX's lady.
DMX is bad.
But-
And DMX looked good.
DMX is back?
DMX is back, dude.
Boomer, dude.
He looked fucking.
And he's a short king too, so that's like he's showing you
Yeah.
how you short king it. You get a sick back tat, and if your girlfriend catches you cheating on her,
You just fuck her really hard.
you act quick.
Come out of the shower hot.
Yeah. Also, you think X was like, is this okay if I eat your pussy? Excuse me, is it okay if I eat your pussy right now while you're mad? Yeah, that's what he did. He was like, all right, I'm a pedophile, but that doesn't stop me from fucking you right now. She's 16.
I wonder if Epstein pulled that off or tried to.
On,
Like, just people caught him being a
he
pedophile.
just fucked them.
And he was like, what'd you say?
They're like,
Tried to
oh,
fuck
fuck.
him real quick.
Yeah, he just turned on a black light and starts fucking them. Like, damn, this looks sick, dude. Sorry, I'm wrong.
Yeah, young Jeffrey.
Yeah, that was a nice, it was a good scene where DMX has sex with his girlfriend. They make up
Yeah.
about his transgressions.
His
With a minor.
transgressions. Yeah, a 16-year-old was sucking his dick. He taught her how to give head.
True. And then she was like, I heard you had sex with a young kid. And he was like, check out these alien posters.
I'm
in
about
this
to
black-"
fuck you. I'm gonna break out of this with some sex.
Yeah.
Where are we at time-wise? I think we're scratching the bottom. We're back to
Below
belly
the
talk.
True. That's when we know. It's all,
We
we're like-
usually have exhausted
Another
all-
thing about Belly, the movie
One
Belly.
more thing about belly.
Do you know Method Man? No, yeah, Lemaire, where are we at?
Lemaire,
It's about like an hour 45.
oh wow, this is perfect.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's pretty good. First time in the dude.
first studio. Yeah, it does get a little awkward. It's uncomfortable at first. But the
think-
studio's gonna be good. We're gonna get rid of this dog shit pirate map here shortly. You can take it back.
I get some use for this.
Yeah, what use?
Have myself on Zoom.
What use?
You think I wasn't dying to have this thing behind me in Zoom? I was
That's
like, you know
true.
what? I'll share my pirate flag. Shane deserves cool things every now and again.
We should get a pirate flag.
True.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are some cool flags. They got some really cool ones. Not just that. I'm talking like actual old pirate
No,
flags.
they fucking
You ever
rule.
look at those?
But dude, once we showed Stars and Bars, we replaced this with a pirate flag. It's a statement.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see how the
Well,
government handles
we
things.
can actually have a pirate flag. We can fold this perfectly and put it in a case. That's
gotta
a happy,
fold it.
That's a happy ending. I'll fold this thing in 2 seconds, dude.
You could never.
I can assemble a rifle while I fold this thing. No problem. I could figure out how to pop a gun out of a bullet while I load this thing.
A gun out of a bullet.
I will be in Helium, St. Louis, the 18th. Oh, actually, I think it's the 19th, 20th, and 21st now. Got to figure that out. I think I got bumped by a female comic.
Really? Bumped you back?
Yeah.
They got in there first?
I think they're doing Thursday, and I'm going to do Sunday now.
I figured they let you
Friday, Saturday,
take
Sunday.
the first wave of like.
Well, I was supposed to take the first wave, but then that got pushed back.
Sure.
So the guy who was the next week, they're not going to move him back too. They just switched me.
Right.
So yeah, I think the 19th, 20th, 21st. Just look at the website. Helium Comedy St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
And this is our studio. We're gonna record here. We're probably maybe the gamer chair bit. We'll see how that goes.
We can give people who are on
We
the
can make the guests sit in the gamer chair. Our whole thing was to make our guests sit in regular chairs, and we sat in gamer chairs.
Yeah, I know.
And now we might be the idiots.
Well, I told you the story about when I had to pick up this gamer chair from UPS.
No.
Oh my god, dude! I fucking went to UPS, so it got mailed. It didn't get here, so I had to go to UPS to pick, or FedEx, wherever it was, to pick it up. And it was still pre-coronavirus. So UPS has weird hours where it shuts down for like an hour and then opens back up. Then it's like at 2:30 or 3, it opens back up. So I'm in a line with like 4 or 5 other people. And while we're waiting to get in there, like, dude, fucking 30 people get in line. So we finally all get in there. And then like, so I'm sitting there and I'm like arguing, like, no, it's here. And I'm like kind of like, I need this. I urgently needed our chair. So I'm like, no, blah, blah, blah. And then
Urgent need
all
for
of
a
a sudden,
gamer
like, is this
chair.
it? And it just has like respawn gamer chair. And it has like this, it has like these fire graphics on it, dude. And I'm like, yeah, fuck. It's in the box, and like the picture on the box, I'm like, everyone's kind of looking at me. I'm like, fuck. and then some kid goes to his mom, like, mom, he's got a gamer chair. Mom, everybody has them. Can I get a gamer chair? And the mom looked at me like, you fucking dork.
Loser.
And I was like, and it was heavy, so I was like straining. I was like, fuck. I like wimped out on my gamer chair. It was like, kind of looking at the kid like, yeah, dude, fuck you.
Yeah, gamer chairs are tight. I'm not gonna let anybody criticize our studio into me not thinking gamer chairs are tight. That is 100% gonna fall back here shortly, and it's gonna be great.
That's how I'm gonna die. I'm getting impaled by a bullhead and suffocated by the very flag.
All right.
That's how you get tough, dude. That'd be my.
All right, let's end this episode.
Can you take this? Oh.
Digital Network.
A natural born killers, legion of skanks. Welcome to the
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Stop being
Shut
shut
up.
up, bitch. Bitch ass.
Bitch, you don't know shit, bitch.
I got it. Recording is being fucking in progress.
Yeah.
Jay, frame yourself better. What is this?
I believe in progress.
Is this the bonfire? You guys don't care about framing because you're radio?
No, we're in a studio now.
I know, but you're saying you're not framed properly. Like you say, it's just like you're look.
Am I not?
None of us are really framed properly. Like I look bigger than Dave. Me and Dave at least are kind of close. Your head's all down, and there's all that head space above your head. Just move your camera down a little. Jesus.
What's your studio at the bonfire like? Does it have 36 feet ceilings? And you guys record on your knees?
They recorded a fucking Roman cathedral.
Yes to all of this.
What's going on? We're recording. You know, we're on the show, right?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Legion of Skanks. I'm dealing with a shitty blunt wrap, Lewis.
Dude, Jay, here's
Christine.
I know you got all cocky and you started rolling blunts, and now you think you can roll blunts whilst being the funniest podcaster.
Oh yeah.
Funniest guy on the podcast. It ain't happening.
Oh yeah. No, watch this.
I challenge you to be the funniest guy on this podcast whilst rolling your blunt.
Can you do it whilst, Jay? Can you do it whilst?
Can you do it whilst?
I don't know. Let me go get a blunt wrap and you tell me. Hey, everyone, it's Legion of Skanks podcast. That's Dave and that's Lewis.
You're already
He's
fucking
gonna
up
leave?
in your
Oh, he lost.
whilsting.
He look. Hold on. You know what? He's
He's still the funniest guy. Still, we've added nothing so far.
Damn it.
Shit. Lewis, be funny. Be funny.
So much pressure.
All right. Let's just tap out. It's Jay. He did it.
Can we just talk about?
But wait, Lewis, he didn't roll the blunt.
That's true. He didn't
So he
roll the
fails.
blunt.
There we go.
He left the show. It's fine. I gotta be honest with you. We don't really like each other anymore anyway.
Who? You and Jay? Oh, come on.
Any of us. This is like, what's a band?
No, obviously not me, but I thought you guys were still.
What's a band that didn't like
Hey,
each other?
Bobby
toward
Hutch.
the end?
Bobby Hutch, do me a favor. Can you tell me while I was gone, was I still yet the funniest person on the show?
We admitted that.
100%. Jay.
We already conceded. Everybody's on board. You were the best. It was actually a pretty strong minute for you.
Yeah.
it was really that minute? You were fucking murdering.
I haven't liked you that much in a
you
very
didn't
long
roll-
time.
But
Less
we
is
also
more.
decided that you didn't roll the blunt, so you still lose the whilst.
What's a band that like was together like way after they should have been together because they really hated each other?
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood
Was
Mac.
that the story?
Oh yeah, they hate. They literally. I saw them like maybe 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, we were all
and
there.
fucking Buckingham got kicked off the tour like halfway through because they're still funny. They're like
No, it
75.
wasn't halfway through. It wasn't halfway through. He said he just wasn't going on that tour. He wouldn't.
Oh
do that.
no. He was suing them over not being on the tour. Maybe it wasn't halfway through, but he was supposed to be on the tour,
Yeah,
and then they
like,
fucking
was
kicked him off.
together.
Like literally,
They
they're
and, like,
75.
hit people
They're probably
and
making
leave. It's like-
insane money off this tour, and they can't just put it to get it together to go play a fucking
They
song.
can't
I don't think
get
Guns
it
N'
together.
Guns N' Roses doesn't like each other. Everybody in Skid Row hates Sebastian Bach. It happens a ton.
Yeah.
Well, that's us. The point
Peter
is that I'm making the best.
Peter Cetera won't talk to Chicago. I know it's big for our fans.
Yeah.
I know they
Jay-
worry about the interior goings on of Chicago.
Jay, you're driving me out of my room. You're driving me out of my mind watching you roll this blunt and not pay attention to the podcast.
I'm doing so good. Guys, I
You're
just gave
not.
a whole bunch of fucking examples
No,
about what you were talking
Peter
about.
Cetera, you gave one.
Jay,
What are you talking about?
you're looking down, blabbling about Chicago.
A band that
No
hate
one
each
can
other
follow
towards
you.
the end. No, you guys are crazy. You're saying nonsense.
Nobody gets the Chicago reference, okay? Bring it
It was a
back.
good one. It was a good one.
No, I did. I got that reference. That's pretty
Marilyn
good.
Manson.
I mean, he
everybody
pretty
hated each other at
famously.
the end. A ton of bands. It's what Guns N' Roses. I
Yeah,
think still
probably
don't like
most
each other.
bands. Most bands don't like each other. toward the
Stone
end.
Temple Pilots hated each other at the end. Yeah, they
Smashing
really-
Pumpkins.
Yeah, he hates all those guys.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
He's a cunt though. Billy
I'm just
Corgan
naming
sucks
bands.
dick.
Why do you say Billy Corgan sucks dick?
I mean, I love the Smashing Pumpkins music, and I like a lot of his solo stuff. But he's just every time I've seen
You're like,
him
I
live.
love the Smashing Pumpkins, and I like his solo stuff, and I like his personal art collection,
Here's what I hate.
his thoughts, his writings, his musings.
Now, every time I've seen him live, he sucks, and he has done everything from apologizing for sucking, flat out, or being like, "Yeah, you guys suck, so whatever." And he just speeds up all their songs. He's a cunt.
Does he talk the same way that he sings?
Yes.
It's like, I'm Billy Corgan. Meh.
No, at Rock on the Range, he said to the crowd, he was like, "I remember my first beer." Like, shut the fuck up, Billy Corgan.
I don't know what he has like fucking, his head is so round. Drives me out of my mind. He looks like a grown-up Charlie Brown, doesn't he?
He really does look like a live-action Charlie Brown.
Live
Especially
action
especially as he gets older now.
Pull up Billy Corgan and Charlie Brown. Has anybody ever made that connection before?
I bet can you put Charlie Brown in a full turtleneck dress? One of the things that he used to wear all the time, Billy Corgan.
The world is a vampire.
Gung, 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 gung.
Set to good grief.
Lucy's pulling the football out from.
Somebody's
underneath.
made
Oh yeah. No, someone's made
Damn.
that connection.
Damn, doggy, everything's been done.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's pretty great.
Oh,
Has anyone done the reverse, where it's Charlie Brown wearing Billy Corgan clothes?
yeah.
Maybe that's our catch.
That is our catch, dude.
That's gonna be our catch.
Do you remember Billy Corgan had
No. Hear me out. We got a whole new angle on this.
He had like a goth phase for like a minute where he was wearing like, because there was a picture with him and Marilyn Manson there, but he was wearing like, the only way I can describe it is a leather, it's really probably a long leather coat, but the way it's stitched, it looks like a
dress.
long leather dress. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I just said earlier. I said you guys find Charlie Brown in a long turtleneck leather dress, but it was
Like, I'm kind of in a puss goth stage right now.
no, it was like
You know
he
what
looked
it is? It's
he
like
was
if-
dressed like Hellraiser. He was dressed like Pinhead.
No, it's like if Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks wore all leather.
That wasn't
It's
good.
that
That's a good
outfit.
analogy. I like
No, I'll
that.
tell you, it's very like it looks like Pinhead in Hellraiser.
Oh yeah.
Like that. He dressed like that.
Aren't they redoing Hellraiser with the chick now?
They are girl Pinhead.
Girl Pinhead? Oh my god.
I know.
Just don't respect her at all.
It won't be scary at all.
Fuck
You'll
Girl
perform me
Pinhead.
or die. Like, bitch, beat it. Get out of the way before I put my hands on you. I don't like to put my hands on chicks, even from other hoary realms.
I got no respect for chick Hellraiser. Fuck
God
you, bitch.
damn.
You're not taking my soul. Suck my
Look at
fucking
me
dick.
killing it, and
It's just not it. Like, why can't we just admit that's not as good of an idea?
Is that
Is that
her?
Melissa McCarthy? Why are they making her fat?
She's all chunky. Why wouldn't we make her hot, chick Hellraiser? At the very least? I'm fat shaming chick Hellraiser.
Why is she trying to show a bunch of cleavage while she's trying to scare you? I don't.
Oh my
get
god!
it.
If you look closely, you can see gravy pouring out of those pinholes.
It's called a vampire facial. Keeps me young looking.
Dude, but what if she's got like fat sassy girl energy? She's like, what? I'm just a hot bitch.
What's
off.
wrong? You intimidated by a strong woman?
Fuck off, fat girl Pinhead.
Fuck you, fat girl Pinhead.
She's just gonna guilt trip people into being scared of her. Go,
Is
oh,
that-
you won't be scared because I'm a woman, huh? And you're like, no, we're all scared.
No,
All
we're
right.
terrified. All right. Everyone's equal.
Oh.
Hey, I don't know if she's a pinhead, but I'll tell you what, 7 days out of the month, she's a dickhead.
Hell yeah. Is that really her, or is that like a different artist rendition? Is that from the
Yeah, I
movie?
think that was just a.
That's a rendition.
Yeah.
Is
like
there
some
like
cosplay.
No, everything's just speculation now. There's no like shots of her.
Yeah, there's
Oh, there's nothing yet. Oh, yeah, they're gonna make her hot. There's no way they're gonna make her fat. Cause yeah, was Pinhead fat?
No.
I don't. By the way, I don't think I've ever watched Hellraiser.
Hellraiser 1, I don't even understand. Hellraiser 2, everybody says is the best, but it's just because of those creatures. I never really actually understood any of them, except as they got further along. When I was a little, like in my teen years, you could smack off.
Your hottest years.
My hot years. I could smack off to a Hellraiser movie if it was on late night because there'd be a lot of tits and shit.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I ever saw it. Like Hellraiser was the one that was like Freddy, obviously Jason, Michael Myers, and then there was fucking Hellraiser. Pinhead's just
And
sort of out there.
Pumpkinhead too. Pumpkinhead also I didn't give a shit about.
I remember watching those
Pumpkinhead,
movies.
I think, might be the first time I ever saw tits in a movie.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Dave, those were pumpkins.
Yeah, well,
Pumpkin.
they got the job done.
Those were pumpkin tits.
Hey, whatever it is, I came.
No, isn't there a scene? Isn't it in Pumpkinhead? There's a scene where they're like in bed together and he pulls the covers off her and she's naked. I'm pretty sure I saw it when I was like 6 years old. It was the first time I ever saw tits in a movie.
Ooh, when's the first time you saw tits in a movie? That's a good question.
I think the ones I can remember were because I was so excited by them were 2 movies: Flashdance and Trading Places.
Okay, I definitely.
Trading Places, like, where were the tits?
I was older. Yeah, it was Jamie Lee
Couple.
Curtis.
There's a couple. Well, Jamie Lee Curtis and
she shows her tits in that movie?
Big fat ones, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, she looks unreal in that movie. When she's like the Swedish girl at the end, her body was unreal. But no, also the girl. I loved when he's having the party at his new house, Eddie Murphy. Remember, he walks in the bedroom and the girl's like, "I've been waiting for you, Billy Ray."
Oh,
She
yeah,
has
yeah,
big,
yeah.
huge titties.
Yes, that's what I remember now.
The first tits I might have seen was in Clockwork Orange. Just
my
the
Lord.
multiple rapes as a child.
Yeah. Good
Definitely
God.
saw that.
That was your first, you think, maybe?
Probably. 'Cause I just remember that was so. It was so.
Explains a lot.
That does
It was
explain a lot. That's jarring.
I watched it with my mother. My mother showed me that movie when I was like 8 years old or 7 years old.
It's time for you to learn about life, Lewis.
Love?
everything's-
Did somebody say love?
Yeah, not everything's wine and roses. Look at this, for instance.
Yeah, but
Did she ironically tape your eyelids open to watch it when you were young?
No, but I think the earliest that I could remember for sure being like young and being like really in, but also kind of weirded out was Just One of the Guys.
Yeah, that was a big early one too.
Because the reality was like she was really hot as a chick. Then she became this dude.
She was really hot as a
She
chick.
was hot as a chick. They blew her up in the beginning when she was a chick before she cut her hair.
They made a big mistake in that movie, and that was making the supposedly not hottest chick in the movie Sherilyn Fenn, who was just insanely hot and really usurped this chick shit.
What do you mean? Who was Sherilyn Fenn in the movie? I don't remember who played.
She was the one. She was the one that was like into him. Her.
Yeah, she was supposed to be the hottest one in the movie, Sherilyn Fenn. Yeah,
No.
the girl that he was into, the guy character was into.
No. Sherilyn
Man,
Fenn
if you were
Sherilyn
trying to
Fenn's whole
be
thing was-
if you were trying to be transgender, 80s was really the time to do it. Those clothes really just like lend themselves to you're like, I don't know what that is.
I guess she wasn't that hot. You're right, but I just remember she had big fat tits. Her tits ruled.
She had nice titties. She had like great titties.
Great fucking tits, dude. And she just fucking, she
Just a real textbook standard.
And also, it's so funny because the way the movie works, if you guys don't know the movie, she goes to another school. She gets this like a fucking shitty. There it is. Hell yeah, dude. Her tits ruled.
Yeah, they were great.
So she gets is it a shitty grade or they won't let her like she's a reporter for the school newspaper or whatever, and they won't let her do some story, or she gets a shitty grade or something. She's like, if I was a guy, I bet it would be different. And then she goes to another school and joins the newspaper as a dude. That's I think the whole premise of the movie, right? So then she starts falling for this dude in the movie who she becomes buddies with. Like he thinks she's a dude.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, to show him that she's been actually a woman the whole time, she just shows him her tits, which is hilarious because she could have just been like, "Hey, just so you know,
I'm a girl.
I'm a girl." She didn't have to show her awesome tits there.
She's like, here, put your cock in my pussy. You'll see it's real. Meanwhile, Sherilyn Fenn's dicking around with her baby brother, and she's the hottest chick in school.
Oh yes. Oh,
Sherilyn Fenn's from Twin Peaks.
Yes, I know Sherilyn. Yes,
gorgeous.
and now I remember who she is. Yeah, the horny little brother,
Yeah,
Bud.
yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another weird one.
And I used to, just how
Was
much I
when
used to
Mary-
jerk off. Well, before you go there, but how much I used to jerk off was that the scenes where he just had nudie pictures on his walls, I was able to beat my dick to. Just like the background of nude pictures of his room.
That's not a good picture of her.
No, it's not. But she's so hot.
She's smoking hot. She was the hottest chick on Twin Peaks for sure. And then another one that threw me when I was young was when Mary Poppins / Sound of Music showed her titties in a movie. Almost in a very similar way to just one of the guys, like pulling open a tuxedo. I don't know if it was SOB or Victor Victoria, one of those two movies. My grandfather had those movies on tape, and then I saw them. And I was like, oh shit, Mary Poppins tits. That was pretty wild.
I never knew that. I never knew that Mary Poppins tits were out, and that's fucking rules.
This is news
Julie
to me.
Andrews. Julie Andrews showed her titties in, I think, just one thing. But
the hills were alive.
Mm-hmm. Her hills are alive. She's got a nice pair also.
Spoonful of sugar made something go down.
Hell yeah. Spoonful of sugar made something come up.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Mary Poppins with your big fat tits. Look at you out there being a fucking
I don't think that one's real.
No, that's not
That's
real.
fake. Bobby, how dare you? That's Mary Poppins.
There we go. Mary Poppins. She's like an old broad though.
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing when they got too excited about. Remember Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction? That was like a big nudity deal, but I didn't care. Madonna's nudity I never cared about. I've never liked her naked body that much.
I've never liked anything about Madonna ever. She fucking makes me furious. I think she was.
Now, Young Like a Virgin, I thought she was so hot. I really
I like some of her songs. I thought some of the
I like a
pop
lot of her
songs were great. But yeah, I never really. I don't know.
The one, all right, the video, the hottest Madonna's ever been is the video
With
where
the statue.
I believe the premise is she accused the black guy of raping her, black Jesus of raping her. Yeah, that one.
No, that wasn't the hottest, dude. Borderline. Just straight up borderline.
No, dude. Pull up.
Borderline's a better song.
Borderline's
She's
a much
hot,
better
dude. She's
song.
like a what is it? A redhead in that one?
No, it's like brown. But
There's all these like religious tones and this.
It was a
fucking
cool video.
This
It was a
slave is.
real
she
cool
looks
video.
good. She looks good in it for sure. But
What is the premise of that video? I don't know. What's happening.
I don't remember the Borderline video, but I like the song.
Look, it's a
It's
burning
just,
cross.
it's just a basic
yeah.
video. It's just her when she was young and just her hot. She's hot here. Very
Yeah.
hot here.
What is the premise of this video here?
Black Jesus gonna save her from hillbilly rape
Black Jesus, suck my clit.
and save me from hillbilly rape.
So what happened? Candyman tried to rape Madonna.
Hillbilly
and-
rape. I'll
and
take
then
you
these-
there.
these
It's
hillbillies
like a
jumped in.
dream to me. Black
Oh.
Jesus. Black Jesus. I'll take you there.
Look how horny Madonna is for this Black Jesus doll.
She's so hot for it. She was like, I'm
Yeah,
being
dude.
chased outside, but I'm getting wet for this statue.
Is this like a prequel to Mannequin with a black slave mannequin?
Ironically, both played by Kim Cattrall. She did blackface. Yeah, she's hot in this, but still
She's
not.
so hot. And this was what it was like. It's kind of like because I was raised Catholic too. So this like whatever this was when I was a kid, I was like, "Fuck yeah, Madonna, you're a fucking pig, and I love you."
Yeah, she's a big slut for sure.
Oh, look at her. Look at those tits, dude. She's dancing in front of burning crosses. What is even going on right now? We get in trouble for our shit, and she can do this.
But all of her, no, she got in trouble for this.
Did she,
She
get in trouble?
did.
This
I mean, like, trouble is the wrong way to put it.
cool.
Like, it was controversy. Yeah, but it wasn't like there was no such thing as canceling them.
They removed this.
Their version of
They
canceling.
removed
back in
this
the day.
video from MTV at the time. I remember that.
Bobby, how about you turn your fucking microphone down? You
Ah.
fucking uppity asshole.
Why are you yelling at us?
He's all worked up over Madonna.
They,
Sorry.
they,
Is this a little
they,
better?
they removed it from MTV because of the burning crosses.
No, it's
And
from
the
too many
sexual
black people.
undertones.
Yeah, too many. Well, we have a lot of
It
black
was before
people.
Yo MTV Raps.
This does
Guys, this is going over a quota.
this video does seem like it's just everything that would piss off a religious right winger.
Yeah, that's all it
Like it's
was.
It also
just
sucks dick.
black people and sexuality in church in front of crosses. Like
It's just kind of
This is
uninteresting.
fucking. This is
It's very on
Yeah.
the
before the
nose.
grind. This is
Yeah.
what they did.
I'm over borderline.
You
guy.
gotta do
Sorry.
it. Do like
Oh hell yeah, dude! And she made out with this black guy. This is when it
more
was a still
culty
a
stuff
sin.
I
that
don't-
means
I don't
something.
remember the-
1992, you can make out with a black guy.
I don't remember the borderline video at all.
It's very
don't know.
basic. She was just at her
She hot?
hottest, I think.
Let's see. Let's just go through Madonna videos and see which one she's hottest. And this is.
Well, it's not. It's. I mean, like a Virgin's probably her hottest, maybe.
Hold on,
but,
let's
like,
go. You say borderline? I don't even
I
remember.
think borderline was the most,
Please.
the cutest she looked to me.
Borderline.
Let's
I was
see.
like, oh, she's hot.
Yeah. This, Jay?
Not this particular part.
Eh.
Are you? Oh, that
Yeah.
part you like. You like that?
Yeah.
Like that
I know.
80s look.
I mean, it's very
No Madonna
80s.
song.
It's like headshot. It's headshot on a barbershop wall.
Yeah,
like,
but it also
sometimes they'd have
takes
like
me-
women's headshots in the barbershop as well. Like women were going there to get their hair
al-
cut like that.
It also, it's for sure. Yeah, it looks like it was like a picture under a Corvette poster.
Yeah.
No, I thought she was the hottest, but again, that's time and place for me. Like, I was like a kid.
Look at her little
She
butt
was
there. Hell
the
yeah,
hottest
dude.
person. Do you know who that is? She's with right there. That's Rico Suave, dude.
No, that's not. That's the guy.
No, it's not.
from,
It's sitting in the lap of luxury.
That's the
Louie
Spanish
Louie.
guy from that '70s show.
No,
Fez.
it's Louie
it is.
Louie. Do you remember
It's
the guy?
Fez, dude.
Do you remember the song? Sitting in the lap, sitting in the lap, sitting in the lap.
No,
of
that's
luxury.
Howie from the Backstreet Boys.
Sure
Actually,
feels good to me. Sitting in the lap.
Too much. I'm gonna go with Fez from that 70s
Fez.
show.
Okay.
That's who it was.
like, hey Madonna, we should hang out at the mall shop. All right, let's see what Like a Virgin. Like a Virgin was.
That's
she
her
was
first
just-
thing ever. And when she came out,
Right, that was hot. She was listening. Like a Virgin as a child, just watching it because it
Yeah.
came out. What year did it come out? '87.
84,
No, really.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 84.
Wow.
So I mean, I was just as young as I could remember
I
having
was
a
7.
memory. This was on television. This popped on in MTV. This was probably the first thing that truly turned me on as a child.
Well, put it on the VMAs. Actually, that was the one that's what
Yikes.
put her on the map. That VMA performance of this song.
Yeah, where it was like the giant dildo.
No.
Was it a dildo? What was she on? She was on a phallic-like object.
Was she?
dancing
I
on
know it was her like
Yeah.
rolling around on the ground like
In a wedding
dancing
dress.
and shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Get that performance. I'm ready to beat. You guys,
My
you guys
fucking-
want to circ jerk on this fucking Zoom?
Dude, last guy to come has to do plugs.
Last guy to come does all the plugs.
Yeah, dude, you got to plug for everybody. Oh, is it
Really, in a circle jerk, when they say that term, the last guy to come, you shouldn't say that. You should be the guy who doesn't come. Because if you're the last guy and you still keep trying to come,
I did. When I played Ookie Cookie, I lost, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna not come. So I just kept jerking
Nuh-uh.
off.
Oh.
I swear to God.
nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How's that never come
Oh
up?
man, nuh-uh.
I swear to God. I think, not only do I think this come up, but I'm pretty sure I talked about in my act playing Ookie Cookie.
That you still came?
I still came, yeah, but I didn't eat it. I refused to eat it.
Oh,
and you know
there
I
you
would
go.
tell you guys. I swear to God, I would tell you
I
guys.
think still
One thing's
jerking
for
off
sure,
and
I'm
coming
coming
is-
and I'm not eating it.
I think still
and I
jerking off
came.
and
I
coming
wasn't a
is
cookie.
worse.
It was on the. It was a piece of chocolate, like we had a Valentine's chocolate.
Oh, nice.
So we took
I think substantially worse than eating a cookie with other dudes cum is just jerking off to completion with a bunch of empty balled friends around watching you.
It took me so long to come that they lost interest and they started doing other activities.
They stopped watching and laughing at you and they go, man, he's taking forever. Let's play a video.
Yes. I mean, they were getting frustrated. They're like, would you just come
Somehow
already?
you're the weird one because you're jerking off by yourself again. This
But
guy
I'm
can only
jerking
come
off
when he's by himself.
into a pile of cum and chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You're just looking down at the other loads.
Yeah. Well, that's why it was so hard to come.
Were you
because
impressed with anybody's load, particularly?
John
Did anyone-
Hickey. John
Hickey had a big
John
blast?
Hickey had a fat fucking dick and a big old load, huge balls. It was a
How
goddamn
does he
nightmare.
remember?
Like it was, he was our Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Back when we were kids, we had another Dave in my life. His name was John Hickey. He had a big old
Big
fat.
dick, and you like to ruffle up the system.
Before there was Dave Smith, there was John Hickey.
John
By the
Hickey.
way, somewhere
Big loads.
John Hickey is like a married corporate lawyer right now who really probably doesn't appreciate this story being told.
He's fine. He's fine.
What? Big dick, big balls, fat load.
Yeah, it's not like I'm saying
John
he
Hickey?
fucking. It's not like I was like, oh, look at John Hickey with the
he
weird
sounds
thumb.
awesome.
No, he's got a big fat.
Yeah. He didn't say that
fat
he.
dick.
Dave, he didn't say he lost Ookie Cookie, dude. He won and was best in show. He fucking
All right, fair
outperformed
enough.
everyone.
Fair enough.
Good. John Hickey, we salute you. Go ahead, John Hickey.
Yeah, John Hickey's dick was so big. It was like, I remember when he lost to Virginia to this girl, like, we all talked about it. It was like, because this girl was so petite and tiny. We're like, dude, how is this even going to happen? Like, we were like taking bets if she was going to like survive.
What's the biology?
You know, like, when like people like rape babies to death. That's what we thought was going to happen to this
You
girl.
know.
Like, her innards aren't going to be able to
Just
take
top
it. She's
of
going to
mind.
explode out of her eyes.
Rather than express that, you made bets on it. Real classy. Real classy, Rockland.
Well, we didn't like her that much.
Keep it classy, Rockland.
Whatever. She was fine.
She ended up being fine. Turn to the pussy can hold a bunch.
All right, guys, let's take a quick moment and thank one of our incredible sponsors, which is Omigo. They have their really easy to install bidet systems. I have 2 Omigos in my house. We installed them in less than 15 minutes each. You don't need a plumber. You don't need anything. It's the simplest process you'll ever have in your entire life. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you've not used a bidet, you've not cleaned your ass. Wiping with toilet paper is very primitive. It is disgusting.
You're an animal. You're garbage.
Yeah, the bidet shoots a nice little stream of water right up your butthole. It makes it nice and easy. The better ones, they have drying systems. Some of them are heated. So depending on what you want, they have really inexpensive ones and affordable ones that you can just throw in any toilet as well. So they have a bidet for literally every budget and every butt.
Lewis, I farted after my Omigoing the other day. Found my class ring. I yelled. One of the reasons I broke up with my ex was because of that. I thought she pawned it.
No, you owe her an apology for several reasons.
It was
but
stuck
one
in
more.
It was stuck in a shit cake way up my ass.
So go to myamigo.com/LOS and you'll get 15% off today. That's MYOMIGO.com/LOS. Get 15% off. Get a bidet today. All right, let's get back into it.
Who else from our childhood music videos was hot? Paula Abdul, the one in the black and white, that video where she was
Not
in
the
like
black and white. To me, it was
She was at dance hall?
Cold-Hearted Snake was the hottest one.
You're just a cold-hearted snake.
Girl, look into his eyes.
Oh.
That was by far.
That was
her
about me,
hottest.
by the way.
I know. You've been telling lies. She was the hottest by far in that. Who else from, again, our childhoods are slightly skewered.
The other thing is Paula
Like,
Abdul.
or staggered, I should say. They're
Skewered.
staggered where it's like, there's ones that, like, to me, like,
Think
Paula
about
Abdul was never a
skewed.
big deal because it was kind of like that video and she came and went. You know
She
what I
wasn't
mean?
even
She
that
had a
hot.
few. She had a few big videos.
No, a few big videos, but I'm saying like
not
that,
sexy.
It was
videos.
that album, Forever Your Girl. Then it was over.
Paula Abdul was like a little when you really look back, she was kind of just a short, chunky bitch who wasn't even that hot.
She's very, very short. Debbie Gibson, Bobby, you're not wrong.
Short
but
is
again, she was Girl
awesome.
Next Door. And we're thinking about music.
Not the girl next door to me. The girl next door to me had no teeth and track marks.
Not your neighbor necessarily, but a Utah neighbor perhaps.
Like, girl next
Debbie
door
Gibson was a
means-
little bit vanilla. Tiffany was too gingery, but I had pictures of them on my wall because they were the choices.
Well, I don't know. Like, are we just doing musicians?
Well, that's what I was going to say. But if you jump out of music, Dave, it becomes a
Yes.
fucking mess.
Yeah,
because
it's
I'm
true.
telling you, you got to keep it to these kind of like 10 poles.
Yeah, I really can't think of like who else were the like the chicks on MTV. You know what I mean? Like on videos being played on MTV. Really, only Madonna. There wasn't like that.
I thought
many.
Boy George was a cute chick, and then found out that harsh news.
It was like when I was a kid, like in like the years that we're talking about here, like 91, 92, 93, like those years. It was like
when you're
MTV.
discovering beating off where you didn't have porn at your fingertips yet, and
Well,
you
that
were
was a
looking
little
for
before
the
that for me.
visual beat off. You didn't start drawing
Oh, the girl! I'll tell you what. The girl in the
I was like in first grade at that point.
the big one. The girl in the Rock the Cradle of Love video is arguably the hottest chick in video.
Jay, I just realized you're just attracted to women who have hair like you.
She doesn't have hair like me at all.
Jay's trying to
The
recreate
Rock the
it.
Cradle of Love video.
Jay,
No,
just
dude.
let me say a joke.
I didn't. It didn't make sense.
Thought she had fucking spiky little fucking
No, she has a long ponytail.
whatever, dude. Just let me have it.
I don't remember the videos.
I don't remember the video at all. I just fucking thought it was kind of funny because you sort of have 80s chick hair.
I remember
That was like
But she doesn't have 80s chick hair.
you have 80s chick hair. That's the joke.
Yeah, I have 80s chick hair. I'm in. Bring up the Rock the Cradle of Love, bitch.
This video was shot to like weird.
Yeah, you
like I
can't,
couldn't focus on it.
It's all over the place, but she's just crazy hot. In the very beginning when she shows up.
Yeah, she's rolling around the bed in her underwear. As a kid, this was going to get us going. It's a fact. Okay. But then they keep on cutting to Billy Idol's fucking
looking all
up head.
creepy.
I hate him. Like, I mean,
she's crazy hot.
Every time they cut to Billy Idol, why is he doing that fucking face?
Snarl? His snarl lips? Because Billy never idles, dude. He's angry at you for idling your car.
I hate him.
Oh, no, you don't. I saw him live not long ago. He sucked.
Yeah.
And I was excited to see him.
He's just like Billy Corgan.
Bryan Adams, though, awesome. Tore the roof off.
I think the hottest video of all time, and they've probably done sexiest videos lists, and it's probably up there. Helena Christensen and that one dude's video.
Wicked Game.
Yeah, I mean it's a borderline porn.
I kind of liked Alicia Silverstone and Tyler.
Hell yeah, dude.
I remember I liked that one a lot.
Okay, yeah.
That was a hot video for sure.
Yeah, I definitely have masturbated to that video in my life.
Yeah, that was
and also kind of fucked up too because it was like they were sexualizing Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone, and it was her dad's video. I was like, damn,
very bizarre.
Damn,
very
Steven
bizarre.
Tyler, you're a fucking savage.
Yeah, but I think it wasn't his excuse.
He's like, make it sexier.
Wasn't his excuse that? I think his excuse was like that she. No, it's not this one. It's not.
No,
crying.
this is the one. Yeah, this is the one.
That's the one with just Alicia Silverstone.
And then they did another.
I remember thinking
Runaway
Alicia,
Horse.
I remember thinking Alicia Silverstone was so hot in that video, and then like when she blew up and started making things, like I never thought she was that hot.
She aged.
later.
She also aged really bad. She aged real bad.
I mean, I thought she aged bad in those few years already. Like by the time she was
because she was like a little pouty teen fucking hot thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was like, yeah, they way over sexualized his daughter.
Yeah.
Look, like to the point where you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like this is your daughter. You should have a problem with this video.
Yeah, and the idea is that they got naked in a booth and gave the guy the pictures.
Hey, guy, we don't got to pay for shit. We're sluts.
Hi, here you go, burnout. We don't care. Look at our pussy.
Whoa, tits.
Every guy until like 1998 just couldn't handle looking at a naked chick. Like,
or not even naked. No, these people in this video, the whole thing's they can't even believe that two hot chicks are hanging out together. They're blown away by the whole concept.
Oh my gosh, she's wearing lipstick.
Yeah, that was great.
I mean, yeah, dude, that right there's crazy, dude. That's his daughter.
Oh, by the way,
Steven Tyler.
They have they make her do the sexiest stuff in the video. She's the one who strips.
Oh, doggy, I'm getting furious right now for Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just pretends to be a dude.
But ironically, not even ironically, facts are, I think until about a year before this video, she thought Todd Rundgren was her father.
Damn, doggy. Liv Tyler was hot back in the day. Holy shit.
She's still pretty.
Holy shit. Wait, how old was she here?
Like 19.
Damn, doggy. Yeah, what happened to these girls? What happened to these girls? This is what we were trying to grow up and fucking hang out with. This was the fantasy.
And then it's weird they have her do like Steven Tyler and Brett. It's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
This is what we thought we'd grow up to get, and then we just got Lewis's next door neighbor.
Instead, we got Lewis's next door neighbor. Yeah, this video was pretty kick-ass for hot.
Hell yeah, dude. This is up there. This might be the hottest video of all time. The Legion of Skanks official hottest video of all time. Is this
Ironically, it was never like me so horny. Like that video wasn't really.
No. That
was just racist.
Baby Got Back really wasn't like a jerk video.
No.
Too on the nose.
No, also just too like, I don't know. Just wasn't hot.
Dave doesn't like black women.
No.
What's that again?
Pull up. I'm sure there's a list of hottest videos, Bob. You could just help us out here. Stop making us try to come up with the definitive list of sexiest videos all the time off the dome.
Something's gonna be Prince for sure.
No, Prince is women that would want to fuck Prince. I'm like, what is like?
I'm not talking. I'm saying for a sexy video. I bet he's got a video with chicks in it that's like wasn't like Cream or like we had those two twins.
Fiona Apple Criminal. She was never.
I don't like her.
A goofy face bitch.
Yeah, I never cared. She reminds me of someone like she's annoying all the time.
You know what it was? I remember what was the year where she came out like the MTV Video Music Awards, and she was like fucking. Didn't she like have like a moment where she was like, the industry isn't fair to women or like whatever? Like
Probably.
Do you remember? Pull this. I remember she had a meltdown once at an award show.
Oh, you know,
and I remember
you're
being
right there. Yeah, but
Right, a
Cher
little
turned back
melty.
time. By the way, her ass, that was pretty
As
big
a
for
kid,
me.
as a
You
kid.
may have been a little young.
No, I
for that.
remember it very well.
No, but I remember like the time with Cher already a little bit older, and that was like I remember when that came out like fresh.
Let's try that again.
And I was like, this was great.
No, I know.
Her whole ass.
But hold on, go back to Fiona Apple for a second. Do you remember this speech that she
I don't
gave?
remember it specifically, but I'm already annoyed by your retelling of it.
I remember as a kid being like, "Oh, fuck you, bitch!" Like, just fucking accept the award or
Well,
don't.
it's just like to be like, it's like on the biggest stage receiving an award and then bitching about like what you're not given.
Pull
like,
up the
I
speech,
don't know.
please.
Oh
So
yeah,
there
I made fun of this. I think on MTV too on something. She says about Maya Angelou or something.
I don't remember, dude. She was just so intense and fucking up. You're
It's
like, but
Maya
you're
Angelou.
hot.
She says
Just
I'm
be
at
a
Maya
hot
Angelou.
chick.
Man, oh man. I didn't prepare a speech, and I'm sorry, but I'm glad that I didn't because I'm not going to do this like everybody else does it. Because everybody that
Coke
I should
energy.
be thanking, I'm really sorry, but I have to use this time. See, Maya Angelou said that we as human beings, at our best, can only create opportunities.
Ugh.
And I'm going to use this opportunity the way that I want to use
Oh,
it.
well,
You want to know why they cut out my joke about this on MTV too?
Because you called Maya Angelou a monkey.
No. I said, why is she bringing
Or
up
Monkey
Maya
Angelou?
I said, why is she bringing up Maya Angelou at a music awards? Sure, I appreciate her pancake syrup, and I loved her as Easy Jefferson.
So yes.
So not
And
far off.
They took that off. They didn't air that.
Good.
That was, you know why I remember that? Actually, funny enough, that was early smoking weed for me, and I was trying to write for these things nervously. And Kurt, I think, suggested, he was like, well, smoke weed. Sometimes just the perspective change helps you write. And it did, but they didn't use any of it.
Nothing.
not a joke.
What I want to say is, everybody out there that's watching, everybody that's watching this world is both. And you shouldn't model your life. Wait a second. You shouldn't model your life about what you think that we think is cool and what we're wearing and what we're saying and everything. Go with yourself. Go with yourself.
You know what? As an adult and an accomplished artist now, I kind of agree with it. Good job, Fiona Apple. It was a
This
nice
part,
moment.
I'll be honest, this part wasn't so bad.
I thought I was going to hate it more. I remember hating it at the time. I
just
remember being
hate-
like, God damn, we're
I
giving
just
a woman a
hate
microphone.
dramatics in general at awards. The whole thing's stupid. If you show up to get your Academy Award and then give like a gripey fucking speech about the world, don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're showing up for this like dumb, superficial thing, and then you're like, I want to take this moment to talk. 'Cause also, if you're watching it, I don't want to hear about the homeless problem in Peru. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm watching the Oscars to see who won if somebody does something weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's just a few people that I want to say something to. I want to say, Mama, I love you. I'm so glad that we're becoming friends. Amber, I love you. You're my sister. You're my best friend. Andrew Slater, no one else could have produced this album, and no one
Way
else.
to air out all your business, by the way, in a speech. You know what
Jesus.
I mean? Mom,
And then
we
she
are
just went
becoming
on to
friends.
thank people?
I'm starting to finally forgive Luke, my stepfather, for the things he did to me.
So she just said that one empty thing about go with you, and then was like, oh yeah, I really should thank my producer.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Mom, you're cool. It was nice to meet you.
Don't care about what they think or what we think. I don't care what. Who cares what Fiona Apple thinks anyway?
Oh, she just would look like she'd be such a fucking bitch. Like being on a date with her, it's like that face the whole time. Like, oh.
Oh my God. She's going to ask if there's a lot of modifications on the menu she can make. Just fuck her. Can you substitute greens for this? Oh, I'm sorry, miss. Just can you? I apologize. I'll tip you nice.
And it's just stupid that I'm in this world, but you're all very cool to me, so thank you very much. And I'm sorry for all the people that I didn't thank, but man, it's good. Bye.
Man, it's goodbye.
It's a weird ending. Man, it's good. Bye. She just collapsed into herself.
She's a nitwit. She's a fucking nitwit.
Didn't she start dating David Blaine right after that?
Oh, did she date David Blaine? God,
Yeah,
what
they
a
saw
fucking, what a hold your own shoulder household. Everyone's just like always just bummed out. You want to see a new magic
It's
trick?
so cold.
You want to see a new magic trick?
Will you write a song about my latest stunt?
It's called Standing in Place for 4 Days.
Magic makes me so Sad.
Oh, dude. Remember the David?
How is just a sad magician? Be happy.
Dude, remember David Blaine? What was the guy? There was a fucking comic or something that used to do the early like viral videos. The guy that did David Blaine parodies.
Oh yeah, that guy was great.
The funny thing is, I was just watching some of those, and actually, Jamar Neighbors is in those spits.
No, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I find one.
Yeah.
Oh, please, dude.
It's so funny. Like Fiona Apple like has this like she wants to come off like sort of like a an intellectual like artist type, like that's what she like presents herself as, but she was still tricked into dating a magician. Like she's showing her ass like she fell for the fucking flowers out of his fucking hand.
Oh yeah, he's like, "Would you like to go out with me?"
That's
Wait,
fine.
don't answer. This note behind your ear says, "Yes, you do." I guess I do.
Yeah, be a fucking special type of retard to fall for a magician.
I asked Satan yesterday who would be my wife, and then he carved this into my stomach. It just says Fiona.
You know what? I'll tell you, the more we do this stuff, I hated the speech. I'm back to hating it. I hated it when Lewis described it.
Yeah,
I was like,
her.
it's fine when I saw it, and now I'm back to hating it again. She was awful.
She was also a kid. She was like 18 or 19 at that time, right?
Sure, yeah, she was young.
She was like a
That's what I'm
genuine.
saying. It sounds like
kid.
a young person trying to sound like learned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I hate the
figured it
moment
out,
of like,
guys.
look, I'm not just gonna like go with this whole thing. I'm really gonna say something here, and what I'm gonna say is something really empty that means nothing that everyone will just clap at.
Oh yeah.
All right. What was the point?
Yeah, total clap, fucking, for sure. This
No
is
even clap though.
stupid,
This was
is
at a
dumb.
time where like MTV people were still like, this is like peak NSYNC, peak, Backstreet Boys, Britney. Like
Yeah.
people watching and at the MTV Music Awards weren't like for like a deep fucking meaningful message. They were like, no, like come on. We're here for like, it's pop punk MTV. It's like all silly and goosey.
Yeah, and she's like, whales are being murdered in Japan's waters.
It's like, calm down. We would have given the award to Bjork if we wanted this horse shit.
Yeah, come over here, fucking click clack our way through a bunch of nonsense. Do you ever see dude, Soda
Dude, imagine having to go to dinner with Bjork and Fiona Apple. I'd kill myself.
Oh, the little potatoes, and they did the thing with the little bit of the meat on the side. Did you ever see dude, Soder's girlfriend found this thing she showed him that he showed me? It was there's the video called like Bjork takes apart a television or something, and it's just her dumb voice. That's the whole point of the video, is her going like, look, the wires look like the little people, and they go in the elevator, it goes boop, beep, boop, like this, and she's just a fucking whimsical
What is she? What the fuck is Bjork?
like nonsense. Bjork takes apart.
Bjork's got a hot hair.
Because I'm on a holiday. And
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, they shave her
Bjork's
down, dude. That
awesome.
girl's a Wookiee.
all sorts of things.
All sorts of things.
Being very.
Get to when they open the thing when she opens it up.
I love that sort of crazy.
No.
Just a little crazy.
Look,
It's wonderful.
Model of a city, and all the houses which are here, and streets. This is maybe an elevator to go up there. And here are all the wires. These wires. They really take care of all the electrons when they come through here. They
Sounds like my 2-year-old trying to explain it.
She's actually just a retarded person.
Retarded. Our music blows.
But I'm not even, that is literally how a 2 or 3-year-old would think about this, where they go, these are kind of like people and these are kind of like houses.
The kind of guy that would be into her would cover himself in his own shit and blow his brains out.
I certainly hope not.
Remember that? That was a big thing.
Yeah,
Remember
I
her?
remember.
Yeah. Guy covered his face in shit and blew his brains out.
I'm so blessed to be able to be an artist.
The little wire goes to the thing.
Is she from the Netherlands? Where's she from? Iceland?
Iceland,
I am from Iceland. It's Iceland, as we learned in the Mighty Ducks 4.
yeah. Yeah, she sucks. I never thought she was hot in videos either.
What else is from East? What else is from
Bad
Eastland?
take.
The bad guys from Mighty Ducks 4.
Okay.
The Olympics, as the Mighty Ducks made it to the Olympics. Apparently, the worst team, the worst local hockey club.
Got
Yeah,
the
well,
Olympics.
Lewis, if you didn't watch Mighty Ducks 1, they turn it around.
They knuckle puck their way to the Olympics, apparently.
To the goddamn Olympics. That one team.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well,
Not
you
even
just-
the best of all around.
Not even
If you
the
just-
best in a local yokel town.
But I'm just saying, if you skip from the beginning of 1 to the end of 4, then yeah, it seems ridiculous. But you got to go through all the movies, dude. There was a lot of
Massive
improvement.
jump from being nobody on the team can play hockey to being an Olympic winning, a gold medalist Olympic winning hockey team. I mean,
And
that's
this
just
is what makes the franchise so compelling.
the mountain from Game of Thrones is from Iceland too. What if he had that voice? Hello, I am the mountain from Game of Thrones.
You can maybe see my work on HBO2. Sometimes they show replays of when I played the mountain.
I am the mountain, very nice to meet you.
Isn't that crazy? Dude, he does all the strongman contests, and he's not the strongest man.
No, not even close.
He's not close, but like he's
not on like the top guys anymore, right?
I don't know about.
I just watched a documentary on strongman. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, me too. I've seen a bunch of them, but he's the one that like he's got that video of him deadlifting, I think, and then his nose just starts pouring blood.
Oh, wow.
Those things are fucking crazy, man.
He had some of that LA Coke.
Yeah, the shit that's laced up.
Fuck
man, I don't know if we ever pointed out how much Bobby made us look stupid. Whatever conversation you guys started about, what are some bands that didn't like each other after they broke up? And I didn't just notice that Bobby sent a list of 75 bands that hated each other by the end. All right, Bobby.
All right, Bob.
Damn, Bob.
We get it, Bob. You want to do plugs real quick? Let's do plugs real quick because I want to get a coffee too. So while you guys are plugging, I'll get my coffee.
Okay.
Because I have a
Coffee was the smoothest you ever handled that.
I have a
so
Keurig now.
it.
I have a Keurig now. My coffees are always 45 seconds away. It's the
You
best.
like the Keurig? I can't do it.
I used to hate it. I did not like it until I got
Me
one.
neither. I have one somewhere. I might have actually thrown it out. I just couldn't use it anymore. I was like, this coffee sucks.
You got to get good coffee for it.
Yeah, I think I did.
I got Starbucks stuff for it. It's great.
Yeah, that's what I used to use that. I don't know. Can't do it, but it's good enough for you, I guess.
Good enough.
Yeah, your trash
good enough
garbage
for
is
you.
fine.
Okay. Real quick, couple things coming up. September 16th, I have the return of The Depraved at the Stress Factory. Myself hosting. The lineup is bonkers. Adrian Appalucci, Zach Amico, Mike Cannon, Louis Katz, Yamanika Saunders, Derek Gaines. It's going to be crazy, dude. Such a filthy show. Everyone on the show is awesome. So you guys are going to have a great time. Come to that. It's a Thursday night. Then September 25th, I'm back at Soul Joel's. I'm doing a showcase with a bunch of other comics, including Ryan Joseph and William Montgomery, who are all in Skankfest. They're inviting a bunch of New York comics as well. Grab your tickets for Soul Joel's for September 25th. Then the 30th, September 30th through October 2nd, I'm in Austin at the Creek and Cave with Zach Amico, Colin Turrell, and Natalie Cuomo. On Thursday night, the 30th, we're doing a special presentation of the Real Ass Podcast with Zach, Colin, and special guest Tony Hinchcliffe. And then October 5th, this is really important, one night only. I'm in London, England. Before I do the run of Bisping's one-man shows, I'm doing one night only, 2 shows, 7:30 and 9:30 p.m. City Comedy Club. Go to lewisofskanks.com. You can get tickets for any of these, but come and check me out in London. My first time I'm ever performing on international soil. That's not true. I performed in Canada and Mexico, but the first time I ever performed on European soil will be October 5th. So grab your tickets. Don't miss out. These shows will sell out for sure. And make sure you subscribe to Gas Digital Network. Use the promo code LOS. We're giving away a pair of all access Skankfest passes every single week for the month of October to somebody that has the promo code LOS. Somebody using the promo code LOS is a subscriber for Gas Digital. So make sure you guys do that. You get a 7-day free trial. You save $1.50 a month, and your membership gets you access to the on-demand library for all of our shows, thousands of hours of content that aren't available anywhere else, plus pre-release, ad-free episodes, access to the Racist live chat, and many other member benefits.
Catch Lewis on the Coming to a Soil Near You tour.
Right back.
Davey.
Oh, I don't really have anything. But part of the problem, Libertas is up on YouTube if you want to check that out. That's all.
Fuck yeah, bigjcomedy.com for all my dates this weekend. As we speak, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was yesterday through Saturday. If there's still tickets, come check that out. Moon Tower Festival the week after that. Coming to Miami with Ari Shafir, Portland, Oregon. Whole bunch of dates. Oh, Governors in Long Island coming up in 2 weeks, actually. So, Long Island listeners, please, skanks, come out, show and represent. That's going to be a lot of fun. And SDR show here on the Gas Digital Network, Bonfire, on Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. 45 seconds and counting.
There you go.
I'm always 45 seconds away from fresh, good coffee.
Well, I have to grind the beans.
You know the Eagles play the Jets this year, Davey.
Look at that.
You don't care. Giving up on sports altogether. What happened to you, dude?
I don't know, dude. It's
Politics
fucking.
replace
Used to be in the rap and sports.
I did. Dude, since having the kid, I just basically UFC
Ever
is the only
since,
sport I
2016,
really watch.
politics
I feel like I
replace
had to
sports.
pick one and just be like,
For a
okay, if
lot
I'm
of
going to get
people.
one, I could do that. But between career shit and having a kid, I just can't justify enough time to actually watch sports. Like you can only kind of have. So I'll watch UFC because I really love to watch that. But I can't do UFC and the NFL
And also
and the NBA.
the
and,
MMA is a little less involved, as like you can watch a one-off event, and it's almost like it's like the difference between like an ongoing episodic thing where you have to like keep on being invested into like a series, or it's all at the end of that event, that's it. You can emotionally disconnect.
The Knicks play like every other night, every 3 nights, like in the height of the season.
Yeah, I
It's
can
like,
see
it's just-
basketball being a tough one to stay up on.
Football's a little easier. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
football's
like once
only one a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
13 games.
16.
17 now.
Damn.
Oh, 7? Is it?
I thought I was
17
about to
now?
fucking
Jeez,
drop
I don't
out
know.
some
This is
dude
the
knowledge.
First year, one less preseason, one extra regular season.
I'm supposed to bring James to his first football game. I think he's gonna bail though. Let Jenny do it.
Oh yeah, I heard the Giants Eagles. I think right.
I don't give a fuck. I just don't care.
It's a lot of fun to see football live. A lot of fun.
It is if you really don't give even two shits, sort of, and don't understand the game. It could not be fun.
Well, I understand the game, Jake. Just the fuck, like I see what you're trying to do there. You're trying to fucking make me look like an asshole to all the fans out there. I understand.
Yeah, it's like if you have nothing
know
but
the
a
game
vagina
football
between
well?
your legs.
I know at this point I know the game of football well enough that I can follow along very easily. Could I call?
You can
Why are you
very
guys coming off the
easily
field?
watch a
What about
football
fifth
game.
down?
Could I call like third and
ridiculous thing to
first, or
say.
first and down, or second and fifth, or no?
Okay, then you know what, Lewis? Then,
you
no,
think
you
first
don't.
and
Then you know what?
down
I was
is a-
absolutely right. You won't enjoy the game because you don't fucking understand the game. You said, do I understand the game? Yes. Do I know all the first and down and 2 and 3 down? Then I mean that's. You sold your ass there.
I'm not a
No, dude,
professional. I'm not going to be able to tell you what's fifth and up.
No, I know. I think I know enough about the game to be able to enjoy it. I think I know enough about every major sport to sit down and have a hot dog and some beers with some friends and have a good time and watch it and root for a team and know that that team is progressing versus that team. Football is probably the most intricate out of all of the major sports. I think to just sort of understand, like, because sometimes like a play is like, it fucking, just 3 seconds and then boom, it's fucking, they move very little. And if you don't really, it seems like nothing even happened.
Yeah, football could be boring if you have no give a shit about the like technicianship of it. You know what I mean? Like where someone trying to like work their way down the field. Like if you're looking for like everything is
Technique?
bombs and shit
Looking
every
for
time,
technique,
yeah, it
Jay?
can be a slow moving game for sure.
It's the game that I respect, I think, coaching in the most.
Yeah.
Like the idea of
Those
like
are the
you have
players.
these
The
giant
coaches are
plans.
the players.
Yeah, that's like, it's pretty wild. Like if you sort of see like them planning out plays and like,
It's not, well, yeah, in terms of coaching, it's unlike anything else. I mean, in football, you actually have to have, like, they have a whole coach running the offense and a whole coach running the defense, and then the head coach is almost just kind of, like, working it all together.
Well, no,
like,
and
'cause
then
there's so
also,
much
don't
shit
forget
going
there's
on.
also there's a coach of the offense defense. Then there's also each position has their own like head coach.
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
thing. Each single position has one coach for them too.
yeah, it's the closest sport to I feel like it like emulates war. It's like you look, it looks like almost like chess players on like a chessboard, right? You know what I'm saying? Like sort of
He's
like
not
coming
wrong.
at each other and going to war, and you put them in positions, and to coach this many bodies, and to like that, like I feel like basketball, yes, there's a lot of coaching involved and there are plays and things like that, but I feel like that's more about flow and like feeling, and the athletes are sort of like
football and basketball are both like war. We send off our poor blacks.
But they're well compensated.
I'm
they're
most
well
impressed
compensated.
watching basketball out of all the sports I've seen live. I'm most impressed with the athleticism of basketball players.
Also, basketball, I still have such a childish like enjoy when I go to it. Like those guys, it's so funny because they're like kids to me now. And at the same time, you look at them like, man, these guys are just like larger than life. Like it's crazy.
It's also much more of a sport.
It's such a skill. Like they've perfected such a skill. The shittiest guy on the team can just do things that you'd be like, wow, man, look at that. Like 11 3-pointers in a row.
One person in a basketball game also makes such a bigger difference. Like if you get like one great player on your team, you're like, that guy can like carry a team for a while. There's literally no one in football who can do that. Like you could put the best running back in the league on a team. If they have a terrible line, he's just going to have a terrible year. Like he can't fucking do anything.
Tom Brady used to take, that was always the most admirable thing about that cocksucker was that he took less and less money every contract he signed to make sure that they would keep a team of like great players around him.
Yeah, that's an underrated part of.
Everybody fights to be the highest paid this or highest paid that.
That's a good observation.
That's fine. I don't be the highest.
That is very smart. Yeah, and then over the long term, he probably made more money in his career than most other guys make.
Oh, and then endorsements are probably 1,000. Yeah,
he's winning. You're winning. It's fucking
he
crazy.
Was like, exactly. He was like, "Isn't it better to be a 6-time champion than?"
Have you guys seen the new? You guys don't have like your daughter's too young, Dave, and your daughter's too old, Jay. Have you guys seen the new Space Jam?
I've heard nothing but terrible things.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, it's obviously kind of terrible. Like the original Space Jam is kind of terrible when you look back.
No. That was a great story.
The reason
true story.
Great and true.
The reason I heard it was bad is I
got Jordan back into basketball.
I heard it was like a big commercial for like Warner Brothers properties. It was it. It was just like everything was forced in.
That wasn't my issue because they did the same thing in that.
Lewis just he goes, I didn't even notice that. Although I am purchasing Warner Brothers property.
That's strange. Let me go get in my DeLorean that I just purchased.
Game of Thrones again.
This is very strange. I just bought a DeLorean on eBay. They did the same thing in the virtual reality movie, Ready Player One.
Yeah.
There was like it was more pop culture-y. Like they were sort of, it wasn't even like they were forcing like one of those properties in. I think they were forcing member berries. They were forcing the nostalgia factor, right?
That was a
South Park
based off a book, I think, or something. And
that's just like really in the culture now. That's funny.
And I think whichever like the studio that picked it up, put it right. It was like Freddy Krueger and then Back to the Future.
Yeah, it was a bunch of stuff, but it was cool. I liked that aspect of it. It like I'm a sucker, so
keeps you watching. Yeah, keeps you watching.
I fell
like, Where's
for the
Waldo?
nostalgia. Yeah, exactly. It was cool. Like I liked that when they show all like the all these people, even at the basketball game, they have like all of, even ones that like wouldn't be there. Like they have the clown from It. Like in the background, it's like kids wouldn't like, kids sort of don't know him, or even like Gremlins or like other like.
You do. I've learned already. You start to appreciate, especially when you got real little kids, when they throw something for the adults.
Yeah,
in. It's just nice because you're like, look, you got to watch this thing with them anyway, and it's some of them are pretty brutal. So
I can tell you some of the best ones. From like Isabella's time, I remember like Shark's Tale. I thought was fine. That had enough like funny jokes in it. Anything SpongeBob.
Literally all of the kids' movies now rule. And Dave, you're about to get into it now with your kid, which is great because now she's at an age where she's going to start watching and paying attention to movies. Before 2, 3,
almost. Yeah, she's not quite there yet.
No, not yet. Yeah. 4 is probably around the age where they start. You can sit down and really watch a kids' movie. We brought James to, I can tell you the age that he was. The Good Dinosaur was his first movie in the movie theater. And whenever that came out, and it's like a special little moment where they could sit down through a whole movie, and I'm not like the other Puerto Ricans who bring their babies into the theater.
I'm not like the other.
Clockwork Orange Gang was in fucking Space Jam. Yep.
Really?
Yep. Clockwork Orange guys in the back. Yep.
That's so random.
Christ.
That's a little weird.
Well, it's not random. It's just
That's
It's
very
not because
Hollywood.
What would a kid? It's like there's so
Yeah, I
many
know, but
characters
I don't know.
there.
That's a little weird. But whatever.
Yeah, they got the cod pieces and shit though. Still, I mean, like I don't know. I mean, I don't get. To me, it's not so much like protecting the kids with that thing. I'm like, it's just a weird reference to put.
An odd reference.
Very
I think
Hollywood.
I look at it as just a little Easter egg, like you wouldn't know unless you knew. So I don't have a, it's like Freddy Krueger murders people and was a child molester. So, like, you
He
can't
paid
really,
for that. What does this guy got to do, dude? They burned him alive. I mean, he paid his debt.
Dude,
He
that's
did
how
his time.
good child butt is.
It must be, dude. A guy last night, I said I watched a totally live pedophile hunt last night.
This is your
on
new
YouTube.
obsession, dude. This is your new strange obsession. You love watching
we go.
pedophile hunters.
Yeah.
You've gotten way into it.
That would be
Yeah,
an
yeah.
interesting
I want to
stream.
do it. I want a pedophile.
You want to be a pedophile?
I want a pedophile hunt.
You want to hunt pedophile
Well, to
hunters
be
by
the best,
pretending to be a pedophile?
yeah, I mean, the
Yeah,
best way to be a hunter is to really understand your prey.
Yeah,
Live
I'm
the
trying
life.
to get into their mindset. Get over here, little girl.
That's
I
a
want
great-
to learn about what's the sweet nectar these guys
By the
are
way,
so after.
that is from Dateline. That was, I think, like probably the most common excuse was that they were like, well, no, I was coming here to protect this girl. I was trying to show her
that's
this
a
is how
biggie.
easily a pedophile could grab you. And look, this is why I had to pretend to be one to come here and give you a real good talking to.
I
So we're on
remember
the same
one
side,
time-
Hanson.
One time when I was like 18, I was at this like gas station, and because that sounds ridiculous, but this really happened. There was a pack of cigarettes. It was like a shittier than Winston, with like a really shitty brand. And I reached my hand.
Pall Malls.
Yeah, it was some Pall Mall shit. I think I turned around and I reached my hand up there just to take them, and I took them, and I went to go pocket them. And then, like, in the moment, I was like, I don't want these cigarettes at all. So then I put them on the counter. I was like, hey, buddy. I was like, I could have just stole these. I'm just letting you know. And he's like, what? Get out of my store. And he freaked out on me. And I was like, oh, all right.
What a narcissistic thing to do.
I'm just saying, maybe there is a guy out there that wanted to teach her a lesson. Maybe there's just one dude who had that moment that I had, my little Pall Mall moment. And he wanted to go fucking teach her a lesson.
I mean, they talk pretty wild.
Teach
in
her
that
a
chat,
lesson.
Lewis.
Well, you got to really get in there. Jay, you want to become a pedophile hunter? Is this a real thing you're telling us?
Jay, everything's going pretty good in your real career. Why is it that you want to break off and start this whole new weird career?
I just have funny ideas for it. And
So
at the
you're
same
just
time-
looking at this as
As a
that
bit.
There's material to mine.
No. And also, you will expose pedophiles.
Oh, so you are partly in it for the justice.
There is a bizarre amount of guys willing to fuck a child in any city.
Jay, what is
That'll
percentage
protest too
justice
much.
versus percentage content, funny content?
Funny versus justice.
Percentage
Is
maybe
it 50-50?
he dips
60-40?
in.
Wow.
Even
50-50.
50-50, okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking a real genuine commitment to justice and funny.
Yeah, to both.
It's like I can't be swayed from either.
Well, the funny is, I think having Beezer and Kyle do it, make it a very Philly thing. We get them in Wawa parking lots only. The things you make
Okay,
them do,
he has
I
to
think
do
coming
this.
up those would be great. Writing the
Eat an entire turkey gobbler in 30 seconds.
He's gonna get shot.
yeah, you got to crush 5 Wawa hoagies.
This is not a good idea, Jay.
Roof your cell phone. I said, throw your shoes up on the wires.
And you're still going to expose them anyway.
Yeah, well, they get exposed. Yeah, they're being exposed.
Can I ask you a question? Can I just play devil's advocate here?
He is going to get
And
shot.
and also, can I produce this?
You can be involved, buddy. At ground
Can I be
level, for
can
sure.
I be a producer? 'Cause I have ideas.
Lewis
tell
is
you what,
always
I'll tell you
Lewis's
what.
role is always going, can I be the boss? Can I tell everyone what to do?
I want to be just behind the camera. Do not want to be on camera.
Let
I
me tell
want to
you
be a
something.
producer on this. I want to be an EP. But I have ideas. It's not just
So you got to
because
put money
I
up
want
if you want
Well,
to be
the idea I'm married
put money
to,
up.
the idea I'm married to is Beezer and Kyla being the person who confronts them.
Oh, you're not confronting.
Me? No, well, I'll be there.
Oh, you're a pussy.
No,
You're
no,
a
I'll be there.
pussy. You're not even the fucking. You're not even a pedophile. You're not even going to confront
You're not even
them?
going to go in a war with your soldiers?
No.
I mean, you
will,
gotta do
but
this
I
with the
want those
Impractical
two
Jokers,
because
right?
of their accents
Have them do
and
the whole-
way they talk and how funny they are to be the people who read the
I think,
chat
like,
logs and stuff.
4 people
I
in the
think
country
you
would
have
like
to
that,
be-
but that would be
You
the
got to
best
be the
thing
point,
ever.
man. You have to turn to them and go,
You're-
read that chat
so
and let
surreal.
them, like...
Yeah, they're like your teammates, but you are the
Yes.
pedophile hunter, and you have to dress like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
It will help. It will help.
That is gonna be dope. You gotta dress like a bounty hunter, okay?
It would not help.
You also got to live the life. You got to drop a lot of hard N-bombs. You got to
Hell
really
yeah.
get into character.
He's already there.
No.
He already did that.
You're not
I'm
far.
like- but it's different. I'm like Eminem, so you guys don't understand. It's different.
Excellent answer, Jay.
He's full of chocolate.
He's already there.
Full of peanuts and chocolate.
He's full of peanuts and chocolate.
Caramel, pretzel now.
Pretzel ones are surprisingly good.
No, here's the big difference between this show and all the other shows, Jay. They can redeem themselves.
And if they do,
you
redeem give
themselves,
them a kid.
Dude, we will black out they can make it so we will black out their faces and change their voices.
Oh, like maybe every game show. Every time they get an answer wrong, like dude, every time they get an answer wrong, a little bit more of the black goes away.
It's a game show. This is
I
up
like
to your
that.
nose.
Now, Dave, I gotta be honest. I like
If they
that.
lose, you call the
I
police.
like the slow reveal of your face.
This is a unique game show.
This is so
any other
evil.
game show that we've ever seen.
Do you want to go to jail or do you
stakes are
want to
so
play? Hi,
They can either
your
walk-
face.
they can either walk away with a cash prize. We'll get some sponsorship. We'll get some kratom for them.
I really think it should be a cash prize and a kid. Just make it really hard for them to win. But you could walk out of here with like 5 G's.
Oh, that is
and
Well,
evil.
that's like
came
Who
for.
Wants to Be a Millionaire. Like you get, like if they get to the very top of the tier, we let them loose at a preschool.
Now, who of our listeners is willing to kidnap a baby every week for this show?
Jay,
Yeah.
you got to kidnap one baby until the first guy wins that baby.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Jay,
we don't-
I think we're going to
You're
say
right,
that
this
not a
isn't
lot
some-
of people are going to win.
This isn't something you're going to need inventory on.
You need one, maybe 2 babies, just in case. Just in case
Someone gets greedy.
Yeah.
The three of us will be raising and loving this baby until the time that a pedophile might win it.
Absolutely.
So hold on. What's the plan? How are you planning on catching the pedophiles though? Like what is the
It seems like you have to
go pretend to be a child online.
Yeah, you make fake things on an app.
What app is there now?
Maybe I'm thinking Becky Rodriguez is our.
There's something
is our
deeply
decoy.
creepy here.
That's not bad.
We can make her look 12.
you don't need you just have a picture of a child.
Yeah, that's weird though.
What? Why do you need Becky to be a decoy? See, the reason they used a decoy in the old ones was because they needed a law enforcement person. Like it had to be done in a certain way, right? So they needed somebody to.
Yeah,
be
make
actually
sure you're not
talking-
breaking any laws. Double
Yeah.
check on this whole "we give a kid to a pedophile" thing.
Yeah. I think
Do a little
that
research on that, Bobby.
they had to have a real person and a real decoy. I think because of like how the law was set up or whatever, so they had to like catch them doing something. I don't even know, but
No, you're right. You just need a picture of a kid. I'm just saying, whose kid picture are we going to send?
I'll make it one of yours.
who has a young
Get like
cute
Alex's.
daughter?
Sure,
Of
Alex
the
has a
three of
picture.
us.
There you go.
Yeah. And by the way, if it's, I don't know, for me, Isabella
Like one
looks
of your
too old for a
producers.
pedophile. And
No,
for
yeah,
Dave's,
she's not.
for Dave's daughter, they'd be blown away if she was texting back.
I know.
Hey, 4-year-old, how are you able to be? 4-year-old.
Dave's daughter's 2.
3, yeah. Well, she's almost 3.
Almost.
When's her birthday?
No, I'm not going to say on air, but
Just in
she's almost
case.
3.
Just in case there are any Zodiac killers that are listening.
Are there any Zodiac killers out there?
Honor system.
No,
Are
Zodiac
there?
killers?
If you're a Zodiac, promise you'll tell.
Remember that was like a thing in the 90s. Like, don't tell a stranger your birthday. They could be the Zodiac killer. And that was the thing that they kill you on your birthday.
Did the Zodiac killer kill you on your birthday?
I don't know. That's what I took from it.
I never thought that was the thing at all.
I thought it was if you told a stranger your birthday, the Zodiac killer can come and kill you on your birthday.
That seems unlikely.
Isn't that Bloody Mary?
No, that's if you say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror.
No, it's
They kill you on your birthday.
There's a new
I'm confusing all of these.
There's a new Candyman too.
Oh yeah, there's a new Candyman coming out.
But this one's black. Yeah, supposedly it's great. But I don't know if it's because it's messagey or because it's actually great.
Is it woke?
See it. I'm certain.
Yeah.
I mean, but always the situation was, I think Candyman was a slave. I think that was always the thing, right?
Harrington, not now. Sorry, Harrington's calling me.
Who?
Harrington.
Oh, Lord.
What an
It's
asshole.
like he doesn't even know when we do these on the fly. What a dick.
All right, so next step we got to figure out we got to make a fake profile on like an Instagram or a TikTok for you, right?
I think this is now a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Technically.
I think
That's
it's going
the
to
way
be
it is.
weird for you, Jay, to actually do something like that. You got to actually
Don't
talk
tattle.
to some pedophile dude. It's going to be odd.
Yeah, dude, the one last night, they made the guy cut his hair all off. It was fucking bizarre. Yeah, it's gonna be awkward
they're
and weird
funny,
for sure.
Well, here's
they'll
what I
just
think.
do this as a
That's
bit.
why I'm happy to
and
have
have
Beezer
Zach
and
and Miko
people
get
that are
caught.
there to kind of buffer. Hey guys, real quick,
That's
let's
how
talk
you
about
do
one of
this.
our awesome new sponsors
You don't
over here
really
at Legion of
do it.
Skanks, and that, of course, is
Really doing it results in
RockAuto.com.
jail or death or
RockAuto.com has
something.
been in business for 20 years, and they make it easy to find the parts
Which
you
I
need at the best
encourage,
possible
but
prices. I know
not
a
a
bunch
good
of
idea.
mechanics and little hobbyists and people who work at shops listen to this show. This is what it's for, to keep you guys entertained. And now we're helping you out with RockAuto.com, everybody. You don't have to go to the counters anymore and talk to the guys at the store. You order the parts that you need, and they come right to you at the best possible prices.
Yeah, that's like an age-old thing. Like the guy behind the counter at the auto body shop is trying to rip you off. He's upselling things. They make commissions. They're trying to make as much money as possible. Don't be that sucker.
Don't be a fucking idiot. Go to rockauto.com and check out all the parts available for your car. You're going to have a lot of fun. And once more, rockauto.com, no promo code needed because their pricing is already so good. They don't need our help. But make sure when you order, you tell rockauto.com that you heard about them on Legion of Skanks. That helps us out, and you can help yourself over at rockauto.com. All right, let's get back into it.
There was sorry, I apologize. Fuck, what was I just gonna say? God damn it. Oh yeah, I was gonna say how they do it. So it's not even like what you would do is you create like a fucking profile to fish, Jay.
Right.
And it would just be like a young girl, like a 14 or 13-year-old girl. Like, I don't even think it's going to be wearing provocative clothing. It's just like,
Make me time to get into the character, but I'll get there.
But then what happens is guys will just reach out to her.
Yes. Oh, you can't entrap at all. No, I know that.
Well, it doesn't even matter. You can't even trap. This is about a bit.
You can't
Can't
spearfish.
No, I know, but I'm saying like the guy will reach out to you
Although, why
just by
not?
having the profile out there. I watched what was that thing we watched recently? Whereas like they made it was like the mom made the profile and she said and she just showed you within minutes. It was like just dudes fucking in her inbox like crazy.
Yeah.
And creepily.
Yeah, no, for sure. If you put up like a young pretty girl.
This is why like
that's what I'm fucking so blown away. That's what you're saying, Dave, almost to what you were just asking there. Like, it is mind-boggling when you just see these people show up and it's just like, you, dude, just the guy who works at a store guy. Like, you're here to fucking 12-year-old and shit.
That's one of the things that's so weird
They
about
do
it
it
is that
because
it's
they
not
have
like,
to.
It's almost like you're more comfortable. Like even if there's like a
It's like a
killer or something like
desperation
that,
thing,
and they like
I
have
think.
they're like shaved head with tattoos all over their scalp or something.
Right.
You're almost more comfortable with
Like
that
how
than
it's
it
with
just
that-
being like some dude in a suit and tie. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh,
Well, if it makes
I
sense,
never would have suspected.
a lot of them do
Like,
look
from an
like
evolutionary
the part.
point of view, it wouldn't make
For
sense.
sure. And then some of them that don't necessarily look the part look like something. Does it make sense? But I don't know if
Yeah.
pedophiles what you jump to on something like that. It's such a harsh accusation for like, and this isn't like an accusation.
Stuff
Like
protests
you're
too
reading off
much.
the shit they're saying. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really been surprised when I've seen.
I'm surprised at how easy they literally say on these things. Sometimes they'll be like, if this guy doesn't show, we'll just jump on Grindr and do another tonight. Like it's that especially on Grindr, I guess, because the gay one, there'll be always a guy that's willing to fuck a.
Guys are so horny.
Just put fuck a 13-year-old and show up. Yeah, that's the other thing. That Indian guy catches mostly gay dudes, which is kind of like it always looks so.
It feels more just.
What, the catch? They're called catches.
You really immersed yourself in the world.
Yeah,
I've been on the road a ton.
He's selling me on
I've been on
this.
the road a ton, so just like, sit in your room at night.
We
Like,
might have to check one out.
Put that on while I play like Candy Crush on my phone, and just listen to him in the background like Howard Stern.
I feel like Jay's trying to figure out how to not get caught by pedophile hunters.
It does kind of seem like
I'll tell you what.
he's setting
I'll
some
tell you
groundwork
exactly
in
how
case
to
he
be able
needs
to
an
handle
excuse.
walking away from pedophile hunters.
How would you
tries to
do
catch
it?
me in the street. Walk on.
Yeah.
Never stop walking. Eyes forward and just go away.
Oh boy.
I would know immediately. We talked about this before, so let's move on kind of from here because we don't want to rehash the same exact conversation. But
Well, in fairness, I had to respond to something you said that I'm trying to learn how to not get caught being a pedophile.
you should have just been like,
you know
"You're
what?
right,
I'm-
Lewis."
And then he goes,
I'm starting to think.
let's move on. Let's just move on.
I'm starting to think Jay's a pedophile, but that's enough for this topic. Let's. All right, you guys want to wrap the show here? You guys good? On that note. Thanks for
No,
listening.
I-
Jay's a pedophile.
We got
Take
it?
it easy.
No, we've just talked about how to avoid being caught before.
It's the easiest
Well, I
conversation
don't know if it's
ever.
avoid.
You
It's not
leave.
avoid. It's not avoiding being caught. You're
No,
caught.
it's
But you avoid being like shown on that YouTube thing a bunch.
No, you go, what the fuck are you talking about? You're crazy, dude. That's not me. And then you walk away.
There should be a
You
show
have to
where
say
you're
that on
hunting,
camera, 'cause I think you need
hunting
to clear your
pedophile
shit out.
hunters.
What the fuck are you talking about? That is
You
not
show
true.
up,
Goodbye.
like
Yes. No, I completely agree. That is what you would do.
that would be
And
fun.
then what's going to be great when I get caught on one of
I
these
don't know how you would
things,
do it though.
it's going to show. I'm going to say that, and then it's going to
Like
go back
you're-
to the show and be
you
like,
catch
"But
the
he said
amateur
right here that
pedophile
you would just say,
hunters.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. No, I know I said that, but I actually don't know what you're talking about. No, it's just real this time.
It'd be so meta. I don't even know
No,
if that's
I really
good or
it's
bad.
and two guys particularly that I do. Also because one tries to go like hard in their face, like, "Ooh, I wish these cameras weren't on actually, because I want to fucking knock you out." And he's like a total comes off like an Armenian
surprised no one's
son
gotten
of
shot
a
doing
furniture
this.
dealer. Like he's such a douchebag. You've seen his before. I've showed them on the show before.
We've literally had this exact conversation about
Because
these
eventually
exact
you're
guys
gonna
and
run
watch
into
all
a
of their
pedophile
videos.
that
It's a
is, like,
recurring theme,
has
Jay.
some
You
real
bring it up,
bad
I
intentions.
think, weekly.
Like it's
for the past
violence
month.
or something.
Can I say something?
Like
I'm not going to sit here and take
kidnapping
that shit.
intentions. They're
When
all-
the
they're
show
all
first
bad
started, you said
intentions,
save it for
but-
the show. Bring it up on the show. I definitely want to talk about this in the
That
show.
guy is
No, I
gonna
want to
end
talk
up killing
about
a
you
pedophile
becoming a
hunter
pedophile
someday.
hunter, not the difference between the two guys who do
Like
it.
people will
Yeah, it's
be
based
like,
off
"Oh
of
no,
these
how could
guys.
this have
I
happened?"
know, but we've talked about them and showed them multiple times.
We'll change the subject, motherfucker.
All right, please. Go to Jamaica in the morning.
Ooh. What made you
Again.
decide to do that?
We've talked about this 7 times.
That literally, you changed the subject to something that we've talked about 95 times on the show.
This is every show now. I'm going to England. What do I do? Going to Jamaica. What do I do?
Pedophile hunters. All right, we have our pedophile hunter segment. Lewis is going to Jamaica.
What do I do?
Dave's not comfortable discussing his real family.
Well, you say it like I have a fake one.
That's true. You should just make it. Remember when we had James number 2 for the sake of the jokes?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you this. This is actually pretty funny. This
we'll
was like
see.
this
We'll be
was
the
a
judge of
fucking
that.
real little sweaty moment that I had with James because my sister was like, "I think James could be gay." My sister says this to me. And I was like, "Why do you say that?" She's like, I just get the sense that like, you know, he probably just isn't comfortable saying it. Like he's very like sensitive." And I was like, "Jenny, we don't raise him in like a hateful environment where it's like, not no fucking kid of mine's gonna be a fat like." He's raised in such like an environment where like his mom is like,
I've told him no. I've been like, no son of your father's is going to be a faggot.
but we've raised my son to be like really, really open. You know what I'm saying? And
So,
like,
so you think that's why he's gay?
we've turned him into a homo.
You raised him so gay that now he turned out to be gay?
We encouraged him into bisexuality and hoped for gay.
But so then I was like, let me fucking test this theory because I was like, because he had a crush on a girl.
Let me test this theory.
Let me
Jesus.
James, you like my ass? Look at this ass. Do you love it?
James, kiss me. Are you hard? Are you hard? Or did you like that?
Touch my body. Do you like what you feel?
No, but
First off, can I already say before you even finish this, Jenny's completely full of shit. This is all nonsense and not made up, and it's just your sister likes to stir up shit like this. There's nothing to this. He's kind of soft
I think
because
he's
been
like
raised like in such a sweet environment.
He's a very sweet kid. I don't know if it. By the way, I mean I don't know.
Well, no, all right. It also came from we were walking by. We were going to see a new place for her because she's moving like a block from me.
And the two guys with their shirts off walked by, and James went, "I'll sign here."
Num 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 num.
Sold.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think we're gonna like this place.
It's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man.
He lowered his sunglasses and went, "Oh yeah, bow bow, beautiful."
No, there was a guy on it was like you know how like there'll be a real estate sign like a house for sale, but it had like the real estate agent's face.
Yeah,
it was kind of a greasy looking Puerto Rican guy, his face, and I was like, oh, look at that guy's face. We're walking by, and James goes, yeah, he was like, he's not my type.
Whoa.
That's what James said. And I was like, you're telling
Yeah.
me. And we kind of like laughed it off. We didn't say anything, man. And then Jenny said afterwards, she's like, yeah, you know what? I think he could be gay. And then I was getting like a little defensive, but I was like, he's not fucking gay. You know shit, you fucking stupid bitch. But then I was like, well, I'm gonna like figure out if he's gay or not. So he's obsessed with this show, Victorious. His Nickelodeon show with Victoria Justice, Ariana Grande, and Liz Gillies.
All right.
Those are the 3 chicks on the show. So
Good
I was
boy.
like, James.
Ariana Grande's still on this show?
No, this is back in the day. I was like, James. I was like, if you had to go on a date with one person on the show, and I worded it purposely like this. I was like, if you had to go on a date with one person on the show, who would it be?
Ariana.
And he goes, one person?
Don't say a guy.
And he goes, Andre.
The
I was
director.
like, damn it. For real? Yeah. I was like, what? I didn't actually scream, but I was like, okay. It's okay. That's cool. Hey, Andre. Oh, man, he's not doing good so far. Also, pull up Andre for a second. Please pull up Andre.
Bedside.
From Victorious.
Did the apple not fall far from his mom's tree?
Not at all. Not at all. So
I see it, Black.
I was like, oh, okay. So then I go, wait, what happened? There it is. There he is. Andre.
Well, I hope James is the top.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So then I was like,
it seems like it's a gay guy.
No, he's not. He's a cool black guy on this show. Okay.
That last picture did look pretty gay.
Yeah.
What he's got beautiful creamy skin. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. And it looks almost like eyeshadow and makeup, but whatever.
So then I was like, I asked him flat out. I was like, I can't be wondering about this, and that's okay. And I was like, James, are you? I was like, are you gay? No, I didn't say that.
What?
You just
no, dude.
No, that's not what happened. No, that's not how it happened. No, this is what happened. So then, and I was like,
James, do you tickle pickles?
No, I was like, oh, you would? I was like, he was like, yeah. And I was like, so you, I was like, if you had a crush on somebody, it'd be a boy, not a girl. And he goes, no, if I had a crush on somebody, it'd be a girl. I used to have a crush on a girl. And I was like, well, you know what a date is, right? I was like, a date is like romantic. He was like, oh no, like I'm like a play date. And I was like, oh, okay, that's much better. And then I said, we like a minute later, we're talking about it. And I was like, if I had to go on a date, I'd go on a date with Andre. And then James said, he was like, Dad, you're not gay. So he knew gay, like he like straight. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you've had so many girlfriends. And then I was like, oh,
if you were like, I go on a date with Andre. He goes, shut the fuck up, Dad. Andre's mine.
He's mine. But then I was like, so you don't think you're gay or bisexual? You don't like boys and girls? And he was like, no. So that was that. But I do feel like he would have just been honest. I don't create a weird like tension where I'm like, you're not gay, are you? Like, I'm super sensitive to the fact that if he was gay, I wouldn't want him to feel bad about that. I would so. But yeah, that was the whole fucking story. But it was like a hot moment where I was like, dude, my son's actually gay. There was a 10-second period where
that'll make your heart thump a bit because you're like, oh wow, it's just like it's,
No, it really did make me fucking love him less.
I was prepared to walk away.
I was prepared to drown him. No, obviously, it would not be ideal.
Obviously, what?
That's just the reality. What do you want me to say? And I would hate, like, I'm pretty sure he's
fine.
not. And I would never, if he was gay, I would never want him to come back and hear this and fucking feel bad about himself. But in that moment where I thought he was, that 10-second period where he said he would go on a date with Andre, it genuinely bothered me. If I'm being completely fucking honest. Now, it doesn't mean I love him any less.
Uncle Justin could take him out to find a pretty dress for the date.
Terrified.
But it wouldn't, but obviously I love him. And I think
I would. The wrong thing right now. That is hilarious.
Sure you'd grapple with it and then come to terms with it and be fine. You know what I mean?
No, of course. Yeah,
is anything like that that's just not what you were expecting or is just like a different
It was just really about you guys making fun of my kid being gay on the podcast. It's like, God damn it. I have to deal with this now.
Oh, it would be a thing weekly, but great.
Oh, for sure.
But no, that's good. At least he knows. I think even in those conversations, like the looseness of it, that he wouldn't be afraid if that's what he figured out.
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, no. And like his mom, since he was like 2 or 3 years old. She's got like 2 different sets of gay friends that have been like in his life and like hanging out. So he's very around and aware of gay people.
Yeah, it's also I don't know. I know James a lot, and I know like exactly kind of how you and Beatrice raised him, and like he would never like question for a second whether you guys would, you know, like not love him or something like that. Just wouldn't be a thought.
Jenny kind of pissed me off. She didn't piss me off because she called him gay. It almost like she pissed me off because she was saying like he would be afraid to tell us. And I was going like, no, that's not the environment that he's fucking been raised in. We're not like my mom was fucking brutal. I remember my mom, like, I don't think my mom thought I was gay, right? But my mom had her angle when I was like 14 to 16 was that me and James Meekum were fucking each other. And that's what she would fucking try to like go at me with. She was like, hey, you're just a faggot who's fucking your boy.
Oh!
I mean, I'm not. And we get to like these sounds like, why am I arguing if I'm gay to my fucking mom? This is fucking crazy.
That is very but it does make you like realize.
That is bonkers.
Get in here, Jenny. Lewis is a faggot. Lewis, look, we're mother-daughter bonding.
But you see, imagine being a fucking gay kid with a parent like that. How fucking brutal that would be.
Yeah.
Like a parent really just like fucking like coming down on you.
Very sad.
Well, she wouldn't have even cared if I was gay. My mom was very open-minded and liberal. She was a fucking hooker. But it was almost like she was trying to hurt me with whatever the thing that could like bother me. She was looking for the angle to like get at me. Yeah, my mom was fucked up.
She's not a good person.
No.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. I'd like to think she'd be better now.
No, she'd be fucking badass now, dude.
She's good. She's only gotten harsher. Turns out she's had time to reflect on it. Stands by everything.
I would pay the fucker just to make you mad one day. Yeah. Got a little slice of the pie. The Gomez pie.
I wonder how much she charged. I wonder how much she charged. There's no way she charged that much. Knowing what I know about hooker rates now, my mother.
How pretty was she in time of hooking?
Era of hook.
I'm pretty sure my mom was hooking in the end too.
In the very end. So
I think my mom went back
I'm sure her rate didn't go up.
Yeah. Well, the market dictates, Dave, if anybody knows that.
Well, you know,
I should control for inflation. $1992 a lot stronger than a $2021.
Dave, I believe we know the market dictates here.
I mean, when my mom was like 19 or 20, I think my mom was kind of hot. I think my mom would have been a solid hooker. She was just a junkie.
Right. From
So
that
it's
age,
like-
too. She was a junkie all through and then stopped when she got pregnant.
She was a junkie up until she had
She stopped.
Yeah.
Well, she stopped injecting. She snorted.
Yeah, just a little nip here and there.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Can't just go cold turkey.
You'll get sick. We wrap this one up here, fellers.
Let's do it.
Yikes,
On that
that's dark.
lighthearted note.
On that
That is
lighthearted
so
note,
dark.
Hey, everyone, thank God for your moms being alive. Am I right?
Oh.
Okay. Yes.
Let me say one more thing.
Oh, yes.
So, me and Jason Ellis are not fighting this year.
What?
Surprise.
Yeah,
What happened?
Unfortunately, we want to do it. We want to do it on pay-per-view. We want to do it in front of a crowd. We want to have enough time to prepare for a real professional sanctioned MMA fight. There's like a lot of factors, and we weren't able to get it done on time in Vegas the way we wanted to do it. But we are now doing 2 days we're doing 2 different Ellis Mania events at Skankfest. Me and Ellis are going to compete against each other at Skankfest. We're doing something, and it's going to be violent, and it's going to be a competitive thing. We don't exactly know what. We did the blindfolded boxing thing at that other thing. We could do something like that. We don't know yet, okay? But we're doing Team Ellis versus Team Rattlesnake at Skankfest. I know Harrington's fighting, Kim Congdon's fighting. We want more people to represent Team Rattlesnake. So if you are a
Is
fan,
Harrington gonna box
What's
someone,
up,
or is
dude?
he gonna MMA fight?
What's
you're gonna
up?
box. Jay, you want to box?
What's up? No.
Jay, you want to box?
No. I don't want to get embarrassed by some idiot. You know? And then I'll get fucking huffy, and then I'll like try to fight too real.
Why you can't fight him more? You're gonna beat up more by him.
No, but if I
Dude,
think
I
I'm
don't want
losing,
some dude to beat me up and piss me off.
no, I think if I'm losing in boxing gloves, I'm gonna get like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just gonna be like,
You're gonna take him
angry.
off like Rocky and Rocky
Very
3.
self-aware.
Yeah, take these off. Hey, big guy, what's going on there? I thought it was supposed to be an exhibition.
Yeah, dude. So if you want to join Team Rattlesnake, this is an opportunity for you to get free Skankfest tickets, test yourself, compete. It's a lot of fun. We're not looking for professional fighters. If you have a ton of experience, you're not going to get in. That's
If
it.
you're willing to
That's
fight
not-
with, if you're willing to fight with lingerie on, guy or girl.
No, it's going to be silly things like that. Dog collar fights. We're going to do a sock wrestling match. We're going to do a lot of different things, okay? But if you guys are interested in competing at Skankfest, and you can get free Skankfest passes for this, there'll be some cash prizes. It'll be a lot of fun. Against Team Ellis, shoot us an email, legionofskanks@gmail.com. You need to send us a 1-minute video or maybe a 1 to 2 minute video showing you hitting the heavy bag, maybe shadow boxing, showing your physique, and letting us know your height, your weight, and your age. Maybe a couple sentences about yourself and why it would be good. We'll start playing the videos on the show, and we'll choose the top 2 or 3 competitors that can represent Team Rattlesnake at Skankfest.
Oh yeah. And then for the rest of you pussies who don't want to fight, we'll catch you Monday live back at the stand on Legion of Skanks. Peace.
You've been listening to the Legion of Skanks podcast with Big J. Okerson.
A lazy-eyed albino.
Cry for me. Come on. Cry.
I'm a shepherd of shitheads.
Luis Gomez.
Luis J. Gomez, you motherfucker.
Okay, I think that'll be it for the moment. See if frame rates were better and if it was